third speaker for this session is Professor Pramod Ghatge. He will be talking about mathematics and physics.
Easy to use.
So this is the outline for the webinar number 1 that is happening right now on this date.
And then download the one that is appropriate.
Before getting into the actual presentations,
so in my case,
I would like to make some declarations and clarifications as displayed on the screen.
Installed in my computer, so I'm just going to
I request all the participants to turn off their speakers, their mics.
OBS. So it's this,
if you don't need to present yourself in the video mode, you can switch off your video camera.
Will be seeing.
If there are any queries, anything that you want to talk to us, anything technical that is happening, like you are not able to hear us, like you are not able to see us, like you are not able to see the presentation, please pop up your query in the chat box.
Another camera. So it's basically what you'll
in general, we must clarify beforehand that some sessions are specifically intended for some specific audience, like the entrance exam session is more useful to the students. So if you find that, please be patient, and maybe the information that lie in these sessions will be useful for you as well. There is one more platform we are broadcasting this webinar, that is on YouTube channel of the college. YouTube channel of the college is SSVMM. You just need to search it in Google search SSVMM channel YouTube.
Okay, I'm going to create a new one.
The second link in the Google search is for our channel. You can just click on that channel, log in from your email ID, and watch this broadcast live on YouTube.
This is an advanced gaming microphone.
If you do have further queries after the webinar or during the webinar as well,
different. So just make sure you know the name of the microphone and select it in the devices that
regarding all the queries about the current scenario and academics. And
this will basically have a microphone source that is
contact numbers for this WhatsApp
one way to test that your microphone is working well
here in this
would be to just go to
itself,
microphone, and if it's moving up and down like
as
so,
well, the
that
same
means
contact
that
numbers are displayed on the brochure of this
so the next
webinar
thing we have
series.
to do here would be to add
One last declaration I would like to
I'll
make
just go
is
ahead and press plus again
certificates for this
sources.
webinar series,
Okay, this
including
time I'll go
webinar
to
number
video
1 and webinar number 2
video,
will be
and I
issued
will add
online,
a new one, which
and they will be sent to your registered email IDs with us after the completion of webinar 2. And when you submit the feedback of webinar 2, you will get an auto response e-certificate on your email ID.
Depending on your computer
I hope I'm clear about all these things to all of you.
But in my case,
still there is any query, please mention in the chat box.
You have in your computer.
Well, so
okay, so
here
for
we are going to
resolution,
talk
I'm going to go
about
ahead
something that
and
is
select
interesting.
a custom one. And this is because, as you could see,
I may
this
sound
webcam we have initially
little
is in a
odd in this.
4:3
I'm saying it
ratio.
interesting, although it's a pandemic situation
modern
right now.
Smartphones, modern
But interesting
screens,
from the point
set
of the
videos
learner,
16:9.
interesting
So
from
you
the
want
point
to
of
select a
the teacher,
resolution
that
matches
whatever
the
new
16:9
scenarios are
ratio
created
of the
in the life of
so in my
a
case, I'm
human,
going to select
or for the
1280 by
entire
720,
time, we are always
which, as you could see, is a
striving hard
widescreen
to
view,
overcome
which
it, and
stretches
we
it out a
have
little bit better,
in the past
okay?
succeeded many
And
times.
I think that's
We are
ready
sure
to go. You just have to
that
press
this time
OK,
also
and there
the
you go. You have
mankind
your
will be
webcam
successful
scene,
in handling this
it
current
basically
situation
just covers
of
this bit. So if
coronavirus
you want
pandemic.
it to cover the
So
entire
like you
screen,
can
just
see here,
expand it.
the virus is talking to
And
us.
there you go. You
He is
have the
trying to
entire
say that
screen
yes, I have entered your
dedicated
body.
to
I'm
just
trying to
your
learn
webcam.
you.
So
I have
use
learned
this
many
scene
things
as
about
my
you, and I'm
intro scene. So this is
keeping
where I
on
go and
learning.
say, hi students,
But you
how
can
are you
see
guys?
that the human is
I hope you're
also
doing
responding
well.
with
We
the
are going
same
to start
sense,
with
and
this
the
lecture
human
today.
doesn't need to
Okay,
talk
so now
more
that you have
about
your
it.
webcam scene, you definitely
Humans
want
are
to have a
silently learning the
PowerPoint
virus
ready
also,
for you to deliver
somehow
a lecture
we will
for
find
your
out a
classroom.
way
Okay,
to
so to do
overcome
that, I'm going
this
to add
scenario.
another scene.
Specifically,
Scene
we
at the
people
bottom here,
from the academics
intended.
will definitely
And I'm going to
contribute
name
in
it as a
that. That
lecture,
is what
just
we are
to,
intending
again,
to spread the word
recognize
from
it
this
easily.
this
And then
webinar,
it's
that
still
we
black.
are here
It's
to do
because
something
we haven't
about
put
it.
in sources
We are not
into
going
the
to
scene.
stop learning.
So I'm going to
we are
go
going to
and
keep
put
doing
in,
the things.
Okay, my all-important
Very good. So
window
that's it
capture
from my
of
side. I
PowerPoint
will now
resource. Okay, so in
request
this case, I'm now
our
going to
honorable principal,
minimize my OBS, so I have a bit
Dr.
of space
Sangeeta
down my
Athavale.
right side. I'll put
She
my
is the principal of
PowerPoint
Sri
here in
Siddhivinayak
the
Mahila
right side.
Mahavidyalaya,
It's a pretty
Karvenagar,
funny
Pune.
PowerPoint, as you can see, because
I
I'm a science
request
teacher,
our
and then I'm
principal,
going to
honorable
go and
principal,
press plus to add,
guide us
and
with some
then
words
I'm going
of
to go
wisdom,
press
some
window
words
capture,
of
because
what's
this
in
will
the right
capture
direction
the,
for us.
window, specifically the PowerPoint window. I'll call
Yes,
this
let me just-
PowerPoint. Recognize it easily. Press OK. And I'm going to make sure I select this one, PowerPoint.exe. This tells OBS that, okay, please get your video capture from the window titled PowerPoint. Okay, so it might appear differently in terms of the name because this is the name of the PowerPoint presentation that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and press OK. So there, you now have your PowerPoint lecture set out in your lecture slide. So I'm going to go just expand this just to make sure that this thing is covering the entire window. Now you could make it go full screen if you want, but this is my preferred way of doing it for the reason that at least it gives me control over here. So it's just easy to shift in between slides, as you could see, when you can just click it like so. Okay, but you can just do it with whatever way it feels comfortable for you. So there you go, I have my lecture slide, and now all I have to do, it's not yet recording any video, as you can see, it's not recording any audio, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. So I'll just press plus, I'm going to go to video capture device, and this time, instead of creating a new one, I will add an existing one, which is the webcam we set up earlier. So this tells OBS that please get the webcam footage from the other scene and put it here as well. So I'll just go to webcam. Okay, there you go. There's my face, and I will just minimize it down in the corner. And I have my webcam scene, and it's raring to go. Okay, I'll put it at the bottom corner and think. Okay, I think it's nice to have a webcam when you're doing such lectures, so that the students can still see how your face has emotions, how you interact with them. You could use demos with your hands, but I want to make it smaller just so that it's not distracting for them and they can focus on the lesson. Okay, so now you have your webcam scene. The other important thing that we must add, okay, would be your microphone, because you need to speak to them, obviously. So I'll go to audio input capture, and again I will add an existing audio input capture, which is in this case the microphone we set up. So there you go. I now have my microphone, and again the mic test would be if your sound bar is moving as such, that means it's recording the audio nicely. Okay, so pretty much this setup is ready to go. We can just press start recording and it's already recording properly. But I will introduce to you something that will make your life easier, and that is the hotkey. Now, the hotkey is basically setting up certain buttons in your keyboard such that when you press it, it will just control OBS. So this means that you can minimize OBS and focus on your PowerPoint or whatever you have in store in your desktop, and you can still control OBS even if it's not one of the windows that is popping up in your computer. So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and go to settings, and then I'm going to go and go to hotkeys, and then for start recording, I already set it up to F7. So I selected the F buttons because you want the hotkeys to be buttons that you don't press very often. So it's not a good idea, for example, to go with backspace or enter for one of these hotkeys, for the reason that these buttons are things that you press frequently when you do your lectures. So in this case, the F buttons are a really good candidate. They're just sitting at the top corner. Nothing is really touching them. So in this case, I will select F7 for recording. Okay, and for my lecture scene, I'm going to set it to, okay, F1 is a good candidate, just because I know that is scene 1. And then for webcam and mic, I'll set it to F2. So there you go. There's my lecture slide.
Thank you, madam.
Again, go to F2. Say, hi
now,
guys.
I will begin with the session 1
science lecture. We have a really cool science
webinar
lecture today.
number 1
and then I'm going
in the
to
webinar
go
series Academics in Times of COVID-19.
Okay, so the first thing that we
I
have to
request
take note
Dr.
of
Archana
today would
Katwe
be that
to take on the
Earth is
session.
not flat. Okay, a lot of people said that, and I'm a science teacher who's going to say the Earth is not flat. Okay, so there you go. I now have a recording lesson. It's working pretty smoothly, and as you can see, this is going to be pretty much my setup when I do my flipped classroom
Vice
tutorials
Principal,
in this
श्री सिद्धिविनायक महिला
online
महाविद्यालय
learning
महर्षि कर्वे स्त्री
Okay, so you
शिक्षण
might be wondering,
संस्था
I forgot to add
आपल्या
this.
सर्वांचे
Where do
स्वागत
the
करते.
videos end up? So by default, OBS
अण्णांच्या
will
पावन
record it and
स्मृतीस
put it in the
अभिवादन
videos
करून
folder.
मी
So
आजचा आपला
simply
विषय
just go to quick access and
मांडते
file
आहे.
explorer, go to videos, and it should be sitting there, and it
आजचा
has the
आपला विषय आहे
corresponding date and
COVID
time by
and
which you recorded the
academics.
video. Okay, so in my case, it's
मित्रांनो,
6:58
माग-
recording over here.
गेले
So
3-4
there you go. I was
महिन्यांपासून
able to record
आपण एक
my
वेगळं आयुष्य
lecture,
जगतो
and
आहे
this is the video that came
आणि
out.
एकच शब्द
Okay, so there you go. I
दिवसातनं
hope my
बरेचदा
video was a good
बऱ्याच
starter
अनुषंगाने
video for you in terms
ऐकतो
of
आहे
getting to grips
आणि
with
तो शब्द आहे
OBS
करोना.
and screen recording your
कोरोनावर
lectures.
खरं तर
For my
खूप
other
जास्त
videos,
बोलायची
if
गरज
I do
नाहीये,
make other videos, I
कारण
will probably
आपण
do
सर्वांना
tutorials
ते
on how
माहिती
to
आहे
add scenes
आणि
such
आपण
as an
ते
extra
सर्व
camera,
अनुभवतो आहे.
how to use other equipment
3-4
that
महिने
will
झाले,
do us well in recording
रस्ते
and
रिकामे आहे,
whatnot. So with that, I
मैदान
hope this
शांत
video is
आहेत,
helpful. Thank you so much for watching,
सोसायट्यांमध्ये
and
मुलांचा आवाज
I'll just
नाही
see you
आहे.
in the next one. Take care.
सर्व मुलं घरात आत शांत बसून आहे, कारण आहे करोना. कोणी कोणाकडे जात नाही, आणि कोणी कोणाला घरात घेत नाही.
The following is a
माणूसच
comprehensive
माणसांपासून
tutorial
दुरावला
on
आहे
using PowerPoint
आणि कारण आहे
2016. We will
करोना.
start with the basics and move into the more advanced features of
तर
PowerPoint.
मित्रांनो,
This tutorial
हा करोना
will be
काय आहे?
effective and helpful for anyone who wants to learn PowerPoint,
तर कोरोना
whether
एक
as a
व्हायरस
student,
आहे,
as an educator, or a user in the corporate
एक
world,
विषाणू
or
आहे.
a user in a small business. This tutorial
पण
is
हा
recorded
विषाणू
in
काही
very high
पहिल्यांदा
definition,
सृष्टीवर आला नाहीये किंवा आपल्या
1080p.
जीवनात
Feel
आलेला
free
नाही आहे.
to make it
तर
full
हा
screen
विषाणू
so you can
वर्षानुवर्षे
follow easier.
आपल्या
Also
सोबतच
note
राहतो आहे.
that it might
पण
be
काही
more
विषाणू हे
effective
जरा
if
वेगळे
you try to
असतात आणि
practice some of
त्यातलाच
those
एक विषाणू आहे
concepts hands-on. If it is an area
कोरोना
that you
व्हायरस.
already know about PowerPoint, feel free to forward it to the next section.
याच्या आधीचा जर आपण
Let's get
विषाणूंचा
started.
इतिहास बघितला तर काही जे आजार आहेत, फॉर एक्झाम्पल स्मॉल पॉक्स,
As we get started with
measles,
PowerPoint 2016,
यांच्यासाठी
I'm using
वॅक्सिन
here Windows
डेव्हलप आहे,
10.
पण
You
हे
can
आजार
simply
सुद्धा
search here
व्हायरसेसमुळेच
for
होतात.
PowerPoint.
रिसेंटली जे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत त्यामध्ये मी सांगू
Once
इच्छिते,
you open
इबोला
PowerPoint,
व्हायरस,
you'll be presented
स्वाईन
with this
फ्लू,
interface. On the left,
HIV
you
हा
have a
सुद्धा
listing
एक
of the
व्हायरस आहे,
presentations that you have
ज्याच्यामुळे
used
एड्स हा
earlier.
डिसीज होतो.
And then you also have an option here to open prior presentations that you might have saved.
यातले
on your computer.
आउटब्रेक जर आपण बघितले,
Here on the right-hand
व्हायरसेसचा
side, you have
आउटब्रेक
the
जर आपण
option to
बघितला
start a
मित्रांनो,
blank presentation.
तर सर्वात
You can
आधी जे
use one
नाव
of those
मला आठवतं
templates.
आहे ते नाव
Using
आहे
one of those
स्पॅनिश फ्लू.
templates, it's very easy. Just simply
स्पॅनिश
open
फ्लू
them,
बद्दल का
and then it
सांगावंसं
will
वाटतंय?
download it from Microsoft.
कारण या स्पॅनिश
I will
फ्लूने
cover this in a later session in this tutorial.
40 ते
please hang
50
on
मिलियन
and
लोकांचा
refer to
जीव
it.
एका
Now let's
वर्षात
go back here.
घेतलेला आहे.
Let's
त्याच्यानंतर
simply
दुसरी
go
काही नावं
and start
प्रामुख्याने
the blank
इथे
presentation.
सांगते आहे.
Start.
फॉर एक्झाम्पल
As I
इबोला,
mentioned earlier, in
स्वाईन
this
फ्लू,
session we are going to
सार्स.
cover some of the basic
सो
aspects
हा
of
एक व्हायरस
PowerPoint,
जो
the
आहे
user
हा एक
interface, and
निर्जीव
get to
पार्टिकल
understand
आहे.
what the different
तर एक
components
निर्जीव
are,
पार्टिकल
so we can
आपल्यासाठी
effectively
इतका
utilize it
घातक
in
ठरू
later
शकतो का
sessions.
आणि
Here on the
कसा?
very top you have these
तर त्याचं
different
उत्तर आहे
menus.
हो.
File,
घातक तो
home,
का आहे?
insert, draw,
कारण त्याची जी
design, the transitions, and
प्रणाली
so
आहे
on.
किंवा त्याचं जे
The
स्ट्रक्चर
idea
आहे
here is that
त्याच्यामध्ये
you
काही
move from
अशा
each
इंटरेस्टिंग
one
आणि
of
अमेझिंग
those
गोष्टी आहेत
tabs here on the top.
ज्याच्यामुळे
This is
हा
part of
व्हायरस
the
आपल्याला
Office
घातक
ribbon,
ठरतो.
and any of the basic functionality would be
आणि त्या
on the front
मशिनचं
tab.
त्या मशिनरीचं नाव आहे
Sections. You also
रेप्लिकेटिंग
have these
मशीन.
different sections here related to font, paragraph, drawing, and such. Then if you want to go to insert, once you start making your presentation a little bit better
Replicating
and fancier, that's when you
machine.
can go and insert additional components in your presentation. Then you move into design, transitions, and so on. So the idea here is that
आणि
you
जेव्हा
have the
हा
Office
व्हायरस
ribbon
एका
at the very
होस्ट
top
बॉडीमध्ये
with the
एंटर
different
घेतो
tabs,
किंवा
and each
शिरतो
tab
तेव्हा
has
त्याची या
different
रेप्लिकेटिंग
sections
मशिनरीमुळे
related to what
फार
will be
झपाट्याने वाढ व्हायला
in that
लागते
context.
आणि मग
My
मात्र
suggestion
आपल्याला
is,
काही
as you get started with
इन्सिडेन्सेस किंवा
PowerPoint,
काही
do
आजार व्हायचे
first
चान्सेस
the
असतात.
content of the PowerPoint rather than spending too
मित्रांनो,
much
आजच्या
time,
आपल्या या
or
सेशन
as
मध्ये
I might
आपण
refer to it,
हिस्ट्री
as
बद्दल मी तुम्हाला
wasting a
बोलली
lot of
आहे.
time
आपला दुसरा
on
पॉइंट आहे
tweaking particular
स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ करोना
aspects,
व्हायरस.
images, and other things related to your presentation. The purpose for that
स्ट्रक्चर
is
ऑफ कोरोना
so
जर
that
आपण
you can
बघितलं तर
actually
स्ट्रक्चर
have
असं
something
फार
for
काही वेगळं
yourself
नाहीये.
if you are
जवळपास
short
सगळ्या
on time.
व्हायरसेसचं स्ट्रक्चर
On
जे आहे ते
the
सारखंच
left-hand
आहे.
side, you'll have the
त्याच्यामध्ये
actual
एक
slides,
आवरण
a
असतं,
preview of each slide.
एक
So if you
एनवलप
have more than
प्रेझेंट
one
आहे. दिस
slide, it will
व्हायरस इज
show up
कवर्ड
right
बाय
there. And
एनवलप.
then in the middle
आणि
area, we have the
याच्यावर
content of
जे
the
आपल्याला
slide. This is
स्पाइक्स
where you
दिसते आहे त्या
enter the actual
स्पाइक्समुळेच खरं
content
तर
for
या
each
व्हायरसचं नाव
slide
करोना
in your
ठेवण्यात आलेलं
presentation.
आहे. कारण की
And then
करोना म्हणजे
in the
काय, तर
bottom, you
करोना
have
म्हणजे
here
क्राऊन.
another set of tools,
आणि या
such as the
व्हायरसच्या
slide
शेजारी
numbers and such.
एक
Then you have the
स्पाइक्सचं
notes area,
क्राऊन
and we'll cover this
प्रेझेंट
in a
आहे.
later session.
आणि
And
म्हणून
then
या व्हायरसला
notice here you
करोना
have
असं
these
नाव
little
देण्यात आलेले आहे.
icons as
पण
well.
ते
This is the
स्पाइक्स
normal
असे
view,
फार हार्मफुल
and
नाहीये.
then you could have also the
एनवलपमुळे खूप
slide
काही प्रॉब्लेम
sorter. If
नाही
you have
आहे.
multiple
पण
slides, you'd
जो
be able to
सर्वात
move them around,
मध्यभाग या
and
करोना
we'll cover this
व्हायरसचा आहे
shortly.
तिथे
If you wanted to present the
आरएनए
slideshow
प्रेझेंट
or
आहे.
your
इथे तुम्ही
presentation,
डायग्राम
you
मध्ये
click
बघू
on
शकता
this
जिनोमिक
icon over
आरएनए
here.
आपण लेबल
And
केलेला
then if
आहे.
you wanted to
आणि
zoom
हा जो
in or
जिनोमिक
out
आरएनए आहे
into
तो
that
सर्वात जास्त
particular view that you
घातक
are in, you'd
भाग या
customize it
व्हायरसेसचा
from these
करू शकतो.
tools here in the bottom.
कारण
Notice
या
that in the top
व्हायरसेसला
left here you have also
जुळणारे
file,
काही
and this
रिसेप्टर्स
is
हे
where
आपल्या
you can
बॉडी
access
सेल्स
additional
वरती
functionality
प्रेझेंट असतात. आणि
related
जेव्हा हे
to PowerPoint.
स्पाइक्स किंवा
One of
हे
the
जे
things here is
स्पाइक्स
it'll
आहेत
be
ते
under
आपल्या सेल्स
account,
रिसेप्टर्स
where you
वरती
can
बाइंड
connect to a
होतात.
Microsoft
तेव्हा खरं
account,
तर हा
or
इन्फेक्शन जो
under
आहे
options
तो
here, this is where
सुरू
you can
होतो.
customize the look and feel of PowerPoint. So that is the general interface, and now the next
पुढचा जो
section we
आपला
are going
पॉइंट
to
आहे
cover how
तो
to
आहे
create
मोड
the
ऑफ
first
ट्रान्समिशन.
slides, how to get started
तुम्ही
actually
हे
using
बघितलंच असेल की
PowerPoint.
आपली
So
आई
stick
किंवा आपण
around.
सर्व मागेले
If you
3-4
feel
महिने
that you
खूप
know
जास्त
some of those
स्वच्छतेवर
features,
ध्यान
feel
देतो
free
आहे.
to forward the
त्याला
video.
कारण आहे याचं मोड ऑफ ट्रान्समिशन. सो प्रामुख्याने 2 गोष्टी मी इथे सांगू इच्छिते. वन इज एरोसोल ट्रान्समिशन आणि दुसरा आहे
In this
फोमाइड्स.
section, I'm going to go
सो
over
एरोसोल
how to
ट्रान्समिशन
create
म्हणजे
your first slides
सस्पेन्शन ऑफ
and
फाईन
how to
सॉलिड
insert
और लिक्विड
different
ड्रॉपलेट्स
types of
इन
slides in your
एअर
presentation.
अँड रिलीज
So
ॲज अ
let's go ahead
स्प्रे.
and open PowerPoint.
आणि याचे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत स्नीझिंग आणि
And as we
ब्रिदिंग.
covered in the
कारण
previous
जेव्हा
session,
आपण
you'll
स्नीझिंग
be
ब्रिदिंग
clicking
अशा
here,
सारख्या
blank
ऍक्टिव्हिटीज करतो
presentation,
तेव्हा
and then
आपल्या
here
नाकाद्वारे
we can
किंवा
simply get
तोंडाद्वारे जो
started
एक
typing on our first slide.
द्राव
Each
बाहेर
slide
निघतो
has
तो
different
समोरच्या व्यक्तीला
layouts
किंवा
or different
जवळपासच्या व्यक्तीला
designs.
घातक
So
असू
typically
शकतो.
the first
तो
slide is
एरोसोल
your title
ट्रान्समिशन
slide where you put the
एक
title of your
इम्पॉर्टंट
presentation
किंवा
along
हार्मफुल
with the
मोड ऑफ
subtitle,
ट्रान्समिशन
either your
आहे.
name or
दुसरा
something related
महत्वाचा
to that.
मुद्दा म्हणजे
And the
फोमाइड्स.
layouts,
तर
you'll be
फोमाइड्स
very
म्हणजे
similar to
काय?
here. We can see this under the home
ऑब्जेक्ट्स
tab
और
and
मटेरियल
then
विच
under the
कॅरी
layout area. So we
इन्फेक्शन.
have title
आणि
slide,
याचेच
title and
एक्झाम्पल आहे
content. You have
फर्निचर.
two
तो ऑब्जेक्ट
content
फर्निचर असू
sections
शकतो,
and
तो
so
ऑब्जेक्ट
on. So
युटेन्सिल्स
now
असू
with our
शकतात, तो
first
ऑब्जेक्ट
slide here,
क्लॉथ म्हणजे
all that we
आपले
need to
कपडे
do
सुद्धा
is simply need
असू
to
शकतात.
type
या
the
दोन
content.
व्यतिरिक्त आपण
So
हे सुद्धा ऐकलं असेल की डोळ्यां थ्रू
So
सुद्धा
you
आपल्या
add in
डोळ्यांना
the
सुद्धा
text. So
आपण
basically,
जपलं
it's just
पाहिजे.
a matter of
सो डोळ्यां
typing
थ्रू सुद्धा
in
हा जो
any
करोना
of
व्हायरस
those
आहे तो
boxes that already
शरीरात
exist in your
एंट्री
slide.
घेऊ शकतो, पण
Now, to
त्याचं
add a new
पर्सेंटेज जे आहे
slide,
ते
all you have
अतिशय
to do
कमी
is you
आहे.
click on
फक्त
New
2%
Slide here on the left-hand
लोकांमध्ये
side,
हे
and
ऑब्झर्व
then we're
करण्यात
under the
आलेलं
Home
आहे
tab,
की
and
त्यांच्या
then
बॉडीमध्ये
click on
करोनाने
New
जी एंट्री
Slide.
घेतली आहे
Now
ती
notice,
थ्रू
since this is
आईज
the second
घेतलेली आहे.
slide here in our presentation, it looks slightly different from the first one, and that is because the
सिम्टम्स
first
बद्दल
one
जर बोलायचं
was
झालं
actually
तर काही
title
खूप वेगळे
slide.
सिम्टम्स नाही
If you
आहे.
wanted to
साधा जो
change this
फ्लूमुळे जे
design,
सिम्टम्स
you
आपल्याला
can use
होतात
this
तेच
layout
सिम्टम्स आपल्याला
option
करोनामुळेच
here
येतात.
and change
आणि
it to a
म्हणूनच
different type
करोना
of
हा फार
design
झपाट्याने
here.
वाढतो आहे.
So notice I chose two
त्याचे काही
content or
इम्पॉर्टंट
single
सिम्टम्स मी
content
इथे लिस्ट
here,
डाऊन केलेले आहे.
title and
पहिला
content.
सिम्टम
That was
ड्राय
what
कप,
was there
देन
before.
कोल्ड,
So that's how you change
फीवर,
the layout
शॉर्टनेस
of
ऑफ
an actual
ब्रीथ,
slide.
वीकनेस,
So now
लॉस
here,
ऑफ स्मेल
put in the title for our
ओकेजनली.
second slide.
मागच्या काही रिसेंट जर आपण गाईडलाईन्स बघितल्या तर त्यामध्ये
And
डोळे
it's a matter
येणे
of
हा
simply
सुद्धा
clicking on
एक
each area here
सिम्टम म्हणूनच
and just
लक्षात
typing the
घेण्यात
content
येणारा
of your
येणारी
slides.
बाब आहे.
Notice
तो
it's
सुद्धा
putting here the
एक
bullet
सिम्टम्स आहे.
list.
जर
My
कोणाचे डोळे
suggestion
येत
would be
असेल तर
that at
तरी
this
सुद्धा आपण
stage you keep
खूप
on moving,
लाईटली
adding
त्या
other
गोष्टीला
slides,
घेऊ
and
नये असं
basically
मला वाटतं.
create the general flow or the text for your
प्रिकॉशन्स बद्दल
presentation.
जर आपण
It is
बघितलं
very
तर
easy
खूप
to
साध्या
waste
गोष्टी
a lot
आहे
of time
ज्या आपल्याला
into messing with the
प्रिकॉशन्स
colors
घ्यावे
and
लागणार
choosing
आहे. कारण
images
आपल्या
and
सगळ्यांना
choosing
माहिती आहे की
animations,
या
and you're still on the first or
आजारावर
the second slide, but
आतापर्यंत
you have spent hours.
कुठलंच
So it's best to do
वॅक्सिन
the
किंवा
outline
कुठलंच
first,
मेडिसिन अवेलेबल
then
नाही आहे. सो
come back
प्रिकॉशन इज द
later,
बेस्ट
and that's
मेजर.
when you
आणि
can
प्रिकॉशनच्या
insert images, insert
अंडर
smart art,
आपण
and
हे जे
insert other
मेजर्स आपल्याला
components
इथे
that we'll
दिसतात
cover
आहे
in
ते
the
आपण
later sessions
घ्यायला
here.
पाहिजे.
So
वेअर
then,
मास्क
if
ते
you wanted
मला
to
वाटतं
insert a
आपण
new slide here,
सगळेच जण
you click
वापरतो
on
आहे,
New
मास्क
Slide
वेअर
again,
करतो. पण कधी कधी
and
सोसायटीत
then
आपल्याला असं पण
it's going to
दिसतं
be
की
by default, it's
शेजारी
going to
कोणी
get
नसलं की
title
आपण
slide
लगेच
with
मास्क जो आहे तो
content
खाली
as
घेतो.
well.
किंवा अशा बऱ्याच गोष्टी आपल्याला सोसायटीमध्ये किंवा आपल्या शेजारी
Now,
दिसतात.
another way
सो
to
मास्क
add a
घालणं
new
हे
slide is
अनिवार्य
also by
आहे.
pressing Control
तसंच काही
N
गोष्टी
on the
शेवटी
keyboard.
हे सगळं काही आपल्या
Notice as
फिजिओलॉजीशी
well
जोडलेलं
that
आहे.
there is a
आणि जर
drop
आपण
down here right
काही गोष्टी
below
नित्य
New
नियमाने
Slide
पाळल्या तर
here,
मला वाटतं
and
आपली
this is where you
फिजिओलॉजी
can
चांगली
choose
राहील,
a
आपली
different
इम्युनिटी
type of
चांगली
layout.
राहील आणि कोरोना काय तर
So you
दुसरा
can change
कुठलाच
the
आजार
layout
आपल्या जवळ
either
सुद्धा
when you
येणार नाही.
insert a new slide
सो
here, or
त्याच्या
if you have an
फिजिओलॉजीशी
existing
संबंधित दोन
slide
गोष्टी
and you
आहे.
want to change
एकतर
the layout
एक्सरसाइज
for it, you can
आणि दुसरी
simply
गोष्ट
click on the
आहे
slide
हेल्दी
here
फूड.
and then click on
या दोन
layout
गोष्टी आपण
and then
या दोन गोष्टींचा
adjust
आपण
it
खूप
accordingly.
जास्त विचार केला पाहिजे.
If you
आपण
want to
रोज
undo
एक्सरसाइज
whatever you
केलीच
did
पाहिजे.
earlier,
बाहेर
you
जायला
can
आता
also
एक्सरसाइज
use
सांगितली आहे
those
म्हणून
tools
सगळ्यांनी
here on the
बाहेर
top,
निघायला
and
पाहिजे,
this
तो पण
is
भाग नाहीये.
referred to as
घरात
a
सुद्धा
quick
ज्या
access
एक्सरसाइजेस
toolbar.
शक्य आहे त्या एक्सरसाइज
Again, as
आपण
I
केल्या
mentioned
पाहिजे.
earlier, of course, you can
हेल्दी
go
फूड
here
मला
under the
वाटतं
home
आता आपण
tab
बाहेर
and
निघत
just
नाहीये,
start
त्यामुळे
changing
सगळं
the
जंक फूड,
colors and
फास्ट फूड हे
changing
आपलं बंदच
components in
आहे
here.
आणि आपण
Of course,
सगळे
you can
आता
change them
हेल्दी
by
फूडच
using those
कन्झ्युम
tools
करतो
and
आहे.
fonts and
सो एक दुसरी
paragraph and
गोष्ट आहे हेल्दी
indentation and
फूड.
all these other
मास्क,
things.
fast,
But my
exercise,
suggestion, as
healthy
I mentioned
food,
earlier, is for you to create the outline
intake of
first.
vitamin
In
C
some
and
cases,
D.
if you need
Then
to
प्रिकॉशन म्हणून
move
अजून एक गोष्ट,
slides
वॉशिंग
around,
हँड्स
you
फॉर
can
20
simply
सेकंड
drag them
सारखी
from
सारखी
here and
प्रत्येक
drag them up
माध्यमातून ही
and
गोष्ट
down
आपल्या
as you
समोर येते
need
आणि
them.
आता नॉर्मली
Or
आपण
the
जेव्हा
other
बाहेर
option
जातो
is by
आपल्या
clicking
हातात
here on the
हँकरचीप
bottom
नसते पण
icons,
सॅनिटायझरची
set
बॉटल
of
नक्कीच
icons or
असते
tools
आणि
here.
ती असावी,
You click on
कारण
slide
प्रत्येक वेळेस
sorter
आपल्याला
and you can move
सोप
those
किंवा
slides
वॉटर हे
as
अवेलेबल
you
होणार नाही.
feel
सो
like
सॅनिटायझर जर
moving
आपल्या जवळ
around.
असलं तर
Then you
आपण
come back
कुठेही
to
वापरू
normal
शकतो
view. Now
पण
let's
दिवसभर सगळ्या
suppose
ऍक्टिव्हिटीज
that
करताना
this
आपण
was
कुठे
a
कुठे हात
quick
लावतो आहे
presentation that
आणि
we had to do
नकळत
for a
आपला
class
हात
or
जर
for a meeting or
आपल्या
whatever.
चेहऱ्याला
So
लागला तर
basically we just
तो
add
मे
in
बी
the
आपल्यासाठी
content here
घातक
very
ठरू
quickly
शकतो.
by adding
आणि
new
शेवटचा
slides,
मुद्दा
and then you
सोशल
can insert a couple
डिस्टन्सिंग.
images that I'll show you in a
सोशल
moment. Now
डिस्टन्सिंग
the
हे खरं
images,
तर
we'll
फार
cover those in
महत्वाची
more
गोष्ट
detail,
आहे,
but let's suppose that this
सांगितलेली
is an image that we
गाईडलाईन्स
want
आहे.
to
पण
utilize from
भारतासारख्या
the web, and
देशात
notice I'm just
सोशल
simply
डिस्टन्सिंग
right-clicking and then
हे
I'm going to
कितपत
paste it in
शक्य आहे हे
here.
आपल्या सर्वांना माहिती आहे.
And obviously
सो
we
आपण
can
शक्य
resize
तितकं
this,
सोशल
move it to wherever
डिस्टन्सिंग
we
करायचा
want it.
प्रयत्न करायला पाहिजे.
And I'll cover
आणि
this in more
बाकीच्या
detail
गोष्टी ज्या आहेत
shortly.
त्या सुद्धा
And basically, now we
लक्षात
move to the next slide.
घेतल्याच
So we
पाहिजे.
add more and more
कारण
content.
जेव्हा आपण बाहेर
Now,
निघतो,
let's
फॉर
say
एक्झाम्पल
that we
जेव्हा
were
आपण गाडी
ready
चालवतो
to
तेव्हा
see what we did so far. Now we can
थोडीशी
present
मोकळी
this, or we
जागा
can
बघून
see what
आपण
it looks
मी
like
टू
so
व्हीलर
far
बद्दल
by
किंवा माझा एक
clicking here
अनुभव
on the
सांगते आहे. टू
slideshow
व्हीलर
and then
मी यूज
choosing
करते.
from beginning.
मी
to
थोडी
present.
मोकळी जागा
We
बघून
can also present
माझी
it by
गाडी
using the
सिग्नलवर किंवा
slideshow
कुठे
option here
थांबवते.
in the bottom.
पण
And that'll
2
start the
मिनिटांनी किंवा पुढच्या
presentation.
5 मिनिटांनी माझ्या लक्षात
And
येतं की
then
लगेच माझ्या
just
चारही
click
साईडने 4
on
गाड्या
either
उभ्या
the
आहेत. तेव्हा
space
मला
bar
थोडंसं
or
असं
the
वाटतं की
mouse
अरे सोशल
or
डिस्टन्सिंग
the
कुठेतरी
arrows
फेल
here
होत आहे.
on the
पण
keyboard.
त्याच
And now
वेळी
we have a
जर आपण
presentation
मास्क वेअर
that we
केला
can
असेल
start
आणि
with,
बाकी
or we
सगळं
can
व्यवस्थित कव्हर
utilize,
केलं
and we
असेल
can
तर
make
मला
it
वाटतं की
faster,
आपल्याला
or we can
घाबरायचं
improve
कारण
by using
नाही आहे.
additional tools that I'll cover shortly. There is also an option here where you can apply a design right away by using a simple button, and I'll cover this shortly here in more detail. So basically all you'd have to do, let's say you're in a rush to do a presentation.
सो हे झालं मित्रांनो
You can
कोरोनाबद्दल
actually go here
बरेच
and
काही
pick
आता
any
जे
of
आपल्या
those
सगळ्यांना
themes
माहिती आहे तेच मी
by
थोडंसं इथे
simply
रिवाइज
clicking on it.
केलेलं आहे.
And notice it applies that theme or
पुढचा
that
जो आपला या
design to
सेगमेंटचा
all the
भाग आहे
slides in your
तो म्हणजे
presentation.
पोस्ट
And now if I were to
पॅन्डेमिक
present this from the
एज्युकेशन.
beginning,
पॅन्डेमिक हा
notice
शब्द
it
आपण
looks
दिवसातनं
much
10 वेळा
better.
तरी
So
ऐकतो आहे.
it's as easy as
पण
that.
आता या
So
पॅन्डेमिक
stay tuned for the
सिच्युएशनमुळे
next session
आपल्या
here
आयुष्यावर
on
किंवा आपल्या शिक्षणावर
enhancing the
काय परिणाम
presentation
झालेला आहे
by
तो
using
आपण
design view.
थोडक्यात इथे डिस्कस करणार आहोत. मित्रांनो, जसं आपलं आयुष्य थांबत नाही कुठल्याच परिस्थितीत, असं मला वाटतं की
Now in
विद्यार्थी
this session, I'm
जीवनामध्ये
going to demonstrate how to
शिक्षण
apply a
सुद्धा
design
थांबलं नाही
theme to your
पाहिजे. कुठल्या
presentation
तरी
in
माध्यमातनं
PowerPoint 2016.
विद्यार्थ्यांना त्यांचा
So
जो अधिकार आहे
supposedly we have
तो
created the presentation,
मिळालाच पाहिजे.
and now
त्या शिक्षण
we
प्रणालीमध्ये
are ready to
थोडाफार
move to the
बदल
next step. We
आता
have
होणार
created the
आहे.
layout, but
आणि
now
तो
we
बदल मी
want
असा सांगू
to
शकते
go and
थोडक्यात
apply a
की
design theme.
ट्रॅडिशनल
As I
टीचिंग
mentioned
लर्निंग
earlier as well,
मेथडॉलॉजीची
it is
जागा
not
आता
necessary to spend too
ऑनलाईन
much
टीचिंग
time
लर्निंग
on
मेथडॉलॉजी
customizing
घेणार
every
आहे.
little object
आपण
of
आपल्या
it,
स्क्रीनवर
but
बघू
rather
शकता.
apply a design
पहिलं
theme.
जो
Now
बुलेट
to
आहे
apply a
तिथे लिहिलं
design
आहे
theme, you
ऑनलाईन
go here under the
प्लॅटफॉर्म फॉर
design
टीचिंग
tab,
लर्निंग. म्हणजे
and
आत्ताच्या
then
काळात
you
जर
can
आपल्याला
click on
शिक्षण
any of
घ्यायचं
those
असेल
options
तर
right here
आपल्याला
under themes.
ऑनलाईनचा पर्याय निवडावा लागेल. आतापर्यंत आपण ऑफलाईन
This is
शिक्षण
referred to
प्रणालीमध्ये
as the
होतो,
live preview.
पण
It's
आत्ताच्या
basically
सिच्युएशन
it
मध्ये
gives
ते
us
शक्य
a
नाही आहे.
preview of what that
ज्या ठिकाणी
slide would
थोडाफार
look
शक्य
like
आहे
if
त्यांनी
we
हवे ते
applied
पूर्ण
this
मेजर्स
theme.
घेऊन पूर्ण
If
प्रिव्हेन्शन
you
पूर्ण
click here on the drop
गाईडलाईन्स
down, there are
फॉलो
additional
करून
themes
आपल्याला
that we can
त्या
apply,
फॉलो करून
and you can
आपल्याला
pick
आपली
any of
शिक्षण
those.
प्रणाली सुरू करावी
Once you
लागणार आहे.
pick a theme,
सो
it
आत्ताच्या
will apply
सिच्युएशन
that
मध्ये
theme
सगळ्यांचा
to
जो
all the
भर आहे
slides
तो
in your
ऑनलाईन
presentation.
प्लॅटफॉर्म
So
फॉर
notice it
टीचिंग
changed the
लर्निंग
font here for
टीचिंग
all my
ऑनलाईन
slides.
टीचिंग लर्निंग
Now,
मेथडॉलॉजीवर
if you
आहे.
prefer
तर
to
ऑनलाईन
have
टीचिंग
a
लर्निंग
specific
मेथडॉलॉजी ही
theme for only a
आपल्यासाठी
couple
नवीन
of the
आहे.
slides here,
हे अगदी
all
खरं.
you need to
काही
do is
ठिकाणी मे
basically
बी या
select them
गोष्टीचा
by
किंवा या
holding down the
पद्धतीचा वापर
control key
आधीपासून
here and
होतो
then
आहे,
clicking on the
पण
slides that
आता
I've
ते
done.
मॅन्डेटरी
And
किंवा
then
कंपल्सरी
you can
होणार
go to
आहे
any of
जर
those
आपल्याला आपलं
themes
शिक्षण सुरू
and
ठेवावं
then
लागणार आहे.
right click
तर ही शिक्षण प्रणाली सुरू
on that
ठेवताना
particular theme
काही
and then
अडथळे
choose
काही
to
बॅरियर्स
apply
याच्या पुढे येणार आहेत,
that specific
काही
theme
चॅलेंजेस
to only
आपल्या
the
पुढे
selected
येणार
slides.
आहेत. ते
And
आपण
that
पुढे
way,
बघूया.
my other slides would have the previous theme or a specific
यामध्ये
theme,
एक
but then
गमतीचा
other
भाग मला
slides have a
सांगावासा
different
वाटतो
design.
मित्रांनो. आणि
I'm going
मला
to
मी
undo it
सुद्धा
here
एक
in my
शिक्षिका
case.
आहे. मागचे
If you
12
right
ते
click on
15
any of
वर्ष
those themes,
मी या
you have
प्रोफेशन मध्ये
also
आहे.
the option to
आतापर्यंत
set it
प्रत्येक
as a
शिक्षक
default theme.
क्लासमध्ये
That
जर
means that
कोणाकडे
any
मोबाईल
time that you
दिसला किंवा
create a
कॅम्पसमध्ये
new
एखाद्या विद्यार्थिनीकडे
presentation, it's going to
विद्यार्थीकडे
use that by
मोबाईल जर
default
दिसला
in
तर
your
शिक्षक त्याला ओरडायचे,
presentations.
त्याला
Once we
रागवायचे,
apply
त्याला
a specific
50
theme
इन्स्ट्रक्शन
here,
द्यायचे की अरे
notice
मोबाईल
that we
नॉट
also
अलाउड,
have those
डोंट बिहेव लाईक
variations
दिस
for
दॅट.
this
आणि
theme.
हे सगळं
And
तुम्ही
this is kind
ऐकलं
of
आहे
new
किंवा
in
अनुभवलं दाखवलं आहे आणि आता
2016.
तोच
Notice
शिक्षक
there's this
सर्वे
type of
करतो आहे
design here.
की कोणाकडे मोबाईल आहे,
It's changing the
मोबाईल
font
आहे
and
तर
it's changing
अँड्रॉइड
different
आहे का,
components here. Notice the colors are
त्याच्यानंतर
changing
अँड्रॉइड
and
आहे
such
तर मग इंटरनेट
along with the
प्लॅन
font.
काय आहे,
So you can pretty
तुमच्याकडे
much pick any of
नेटवर्क
those colors
कनेक्शन
or
काय
designs
आहे,
that you prefer
लोड
And
शेडिंगचा
then we can
प्रॉब्लेम तर
also
नाही आहे,
click and
कारण प्रत्येक
customize
ठिकाणी काही जो
specific,
मॉब
just a
आहे तो
color
रुरल एरियामधून
combination
येतो आणि त्या
for
ठिकाणी
your presentation,
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रॉब्लेम
whatever
असू
it's
शकतो.
appealing
डेटा
to you.
प्लॅन काय आहे, कारण
Notice as
आपण
well
जे
that
आता
you can
ई लर्निंग
change the
प्लॅटफॉर्म
actual
वापरणार आहोत
fonts,
त्याला
the font
मे
types
बी
for your
डेटा
presentation,
प्लॅन्सची
and
रिक्वायरमेंट जी आहे ती
specific
थोडीफार
effects as
हाय
well.
असणार आहे.
Additionally,
ती
you can
सुद्धा एक महत्वाची
customize
गोष्ट
the
आहे.
background for your
आणि
slides.
आम्ही हा
for this
जेव्हा
particular
वेबिनार
theme.
ऑर्गनाईज करत होतो तेव्हा एक
Another thing that
नवीन
you can
टर्म आम्ही
do here in
इथे एक
PowerPoint
शोधली आहे
2016
किंवा कॉइन
is how to
केलेली आहे.
change the
ती आहे
slide
लर्न फ्रॉम
size.
होम.
By
मागच्या
default in PowerPoint
3-4 महिन्यांमध्ये आपण ऐकले आहे
2016,
की
since
तुमचे वडील
most of
किंवा
the
आई जे
laptops and the
काम
computers out
करतात
there, they use a
त्यांना अशा
widescreen
इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स
and
होत्या
even
की
the
जे काही
projectors
काम आहे ते
nowadays
वर्क फ्रॉम होम
support
करा,
their
जितकं
widescreen.
शक्य आहे
The
तितकं वर्क फ्रॉम
default
होम
is
करा.
16 by
सो ते
9
झालं
rather than 4
आई
by 3,
वडिलांसाठी
which
किंवा
was a
मोठ्या
standard
लोकांसाठी. पण
presentation
शिक्षक
mode. So this is where you
विद्यार्थिन्यांसाठी सुद्धा
change
एक टर्म
the
आहे त्याच
layout for
पद्धतीने
your
आणि त्या
presentation.
टर्मचं नाव आहे लर्न फ्रॉम होम.
So if I
सो
choose
हे
the
लर्न
4
फ्रॉम
by
होम
3,
हा
this
जो
it's
एक
going
ही
to
जे हे
customize it
टर्म
and
आहे
it gives you
त्या
an
लर्न
option
फ्रॉम
here to
होम मध्ये फक्त
resize your
आता जे आपण
slides,
शिकतो आहे जे
and now
क्लासेस
it's going to
होतात आहे
readjust
तेवढंच
my
नाही,
presentation. Now
तर
notice
हे
it's more
एक
squarish
लॉंग
like in the
टर्म
previous
यूज
versions
होणारी
of
टर्म आहे
PowerPoint.
ज्याच्यामध्ये
In
आपण
order to present
स्टडी करू
this,
शकतो,
notice it will
आपण
not fill
एक्झाम
the
देऊ
complete
शकतो.
screen.
यामध्ये आपलं
By the
असेसमेंट
way, to
सुद्धा होणार
present the
आहे.
presentation,
आपण
you can
डिग्री
also press
घेणार
the
आहोत
F5
मित्रांनो
key on the
आणि
keyboard
जॉब सुद्धा
or
आपण
click
मिळवू
here on
शकणार
the
आहोत
bottom
आणि
under the
करू
slideshow
सुद्धा
present
शकणार आहोत.
mode.
सो
So if
मला
I
वाटतं
present it, notice it's
विद्यार्थी
more
मित्रांसाठी
squarish.
किंवा
And
स्टुडंट
if I want it
साठी
widescreen
लर्न
again,
फ्रॉम
we go
होम
here under
ही अगदी
slide
अप्रोप्रिएट
size
टर्म आहे आणि
and
ती
choose
पुढच्या वर्षात पुढच्या काही
widescreen 16 by
काळामध्ये
9.
तुम्ही अगदीच
And now
लक्षात
my
ठेवली
screen will
पाहिजे.
be full when I
तसं
go
आपली
to
ट्रॅडिशनल
present it.
मेथड ज्याला आपण
So
ऑफलाईन
you
म्हणतो
can tailor this
त्यामध्ये
according to
सगळे
the equipment
पॅन्डेमिक
that you're
नॉर्म्स
going to
जे
be
आहे
using and the
स्टेट
type of
गव्हर्नमेंट कडनं किंवा
projectors that
सेंट्रल
you'll have
गव्हर्नमेंट
when
कडनं
you're
ज्या काही
presenting.
गाईडलाईन्स येत्या आहेत
Additionally here,
त्या आपल्याला
you can
फॉलो
format
करायच्या
the
आहे,
background.
पण
Here,
त्या
there's this
तितक्या
background option.
सोप्या नाही आहेत. त्यात खूप
And you
काही
can change it so
डिफिकल्टीज
it
आहे.
hides the
काही
background
ठिकाणी
graphics for
कमी मॉब
specific
मध्ये
slides.
हवा
Now, we
तेव्हा
don't have
आपण
really much
ते सगळे
graphics
नॉर्म्स फॉलो करून आपण नक्कीच
behind here,
ऑफलाईन
but
पर्याय
notice
सुद्धा
there's
काही
an
दिवसांनी सुरू
object
करू.
here in the bottom.
तोपर्यंत
You can
आपण
choose to
ऑनलाईन
hide
लर्निंग थ्रू
those
मला
images.
वाटतं आपण
And
आपलं
this, it will
शिक्षण
be
जे आहे ते
applied
कंटिन्यू
for that
ठेवायलाच
specific
पाहिजे.
slide and not
या
all
ऑनलाईन
the
टीचिंग
slides
लर्निंग
in the
मध्ये मला अजून
presentation.
एक भाग सांगावा असा वाटतो.
Obviously, you can
प्रत्येक
change here
कॉइनच्या दोन
different
टर्म्स
settings that
असतात
you can
मित्रांनो.
tweak and
तसंच
customize on your
ऑनलाईन
own. Now
टीचिंग
notice
लर्निंग
also
मेथडॉलॉजी मध्ये सुद्धा
there is a new
दोन
option here,
दोन साईड्स आहे.
design
त्याचे काही
ideas, and I'll
ऍडव्हान्टेजेस
cover
आहे
this
आणि
in the
त्याचे
next
काही
section. This is new
डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस
with the latest
सुद्धा
update of
आहे.
PowerPoint. So you need to have
पहिले
the
मी
latest
ऍडव्हान्टेजेस
updates
बद्दल
and the
बोलेल.
Microsoft Office updates.
ऍडव्हान्टेजेस बद्दल जर आपलं
Check the next
आपल्याला
tutorial
बोलायचं झालं
on using the design
तर मला
ideas.
वाटतं की
So
ट्रॅडिशनल
that's
मेथड
in a
मध्ये आपण
nutshell
नॉर्मली
how to use
ब्लॅकबोर्ड
to
अँड
apply a
चॉकचा
theme to a
वापर करतो.
presentation, and
तर
how to
या
customize the
सॉरी
theme
ट्रॅडिशनल
within
मेथड
the
मध्ये आपण
presentation,
ब्लॅकबोर्ड
and
आणि
then
चॉकचा
also how
वापर
to make
करतो.
it the default,
पण
how to
त्याच
apply
वेळेस
a
तोच
specific
विषय
theme to
ऑनलाईन
specific
पद्धतीने
slides with your
आपण
presentation.
ब्लॅकबोर्ड तर यामध्ये अवेलेबल आहेच, पण त्याच्या सोबत सायमल्टेनियसली आपण बरेचसे व्हिडिओज, बऱ्याचशा
In this
क्लिप्स,
section, I
एज्युकेशनल
will
क्लिप्स
cover a
दाखवून
new feature
सुद्धा
in
आपला
PowerPoint
टॉपिक खूप
2016
जास्त
that of design
इंटरेस्टिंग
ideas.
करू
So if we
शकतो
go
आणि
here
मुलांना
to the design
समजवू
tab,
शकतो.
and we have a presentation that we were working on earlier.
यामध्ये
We
पण
have slides with various
डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस
content in it
जर
and
बघितलं
such.
तर मला
And all that you
वाटतं
have to do is
सगळ्यात
basically
पहिला मुद्दा
you
जो
can
मला
change the
सांगावासा
design,
वाटतो
or
तो
you can
आहे
have the
आपली हेल्थ.
software here, PowerPoint
कारण आपण
2016,
किती जरी टेक
give
सॅव्ही
you
झालो,
ideas
किती
on
जरी
the
आपण
design
इंटरनेट सगळं
for
कम्प्युटर
this
खूप
slide.
चांगल्या पद्धतीने
So
हँडल
all
केलं तर
you'd have to do
कुठेतरी
is basically
या
click on
सर्व
the slide
गोष्टींचा ताण
if
जो
you
आहे
want
तो
to change the
आपल्या
design for it,
हेल्थवर येत
and
राहतो.
then click on
So,
design ideas. For
डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस
certain
मध्ये
slides, depending on
पहिला
the
नंबर
content and
माझ्या
such, because we
दृष्टिकोनातनं
don't have many
हेल्थ
objects
साठी
in it,
येणार आहे.
it may not give
तर
you
हे सगळं
any
करताना
ideas.
आपल्याला आपल्या
However, if you go
हेल्थची,
on another
आपल्या
one, for
तब्येतीची
example, creating an
नक्कीच
outline
काळजी
here,
घ्यावी
have
लागणार
3
आहे.
steps for it.
कारण
Notice
जेव्हा आपण
design
ऑफलाईन
ideas, it
मेथडॉलॉजी
presents
यूज
us
करतो
with
तेव्हा
a bunch
प्रॉपर
of
क्लासरूम्स
options that we
असतात,
can simply click on it,
डेस्क बेंच असतात
and it will
आणि
apply it to
एक
our
प्रॉपर
slide. It will
सिटिंग
change the
अरेंजमेंट
whole
असते जी
design
आपल्या
for our
बॉडीसाठी
slide.
कम्फर्टेबल
So
असते.
instead of you
पण
spending
जेव्हा आपण
all afternoon
ऑनलाईन वे
designing
मध्ये
this and
जातो जातो
not making it
तेव्हा
so
विद्यार्थी
color
घरून
coordinated
शिक्षण
and
घेत
such.
असतात आणि
You're basically
शिक्षक
just simply using one of
जे
those
आहे ते
existing
त्यांच्या घरून
designs
शिक्षण
from here.
देत असतात.
Here you'd basically go to the
पण
next
मी असं
slide as
ऑब्झर्व केलं
well,
आहे की
and
कधी
then
कधी
click on design
विद्यार्थी
ideas and
हे समोर
notice
आहे की नाही
it's
हा
giving
सुद्धा
us
आम्हाला
some
प्रश्न
more
असतो, कारण इथे
designs
वन
here
वे
as well. To put
कम्युनिकेशन
simply,
होत असतं.
click on
सुरुवातीला
this option
बँडविड्थ नेटवर्क
that
सगळे
or
प्रॉब्लेमचा
either
त्रास
one
होऊ
of
नये
those that
म्हणून
makes
आपण
our
इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स देतो की
presentation
सगळ्यांनी
more
ऑडिओ व्हिडिओ
personal.
बंद करा.
If I go
त्यामुळे
here and insert
विद्यार्थ्यांची
a new
काय
slide
हालचाल
and
आहे
then I
किंवा
want to
काय
move like
रिॲक्शन
copy
आहे
from the web
ते
and such,
शिक्षकांना
notice as
कळतच
soon as I
नाही.
inserted the image
सो
here,
तो एक
it
ड्रॉबॅक
gives me
मला असं वाटतो
additional
या
ideas.
माध्यमातून
So
आपल्याला
now
पुढे
notice,
फेस
for
करावा
example, this
लागणार
one,
आहे.
it's most of a slide here, it's going to be this picture,
पुढचा पॉइंट
and then
म्हणजे
some area
फायनान्शियल
here to
बर्डन,
insert content.
आर्थिक
Or we
ताण.
can go here to
हे सर्व
different other
करताना जर
designs
घरात
that might
सगळेच
work
व्यक्ती
best for this
सगळेच
scenario.
मेंबर्स वर्क फ्रॉम होमचं
So
माध्यम
that's
निवडायला
a very
लागले
cool feature in
तर
PowerPoint
सगळ्यांना एक
2016.
इंडिव्हिज्युअल
It may not work on
अँड्रॉइड
every
फोन
one of
लागणार
your
आहे,
slides. However, my
त्याच्यानंतर
suggestion
किंवा
would be
डेस्कटॉप
is that
लॅपटॉप
you
लागणार
go
आहे.
through each slide
सगळ्यांच्या
or
मोबाईलसाठी
typical slides
एक
in your
स्वतंत्र
presentation
प्लॅन आपल्याला
and
घ्यावा
then
लागणार आहे.
try,
रिक्वायरमेंट
as to the
सगळ्यांची वेगळी
suggestions
असणार
PowerPoint
आहे आणि त्या
2016
हिशोबाने
has
ते
for
फायनान्शियल
your
बर्डन
presentation of your slide. So
घरातल्या
now next
जबाबदार
we're going to learn
माणसांकडे
about
नक्कीच
how to
येणार आहे.
import slides from a different presentation
दुसरा ड्रॉबॅक मी जसं आता
into an
तुम्हाला
existing
सांगितलं की
presentation.
वन वे कम्युनिकेशन आतापर्यंत किंवा माझ्यासोबत जी मंडळी काम करते त्या सर्वांचं असंच मत आहे की जोपर्यंत
In
शिक्षक
this session, I'm
आम्ही
going to
जेव्हा
demonstrate how to
विद्यार्थ्यांकडे
reuse
बघत
slides
नाही
from another
तोपर्यंत आम्हाला
presentation
समाधान
in
होत नाही
PowerPoint
शिकवायचं.
2016.
सो
There are times
ती
where
गोष्ट
you
नक्कीच
have
आता
different
आम्हाला काही
presentations that
दिवसांसाठी
you have
अनुभवता येणार
prepared
नाहीये
from another
कारण हे
business
सगळं वन
project
वे
and such,
कम्युनिकेशन
and
आहे.
you could use the
इथे
content from those
फार
presentations. To
फ्रिक्वेंटली
insert
किंवा
slides in a
सहजासहजी
presentation, you can simply go here under the
मुलांशी
Home tab,
विद्यार्थ्यांशी
and then we
आपला
go
संवाद होणार
somewhere
नाही
within
आहे.
our presentation
आधीच्या
where we
प्रणालीमध्ये
want to
असं व्हायचं
import
की
those new slides.
एखाद्या
And
मुलीचा
then we
चेहरा
go
बघून
under
सुद्धा
New Slide
तिला तो
here, we
विषय
click on this
कळला
little
आहे की
arrow
नाही
here in the
हे
bottom,
आम्हाला लगेच लक्षात
and
यायचं
then
आणि आम्ही
scroll all the
त्या
way to the
पद्धतीने
bottom
तो
here
विषय
where it says
हाताळायचो.
reuse
पण आताची
slides.
परिस्थिती अशी
And
आहे की
notice here
व्हिडिओ
it's
बंद
asking us
आहे.
where do we
सो
want to
तुमच्या
get the slides
डोक्यात
from.
काय
So we
चाललं
can
आहे,
simply go here under
तुमच्या
browse
काय क्वेरीज आहे
and
त्या
then go to a file
फाइंड
in
आउट
your
करणं
computer. And let's
जरा
suppose you
अवघड जाणार
want
आहे.
to import from this one the
तर मित्रांनो
guidelines on using
पुढचा एक
PowerPoint.
महत्वाचा
Click on it
भाग
and then
म्हणजे
simply pick the slides
चॅलेंजेस
that you
या
want to
ऑनलाईन
import.
टीचिंग लर्निंग
Now notice
मेथोडॉलॉजी
there is
मध्ये
also an option
आपल्याला
here for
काय
keeping the
चॅलेंजेस
source
फेस करावे
formatted.
लागणार आहेत.
What that does is it basically brings
तर
the slide just like it was,
फर्स्ट
just like it
चॅलेंज
looked
इज
in the
अबाउट
previous presentation, instead
इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर.
of adapting it
आतापर्यंत
to
जी
the
आपली
theme that
शिक्षण
you're
प्रणाली रन
currently using, to the design
झाली
that you're
आहे
currently
त्याच्यामध्ये
using
फक्त आपण
currently
क्लासरूम,
on this
ब्लॅकबोर्ड,
presentation.
मागच्या काही
So in this
वर्षांमध्ये
case, we can
प्रोजेक्टर
simply click on
आणि या
it,
सगळ्या गोष्टींचा विचार केलेला आहे.
click on the slides
पण
that you want.
सडनली हा जो ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आपल्या या
And
एज्युकेशन
basically the
सिस्टीम मध्ये
system
होणार
is
आहे
going to
त्याच्यासाठी
import and
लागणारं
try to
इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर
adjust the
हे
content
कितपत आणि कुठे कुठे तयार
accordingly
आहेत
for your
तोच एक
presentation,
जरा
for the presentation that
प्रश्नचिन्ह
you're
आहे.
currently
सो
using according to
इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर
that
हे
theme.
खरंच
Once
आपल्यासाठी
you're
एक
done,
चॅलेंज
you can
आहे.
simply
पण
either
हळूहळू नक्कीच
select
आपण
another presentation
त्या
from
सगळ्या
another one that
गोष्टींवर
you're
मात करूया
utilizing,
आणि पुढे
or you
जाऊया.
can simply close it and then come back to your
दुसरा महत्वाचा
presentation and
मुद्दा जो
tweak
मला
it
इथे
further
वाटतोय तो
to
आहे
your liking.
असेसमेंट.
And this is much
जरी
easier
आपण एक्झाम
rather than
घेतो आहे,
copying and pasting objects or
टीचिंग
content
लर्निंग आपलं
manually.
आपण अनुभवतो आहे मागच्या 1-2 महिन्यांपासून. आता सुद्धा बऱ्याच ठिकाणी ऑनलाईन क्लासेस सुरू आहे. कोणाचंही शिक्षण थांबलेलं नाही आहे. पण शिकवल्यानंतर
In this
दुसरा
brief
जो
session, we're
महत्वाचा
going to
भाग
learn
आहे
how to
तो आहे
insert additional objects in our
परीक्षा
presentation to
आणि
enhance our presentation.
असेसमेंट. सो
So
ही
suppose that we
असेसमेंट
have
कशी
our
होणार आहे ते
presentation. Here
मित्रांनो
I
खरंच
have
एक
the
अवघड
outline,
आहे.
I have the various
कारण
components for this
एमसीक्यू किंवा
presentation.
क्विज
Now I
असेस
want to
करणं
insert
फार
objects
सोपं आहे.
in the
ते
current slide.
त्या सॉफ्टवेअर मधून
So
आपल्याला
what
लगेच
I'll suggest
अवेलेबल
that you
होणार
do
आहे.
is
पण
go here under the
आपल्याला
Insert
आपल्या
tab and notice that
क्वेश्चन
you have a
पॅटर्न
whole
मध्ये
bunch of
काही
objects here
डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह
that you can
आन्सर्स
insert.
असतात.
By the
सो
way,
ते
the process
डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह
for inserting
आन्सर्स,
an object and
डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह
tweaking
आन्सर
it,
शीटचं
it's
असेसमेंट कसं
pretty much
होणार
the
आहे
same for any
तो
of those.
आपल्यासाठी एक
First, if you wanted to insert a new slide, notice
प्रश्नचिन्ह
that this option
आहे.
is also, it was on the Home tab, and it's also
सायन्सच्या
here on the
विद्यार्थ्यांबद्दल
Insert
जर
tab.
बोलायचं झालं
All
तर
you'd have to do if
पुढचं
you
जे
want
एक
to insert a
चॅलेंज
new
मला इथे
slide,
वाटतं
just
आहे
click on it,
तो
and
आहे
you've learned that earlier
प्रॅक्टिकल.
as
हाऊ
well.
टू
And we have
कंडक्ट
the content of
प्रॅक्टिकल्स.
that particular slide.
केमिस्ट्री,
Now, the next
बायोलॉजी,
thing let's learn here is how to
मॅथमॅटिक्स,
insert pictures.
स्टॅटिस्टिक्स,
Inserting pictures,
फिजिक्स
this
हे सगळे
option
जे
here
विषय आहे
is
या
for
सगळ्या विषयांना
pictures
लॅब
located
लागते.
in your
एक
computer.
स्वतंत्र इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर
So in
लागतो.
this case, we
सो
click
या
on
लॅब
pictures,
आता व्हर्च्युअल
and then
टीचिंग
locate
लर्निंग
the
मेथोडॉलॉजी
picture
मधनं
wherever it
आपण
is in
कसे
your
क्रिएट
computer,
करणार आहोत
and
आणि
then
मुलांना
click on
हँड्स ऑन
insert.
ट्रेनिंग कसं देणार
When you
आहे
insert it,
हे एक फार
then
मोठं
notice
चॅलेंज
automatically
आहे.
the design
सो
ideas
तो
option
पण एक
comes
प्रश्न मला
up,
इथे आहे. सो
and then we
इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर आपलं पहिलं चॅलेंज आहे. असेसमेंट ही आपली दुसरी
We learned
गोष्ट
about
आहे.
this earlier.
प्रॅक्टिकल हा पण
Now,
आपला
notice
एक
when you're
महत्वाचा
working with images,
प्रश्न
and
आहे
this
या
is
सगळ्या
a
शिक्षण
very
प्रणालीमध्ये असं
cool
मला
feature, and
वाटतं.
this was implemented
या
in
सर्व
Office
याच्यात ना मला काही
2007 and
सुचवावं
on.
वाटतं. शेवटी
Notice
मी
that
काही
for any
गोष्टी
of those
तुम्हाला
objects, if you click on the
सुचवू
object in
इच्छिते.
the picture,
तर या
notice you
स्लाइड मध्ये
have
तुम्ही
those
बघू
tools
शकता
that show
आणि
up.
मी पण
And
तुम्हाला
these are
सांगितलं आहे
referred
की आपल्याला
to as the
नक्कीच टेक्नो सॅव्ही
contextual
व्हायचं आहे,
tools,
पण
the
आपल्या
tools
हेल्थ
that are displayed
सोबत
in the
आपल्याला
context
कुठेही
of what we are
कॉम्प्रोमाइज
doing.
करायचं
So if we are not
नाही
thinking
आहे.
here with the image,
दुसरी
notice
गोष्ट
that
मला
disappears.
मुलांना असं
If we click
सजेस्ट
on
करावं असं
the
वाटतं
image,
की जेव्हा
notice we
ते
have the
लेक्चर्स
same set
अटेंड
of
करतात
tools for the
त्यांनी
actual picture.
थोडीशी
Notice that we
एक
have picture
प्रिपरेशन
styles,
करावी
and we
त्या
have all kinds of
विषयाचा,
other
त्या
ways to
लेसन बद्दल
manipulate
किंवा
this
त्या
object.
टॉपिक
The
बद्दल
idea here is that you
थोडंसं
can
वाचून
apply
यायला पाहिजे. थोडी
styles to
पूर्वतयारी
any of
त्यांची
the
असली
objects
पाहिजे,
in
म्हणजे
the presentation.
शिक्षक जे काही
To
शिकवणार
apply
आहे
a style
ते
here, you
त्यांच्या
can
लगेच
simply
लक्षात येईल आणि
select
ते
or highlight
आपल्या म्युच्युअल
or just hold the mouse
टीचिंग
on
लर्निंग
any of those.
मेथोडॉलॉजी
It will
मध्ये
give you the live
उपयोगात येईल.
preview here. Notice there are additional options here. And pick
जसं मी
any of
सांगितलं की
those
ही शिक्षण
designs
प्रणाली जी आहे
from
ती
here. Now, once
विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी
you have
सुद्धा
chosen
चॅलेंज
a
आहे,
particular
शिक्षकांसाठी
design,
सुद्धा
notice that you
चॅलेंज
can
आहे.
come back here
सो आपल्या
in the
दोघांना काही
Format
नवीन
tab for
स्किल्स
this object,
शिकून
for this picture,
हे सर्व
and you
जमवून
can
आणायचं
change
आहे. आणि मला
additional
असा
items
विश्वास
here. So
आहे
let's
की
say you
आजचे
don't like
विद्यार्थी हे
the
फार
node
स्मार्ट
drawing code.
लर्नर्स आहेत
Let's say
आणि
you
ते
want to change
नक्कीच
the effects as
हे
far as
सर्व
whether you want
शिकतील.
shadow and
काही विषयांचा मला
such,
इथे
or
प्रामुख्याने
three-dimensional
उल्लेख करा
components.
वाटतो.
You can
असा
alter
वाटतो
it
त्यातला
from
एक विषय
here.
आहे
If you want to
मॅथमॅटिक्स.
adjust
गणितासारखा
this
विषय
object
ऑनलाईन
as far
टीचिंग
as
लर्निंग
the
मेथोडॉलॉजी मध्ये
three-dimensional view
जरा
for it,
शिकवणं
you can
अवघड आहे
simply
आणि
select it from
विद्यार्थ्यांच्या
here.
दृष्टिकोनातून सुद्धा तो
Additionally,
थोडा
you can
अवघड
crop
वाटू
this
शकतो.
picture.
तो त्याच्यासाठी
And if you
सुद्धा
have multiple
या
pictures, you can
माध्यमामध्ये
also
काही
bring this
पर्याय
picture
आहे.
forward or
इथे
send it back
जॅमबोर्डचा
as well
उल्लेख
to
मी केलेला
manipulate the
आहे आणि
positioning of that
जॅमबोर्ड
particular
वापरून
picture. So the
आपण
idea
नक्कीच
here is
यासारख्या
that
प्रश्नांवर
you are
मात
selecting
करू
an
शकतो
object
आणि
and
कुठलाही
then you are
विषय
looking
असला
at the
तरी आपण
tools
तो चांगल्या
available
पद्धतीने
at your
शिकवू शकतो
disposal for
आणि
manipulating this
शिकू
object.
शकतो.
Next, we're going to learn how to insert pictures from the web.
शिक्षकांसाठी एक मला असं सुचवावं वाटतं की जेव्हा कधी कधी असं होतंय की आपल्याला घरी नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम हा असू शकतो. जेव्हा आपण एखादी स्क्रीन शेअर करतो, काही पीडीएफ शेअर करतो, तेव्हा टेक्निकल अडचणींमुळे तिथे व्यत्यय येतो. आणि अशा वेळेस जर आपण आपल्या स्टुडंटपैकी एखाद्याला व्हॉलेंटियर केलं आणि आपलं पुढचं जे सेशन आहे किंवा पुढचं स्क्रीन शेअरिंगचं काम जे आहे ते आपण त्या विद्यार्थ्यां थ्रू जर आपण केलं तर मला वाटतं काही वेळासाठी आपण तो सुद्धा प्रॉब्लेम जो आहे तो नक्कीच सॉल्व्ह करू शकतो. आताची ही जी परिस्थिती आहे, बऱ्याच विद्यार्थ्यांच्या परीक्षा, शेवटच्या मुद्द्याबद्दल मी आता बोलणार आहे. आताची ही जी परिस्थिती आहे ही फार सडनली उद्भवलेली परिस्थिती आहे आणि बऱ्याचशा परीक्षा थांबलेल्या आहेत. बऱ्याचशा परीक्षांबद्दल काही निर्णय अजून नाही आहेत. सीईटीच्या एक्झामची डेट जी डिक्लेअर झाली होती ती आत्ताच आपल्याला माहिती पडली आहे की ती सुद्धा पोस्टपोन झालेली आहे आणि पुढची जी डेट आहे ती सुद्धा अजून डिक्लेअर झालेली नाही आहे. सो मी समजू शकते की विद्यार्थ्यांच्या मध्ये तसेच आमच्या ग्रॅज्युएशनचे फायनल इयरचे स्टुडंट सुद्धा सर्व विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये एक निराशेची भावना आहे की अरे आता पुढे काय होणार आहे आणि हे सगळं कसं होणार आहे, आपली परीक्षा होणार आहे का, कधी होणार आहे आणि कशी होणार आहे. कारण त्याच्यावर सुद्धा गरजेची आहे. त्याचा माध्यम काय असेल आणि ती कधी होणार आहे हा शिक्षकांपुढे सुद्धा प्रश्नचिन्ह आहे. या परिस्थितीमध्ये बरेचदा या संबंधी काही मेसेजेस व्हायरल होताना आपण बघतो आहे. अरे एक्झाम होणारच नाही आहे, एक्झाम अशी होणार आहे, एक्झाम तशी होणार आहे. सो मला असं वाटतं की विद्यार्थ्यांनी लगेच पॅनिक न होता या सर्व रुमर्स बद्दल किंवा या सर्व मेसेजेसची ऑथेंटिसिटी आधी चेक करावी आणि ती चेक करण्यासाठी काही महत्वाच्या साइट्स आहेत. आणि सर्वात महत्वाचं किंवा एक ऑथेंटिक सोर्स जो मला वाटतो तो मला असं वाटतं की त्यांचे शिक्षक आणि त्यांचं स्कूल किंवा त्यांचे कॉलेज, तिथनं जे आपल्याला गाईडलाईन्स येतील त्या आपण त्याच्यावर आपल्याला नक्कीच विश्वास ठेवता येईल.
And this is a
दुसऱ्याच्या
new
जर
concept,
आपण एखादी
starting with the later versions
विद्यार्थी
of
फार इगर
PowerPoint.
असते आणि त्यांना तेवढा पण हे
So what you
नसतो की अरे
basically can
काय
do,
आता
instead
होणार
of
आहे.
having a
सो
PowerPoint that
जर
has,
तुम्हाला
for
असा
example, a
काही
continuous
प्रश्न
improvement
असेल
process
तर
where you say,
प्रत्येक
okay, plan, do,
इन्स्टिट्यूटची
check,
प्रत्येक
and add,
एक्झामिनेशनची एक
you can
स्वतंत्र
represent
वेबसाईट
this
असते.
in a
सो त्या
more
वेबसाईटवर
visually
जाऊन
appealing way.
आपण तिथे जे
So there are
पॉइंट
two
दिलेले
ways
आहे,
to do
तिथे ज्या
this.
गाईडलाईन्स
You can
दिलेल्या आहे
either
त्याच्यावर
create the
आपण
smart art
विश्वास ठेवू
as you
शकतो
are
आणि त्या
inserting the
पद्धतीने आपण
content
आपला
in a new
पुढचा जो
slide,
प्लॅनिंग
or
आहे किंवा
you can
स्टडी प्लॅनिंग आहे किंवा ते
convert
सर्व
existing
एक्झिक्यूट करू
content
शकतो.
into smart art.
सो मला असं
Let
वाटतं
me
मित्रांनो
demonstrate the first
की
option here. So if we
या
go
नवीन
here
शिक्षण
and we click
प्रणालीचा
on insert
आपण
and then a new
नक्कीच
slide,
चांगल्या पद्धतीने
and let's say I
उपयोग
want to have
घेऊ.
the continuous.
आपण थोड्याफार प्रमाणात
So in
सगळेच
my
टॅग
case here,
सेवी
what we could do
होणार
the
आहोत,
next is
बट
we can
विथ
go
प्रॉपर
under insert and
हेल्थ
then
केअर.
choose smart art.
फक्त या सर्व गोष्टी
Under smart art,
एस्टॅब्लिश
notice that
होण्यासाठी
you have
आपल्याला
all
थोडा
these
वेळ
different
द्यावा लागणार आहे.
designs.
तो
So this is a
शिक्षकांना
listing
सुद्धा
of
द्यावा
all of
लागणार आहे
those
आणि तो
designs
विद्यार्थ्यांना
that
सुद्धा
exist
द्यावा
only
लागणार
in
आहे.
this version
पण
of
या
PowerPoint.
कोरोनाच्या
So
सिच्युएशनवर
let's say this is
आत्ताच्या
what you
परिस्थितीवर
prefer,
आपण
and
नक्कीच
then
मात करू
pretty much
आणि
pick
आपण
one
आपली
of those
शिक्षण
designs
प्रणाली
from
किंवा
here,
आपल्या आयुष्याचा हा जो महत्वाचा अधिकार आहे
and
तो
then
आपण
click on
कुठेही
add.
थांबू न देता
Now notice
पुढे
here on the
आपली
left we
वाटचाल
are
जी आहे ती
presented with the
अशीच
options
सुरू ठेवणार
of
आहे.
what we want to enter here.
मी एवढंच बोलणार
So
आहे.
if we want
सगळ्यात
to
शेवटी
put the
एवढंच सांगू
words, now in
इच्छिते
our case,
विद्यार्थ्यांनो,
first
घरी
step is
राहा
planning, do,
आणि स्वतःची
check what you did,
काळजी घ्या.
and
एक
then
अजून
add
शेवटचं
comment.
तुम्ही इथे वाचू शकता.
Now notice that
एक
we have an extra
स्लाइड आहे.
option here that doesn't fit
ऑनलाईन
for our
टीचिंग
idea or
लर्निंग
our design.
सॉफ्टवेअरची इथे
In
मी
our
एक
case, we
लिस्ट
simply
दिलेली
press
आहे.
backspace
गुगल
here,
क्लासरूम आपण
and now
प्रत्येक
notice
जण
it's
वापरतो आहे.
readjusting the whole
अजून काही
layout
जर
or the
नवीन
whole
सांगायचं
design
झालं तर नूडल
automatically.
हा एक ऑप्शन
And that's
आहे.
why it's referred to as
वेबएक्स
smart art,
मीटिंग
because
झूम
it kind
बद्दल
of
सर्वांनी नक्कीच
self-adjusts
ऐकलं असेल.
depending on
दुसरे
how
जे
many
आहे ते
components you
वेबएक्स
might have
मीटिंगचं
added.
ऑप्शन आपल्यासाठी ओपन
In
आहे.
some cases,
विज
you may
आयक्यू,
not have this area
एनी
for
अदर
typing the
कस्टमाइज्ड
content.
LMS,
In that
व्हर्च्युअल
case,
क्लासरूम
you can either type the
सॉफ्टवेअर्स.
content
या
directly
सगळ्या
on the
गोष्टींचा आपण
box here,
अभ्यास करू
or
आणि
you
या
can
सगळ्या
bring
गोष्टी
this
वापरून आपण
listing where you can
आपलं
type
ऑनलाईन टीचिंग
content
लर्निंग मेथडॉलॉजी जी
by
आहे
simply
ती नक्की
utilizing
चांगल्या
this
पद्धतीने
little arrow
एक्सपिरियन्स
here
करू.
on the left-hand
ऑल द
side.
बेस्ट स्टुडंट्स,
Now,
ऑल
just
द
like
बेस्ट
with
फॉर युअर
images and other objects here in
exam.
PowerPoint,
Thank you.
to tweak this further, you can simply click on this object, and notice we have two different tabs here for the Smart Art tools. We have the Design tab and the Format tab. Under the Design tab, you can change the layout. If you don't like this layout or you prefer something else, you can simply pick something else that you prefer. Notice you can change the colors for this.
Well, so that was a
And
very
then
handy
you
and
can
practical
apply even additional smart
way of
art
guiding things
styles
about
and make this
learning,
three-dimensional and
teaching,
such.
and as a
This is
whole
much
handling
more
the
effective
entire academic and
than
education
having
scenario
just
right
something
now.
like this in your
And
presentation.
ma'am has very
Now, in
well
the cases where you
presented
have
all
the
those things.
outline and you have the content
So what I could
already
do is I could
here
just summarize
typed, in this
that
case, you don't really need to
there are
delete
plenty
this
of changes
content.
that are
You can
going to
convert the
take place
existing
whether we
layout
want
of
them
the
or not.
slide into smart
But we have
art.
to make those
In
changes.
this case, so you
Very
want to
important.
right-click
As a
anywhere
human
where
being,
the
we are
bulleted
going to
list
change our
is,
lifestyle.
and then choose
As a
Convert
student,
to Smart
we are going
Art.
to change our mode of
And then
learning.
pretty much pick one
As
of
a
those
teacher,
designs
we have to change
that
our
you
working
prefer.
way
If
of
none of those
working. The
designs
conditions
fits
for
your
working are
needs
different
here,
now.
or it doesn't
Like we
look
are
like
working
what you
here
want,
over today, but
then
we
you
are
can click here
following
on
everything,
More
every
Smart
social
Art
distancing
Graphics,
norm, every
and
sanitization
then
norms we are
go
following
under, for
and
example,
broadcasting
Cycle
this
here
webinar for
and
you.
pick something that works.
As a
in
whole,
your
as an
case.
academician, I
And
see
then
that we
customize
have to
this
change
to your liking
the
by
education
whether
system
changing
itself,
the colors or
and changing the system doesn't
however
mean
you
that we
want to
can
change
go
those
for
components.
higher authority levels and make
So
the
those are
changes.
the two
The
methods
change will start
of
from our side as
creating
an
and
entity
using
in this
smart
academic
art
scenario.
from scratch,
Every
and
teacher,
also
every
converting
student
an
has to
existing
change the
slide
way he
into
or she
smart
is
art.
learning, he
And
or
next
she
here,
is
we are going to go
teaching.
into inserting charts.
Of course,
So stay
everything
tuned
that we are doing,
for the next session.
we are not going to do it at the compromise of our health, but at the same time, we are not going to stop learning. Well, so I thank you all for attending this session number 1. We are immediately going to start the session number 2. The session number 2 is entrances to academics, MHT, CET, JEE, NET, etc. This session will be divided into 3 parts. First will be chemistry, second will be biology, and the third part will be mathematics and physics. So for the session 2, we are going to focus on the following 2 things. NET for medical entrance, for medical studies, NST CET and JEE for engineering, that is the paper 1 of
now,
JEE.
the next thing here is that it will actually open a
So
worksheet,
the
very
details
similar
and
from
tips for
Excel,
all these
and
entrance
notice it
examinations are
gives
going
you
to
some
start here
data
onwards.
here already. So
We are
you
going to
could
start
have,
with the
for
subject
example,
chemistry
the
because it
monthly
is common to
sales
all
or
these
whatever it may
various
be,
entrance
the
exams.
data that
So
you
the
are
first chemistry
utilizing.
session will
And in
be
our case
conducted
here, let's
by
assume that
Professor
these are the quarters. So for
Gargir.
example, we have
I
quarter
request
1,
Professor
quarter 2,
Gargir to
quarter
take over
3
the session.
sales, and then we have the categories here, tablets, desktops, mobile phones, and such. And these, let's say, they are into millions or whatever the case might be. Then you'd basically update this data from here. So let's say that was 4.5 million or whatever it may be the case.
Good morning to all of you.
Numbers, and notice it gives you a preview of what the data is going to look like. Now notice that there
Dear
is a
friends,
blue line here in the bottom.
our
This
subject
is
of
what
chemistry,
controls what shows up
you know,
in
it
your
is
chart.
common
So you can
for
simply drag
each
this to
and
the left,
every
and now
competitive
notice
exam.
our chart is
Say
going to
whether
look
it is
differently
our
automatically here.
CET
If we
exam,
drag it to
JEE
include, let's say,
main,
desktops as
NEET
well,
exam,
then it will
or even if you
adjust
take say
automatically.
ND exam,
So just keep in
even
mind that
for
this
that
dot
exam
here in the
also,
bottom right, if you hold the
chemistry
mouse on it,
is
you can
a
adjust the data
compulsory
from there.
subject.
Now, once you have the data
Now,
there,
in this
now
session,
once you
we
have
are
the
going to
data entered
concentrate
and
mainly
customized or
on
picked up
3
here,
exams.
we go back,
Of course,
then we
first
close the
is
data here, and now
CET,
we have our chart.
then
Now if we click on
JEE
our
main
chart, notice that we
and
have 2
our
tabs
NEET
here on
exam.
the top. You have the design tab and the
Friends,
formatting
you
tab.
know
The
this
formatting,
point
of course, you can see the
that
options
at
here. The
least
formatting
1
will
month is
come
there,
out of
say
the
even
components
for
here.
your
The
CET
next
exam,
one is to change the
it is most
design
likely
for
that
this
the
chart.
JEE main
Now notice that you
or
have
NEET
different
exam
layouts that you can
might
apply
also
here,
get
like
postponed
include the title, the
because of the
legend,
pandemic.
and such,
So let
and the
us
placement of the
imagine
legend
or
and
consider
such,
like
and
this.
the
Say your
chart.
CET exam
So I'll
will
suggest
take
you play with
place
these
in the month
options here.
of
The next thing
August.
is that you can change the
So
colors.
still,
Again, just
you
like with other
have
objects that
1
we have
month
covered earlier,
for
you
the
can apply
preparation.
and change the colors
I
and
will
such, and
first
the
discuss
design, and so on.
what you have to
So
do
you
for
pick
the
the design
next
that
1
works
month
best for your
as far
presentation
as
here,
CET,
and note
JEE
also
main
that you can actually
or
click on
NEET
any of
exams
those
are
objects. So let's say you don't
concerned.
like this specific color, the font,
You
or
know,
whatever
for
it may
CET
be, you
exam,
can go here under
there
the
are
Format
50
tab
MCQs
and then
of
change
chemistry,
to fill
and
this with a
each
different
MCQ
color
will
that you might
carry
prefer.
1 mark.
If you wanted to
But
select
for
a
NEET
different data, to
exam,
go back to
there
the data
are
selection,
45
notice your option is
MCQs,
right here under Select
and
Data.
for
And then
JEE
if
main
you wanted to
exam,
change the chart
there
type,
will be
you would
30
simply click on
MCQs.
Change Chart Type here, and
The
then pick
difference
something
lies
different that
also
might
in
work
the
best for you.
syllabus. You know
That's
very well
how, in a
that for
nutshell, how you can
CET,
utilize
you
charts
have
in
to
PowerPoint
study your complete
2016.
12 standard syllabus. That means 16 chapters. Along with that, you have to also study
In this section, we are
9
going to learn
chapters
how to
of
insert
11
shapes
standard.
and various
So for your
objects
CET
in
exam,
each slide
as
in
far
our
as
presentation. Here
subject
we
of
have
chemistry is
some
concerned,
bullets here, bullet
total
lists. We have a couple
25
other objects,
topics
but
or
let's say that we
chapters
wanted to
you
insert
have to
here
study.
some kind of arrow or some kind of
For your
additional
JEE
component to
main
make it
and
just
NEET
a
exam,
little bit fancier.
you have to
So what we do
study
here is we go under
complete
Shapes,
11th
and
and
then we
12th
simply
standard,
select the object that
also
we
with
would
the help
prefer.
of no doubt
Now notice as soon as I click on the
NCERT
object here, the
syllabus.
mouse changes to a plus.
But for
And
your
what you have to do
CET,
with
we
shapes
have to
is that you have to
consider
hold down your
our
mouse
regular
and
textbook.
then draw basically
Friends,
the object that
it
you
is
would
my
prefer to
opinion that
customize.
all such
Now
kinds
notice
of
here,
examination,
just like with other
actually,
objects that
they
we
are
inserted
not the
already here in
selection
our
test,
presentation or on this
but they
slide,
are
we
basically
have a
the
variety of
rejection
tools for
test.
formatting this,
That
whether you
means
want to change
they
the
want to
style of
reject
this or
as
the
many
design
candidates
of this
as
object that we just
possible.
inserted. Notice
Because
the color,
after
the
you
shape,
clear
all
all
kinds
these
of
exams,
additional options
you
here, the
are
3D
going to get
options and
admission
such.
for
And
the
also
professional
notice that you can edit
courses
it. If you
such
change your
as
mind and you want to use a
engineering,
different shape,
medical,
you can simply
pharmacy,
pick something
architecture,
different and then
etc.
it's going to be customized.
So
Now
they
notice you can
want
also,
those
of
students
course,
only
resize this.
whose
You can rotate it
fundamentals
from
they
here.
are very
and change
strong.
it to however it works best for
Remember,
your design.
when you want to appear for such kind of competitive examination, you should have a well-planned strategy there. Then and then only you will be succeeded in such kind of examination.
Various options.
You also should have speed as well as accuracy.
Then I'll demonstrate
Remember,
how to
both these are essential
online,
criteria
from YouTube
for
or some other location
qualifying
online,
such
and then
type
also how
of
to embed
entrance
a video
examination.
onto a slide in
That
your
means,
presentation
as
using
you are
embedding
going to
codes from
attempt,
another
say, the
website.
paper of chemistry,
First, let's say that
there
we
is
want
some
to insert
time
a
restriction,
video in this
and
slide.
you should try
We'll
to
go
have
here under Insert,
maximum
and then we go
correct
under Video, and
answers.
we're going to pick the video from
Means
my
what?
PC. Now, of
Say,
course,
I
this
will
is kind of
elaborate
a
this point
lesser
by taking
used
our
options
CET
out there
examination.
because there's so much on the web nowadays.
You
that
know,
can
for
link
our
to
CET
and such,
examination,
but just for the sake of
combined
demonstrating,
90 minutes
let's do
are
this.
allotted
So you
for
locate
physics
wherever your video
and
is in your local
chemistry
PC,
paper.
and then click on
And in
Insert.
these 90
Now, at
minutes,
this point, you can
you have
resize
to
it.
solve
So this is how
total
large it's going to
100
be. This is how
MCQs.
big it's going to be.
That
And
means
then you can
50
click here on the
MCQs
playback
of physics
option,
and 50
and then
MCQs
choose how you want
of
this video
chemistry.
to play. So when it reaches
As I
to
told you
this
just now,
slide, when you're presenting
that
this
all of you should
presentation,
have a
you want to
well-planned
know how you
strategy.
play it.
Means,
So right now
say,
it is on
what I
click.
suggest,
If you want
you
it so
should
it starts
start with
automatically when it
first
reaches this
chemistry
page,
paper.
then you can do that by simply
Why you should
clicking
start with
automatically.
chemistry
And
paper?
notice also
Because
the other options.
as
So now if you
compared
wanted to
to
present
other
this,
two
I'm doing
subjects,
it on click.
namely
All I have
physics
to do is
and
either press
mathematics,
F5 on my keyboard,
our chemistry
or
paper
go
is
here to under
comparatively
Present,
easier.
Slideshow, and then I'll
Or
click on
that's
it,
what
and
the
it'll start
feedback
playing.
that we get from, say, last 4 or 5 years.
Now to stop it,
So it
I'm
is
clicking on it again.
advisable that
To
you should
exit of
start
the
with
play mode
first
here, press
chemistry
escape, and then we
paper.
are back to the video.
Try
Now
to
let's learn how
complete
to insert the
chemistry
video from
paper
the web.
within
So I'm going to insert a new
maximum
slide here, and then
30
we
to
go here under
35
Insert, and then we
minutes.
go under Video, and
Friends,
then we choose
it is quite
Online
possible
Video.
to cover
Notice we have
50
two options here. We have
MCQs
the
of
YouTube
chemistry
option, and
within
also
30
embedded
to
from
35
another
minutes.
website. We want
Why
to
I'm
search
saying
from
like
YouTube.
this,
So for example,
say if you
Word
consider our
2016,
CET paper, then in
and here's a
CET
bunch of
paper,
videos here on
out of
Microsoft Word.
50
Let's say we want to
MCQs,
insert one of those
you will
tutorials
find
here, or let's say
around
we want
5
this
to
Excel
6
tutorial, Excel in
only
30 minutes.
numericals.
Click on Insert
Whereas
here, then
remaining
resize it, how
44
big
or
you want this
45,
to be
of course,
displayed when
they
it's
are
presented.
the theory questions,
And then go under Playback,
which
very
you
similar to what we
can
did
attempt
earlier.
very
And then you
easily.
can click on
So
to start
if
automatically
you
or to start
cover
on click.
your chemistry
now, if I
paper,
want to
say
present
within
this,
30 to
this
35
video, when I
minutes,
click on it,
then
it's going to
definitely
be streamed
remaining 1
automatically
hour you
from
can use
YouTube.
for
Of
solving
course, you'll
50
need
MCQs
internet
of
connection
physics.
for that to take place.
Because I do hope that
In 30
as far as
minutes.
your physics paper is concerned,
So that's
mostly
how
they will ask
inserting
you
videos from the web
numericals.
works.
In physics paper of even
Now let's
CET
learn how to
also,
insert the video by
you hardly
using
find
embed
there
codes.
any
Now, of course,
theory
there is
questions.
not really a lot of use
All
for
are
this
almost
because you can search
numericals.
YouTube this way. But
So
let's
here
suppose
the
there's a
advantage
website
is
out there
that
that gives you the codes
if you
how to embed
start
the
with
video,
paper
not
of
that.
chemistry
And I'll demonstrate it by
and if
using
you could cover it,
YouTube.
say
So
within
let's say
30
we
to
have
35
here
minutes,
this video
then
from YouTube.
definitely you have a tremendous
And
boost
then we go here on the
that I
share,
have covered
and then
at least
embed.
one paper of
Now this is
chemistry,
the embed
and out
code
of
for this.
50,
Now it could be
I am
another
sure
website that gives you
that
that code
around
and
40
provides you
to
the code, like
45
where you have tech talks
MCQs
and
of
such
chemistry
for Khan
will
Academy
be
and
correct.
such. All you have to do
This
is copy
will
the
give
code from wherever
you
you're
a
copying it,
tremendous
and then go back to your
boost,
presentation,
and so
and then
that
click on
you can
Insert,
confidently
then go under
solve
Video,
the physics
and
paper.
then click on
Another
Online
important
Video,
point,
and
remember,
then embed the code
when you want
right
to
here.
appear no such kind of competitive
And then click
examinations,
on Insert.
there
And there
must
it
be
is.
some points
Now
that you
can
must
control
know
how this will
thoroughly.
play back from this option.
As I
And then
mentioned
only
here,
you can go and
all of
present
you should
this
know the tables from
by clicking
1
on
to
it.
30. it is very essential.
So these are three
You should
different
know
ways that
the
you can
squares
utilize
of
video
1 to
in your
20.
slides in your presentation. And
You should
how to
also know
customize
the cubes
playback for
of
those videos.
1 to 10. Remember, बघा आपले जुने लोक जे होते ना ते शिकायचे बघा पावकी निमकी ते इतकं
In this session,
इम्पॉर्टंट
I'll
आहे
demonstrate how to insert
इतकं नको
audio
आपण
in
जायला
your
खोलामध्ये
presentation.
तरी
Of course, select
ऍटलीस्ट
one of the
1
slides
to
where you
30
want to insert
tables,
your audio, where
1
you
to
want to
20
start,
squares,
and then click
and
on
1 to
Insert,
10
and then
cubes.
go under Audio,
You must
and
know,
then Audio on my
because the
PC.
advantage of this
And
will
locate
be
your audio
your
file,
calculation
and
part
then go
will
under
become
Playback here,
faster,
and then choose how you want to
and
play
not only
this audio
faster,
file. You
but
can
that
relocate
will
this
also
movie somewhere
improve
else, by the way,
your
in your
overall
presentation here, so that
performance.
the icon does not show up.
As far as
And
the
you can
subject
choose
of
to hide
chemistry
the
is
icon,
concerned,
and also
you know,
you can
in our
choose how
chemistry,
it'll
we require
play.
number of
You can have it
constants.
play automatically.
जसं
By the way, you
बघा,
can click on the
you
icon
know,
here to get
remember
those
the
playback
formula
tools
for
here.
W
And
max.
also it can play
What is
across
W
all
max?
the slides. So
The
if
maximum
you're doing a
work done
presentation
in
where
an
you're not
isothermal
actually presenting, but
reversible
there are
process.
pictures or there's
काय
content
बघा
being
formula तो?
displayed, then automatically it's
Minus
rotating and that type of thing.
2.303
You might want to put sound on the
nRT
first slide
log of
and then click
V2
on
by
play
V1.
across all the slides, and you can choose also play until it's stopped, so it loops
Then,
around. And then
you know,
now if
in
we were
such
to
type
test
of
this,
numericals,
at this point I have it so
usually
you click on it,
they
but you
give
can have checked it so it
temperature,
starts
say
automatically,
at 298 Kelvin
and then it
or
will just keep on
300
playing
Kelvin.
from slide to slide
You know,
to slide.
various values of
And
R.
notice
That means
just
the
keeps on playing.
universal
Now,
gas
if we go back
constant,
and we want to
such as
customize it, of course, go and locate on which
8.314,
slide we started, click on the
0.082,
audio file
we
here,
require.
and then
In
go
most
under
of the
playback and
numericals,
change the
the number
properties
of
for
moles,
this.
they are
And
given
that's
to
how
be
this works
1/2,
in
that means
the
0.5,
presentation.
or say
Now,
3
in
by
some
4,
cases as well, what
that
you can
means
do to insert audio, you can
0.75.
also insert the
So
audio
what I
by,
would suggest
so I'm going to
you
a different slide
that
here. You
log
can actually
values
record
of
your own audio
these
segment
numbers
or
you
section
must know
for a
thoroughly.
particular function.
Jasa
To
log
explain
of
a concept, so it'll be
2.303
pre-recorded
is
basically, or you can have somebody else do the
0.3623.
recording. But
Then
the
log of
key here is that you can
8.314,
record this from within PowerPoint without
0.9198,
any additional tools.
log of
So
300
in this case, you
is
click on Record Audio,
2.4771.
and
So
then
these
simply
log
press Record
values,
here, and anything that
if
you
you
say,
know,
it'll actually be
then
captured, and
definitely
it will be a sound
that
file
will
embedded
complete
into your
your
presentation.
chemistry
In
paper
this case, this is where it
within
is.
30 minutes.
And if I present this and click on it,
Another important
it'll
point,
be a
as I
sound
just told
file
you,
embedded into
that
your
still you
presentation.
have one
And that's
complete
how the
month
recording
for your
works
preparation.
of your own
So
audio file.
try to
So you
solve
had here so
as
far the
many
inserting
MCQs
from a file
as
from a PC
possible,
or
and
inserting your own
that
recording
MCQs
in your
should
slide or
cover,
presentation,
if it is
and also
possible for
controlling
you,
how that
our
audio file will
entire
play. Next, we're going to
syllabus.
go under
Because
screen recording.
as you solve
This is a new feature
more and more
in PowerPoint
MCQs
2016
regularly,
that you can capture a
definitely
portion of the
in
screen
that case
and
you will
insert
get
it in
a
your
better
slides.
advantage.
So stay tuned for that.
Another important point that I would like to stress is textbook reading.
In
Remember,
this session, I'll
this
demonstrate how to
textbook
capture a
reading,
portion of your
it will
screen,
prove to be a
record
very,
whatever
very
you're
crucial.
saying and doing on
Now,
that
what is the meaning
screen
of
at
this?
that particular point
You
in
know
time,
that your
and have
CET
that
paper
clip automatically
will be
embedded
totally
into a
based
slide
on
into PowerPoint.
your 12
So
standard
here's how it works.
textbook,
So let's say we have
as
a
well
slide
as
here that
the
we want to
9
have
topics
a
from
concept
the
demonstrated with
11th
a
standard.
narration and all that type of thing.
What
We
I
go
would
into the
suggest
slide,
you
and then we click
that you
on screen
start
recording.
reading each
Now, at
and
this point,
every
we
topic
go and open the
from
application where we
your
want to
textbook
record.
of
So
12
let's say this is the
standard
application,
as well as
and
11th
then
standard.
also we select the
बघा आपण
area
म्हणतो
that
ना
we
असं
want to capture.
की अगदी
So click
बोट
on
ठेवून
select area,
म्हणजे
and then
प्रत्येक
simply
अक्षरावर
drag
बोट
around
ठेवून
the area where you
you
want to
start
record.
reading
Now,
textbook.
in this case,
बघा असंच नाही
all you
तर
have to
तुम्ही
do is
त्यातले जे
pretty much
इम्पॉर्टंट टर्म्स
press
आहेत
record here.
त्यातले जे
And then once
इम्पॉर्टंट
you press
पॉइंट्स आहेत
record, note
you
the
should
key
underline
combination
that.
that you have to press
म्हणजे जेव्हा
in order
तुमची
to stop the
एक्झाम असेल
recording. By the way,
सीईटी
that's kind
एक्झाम
of a little tricky.
say before that
But,
exam
that's what you
say
have to do. It
around
is,
4-5 days
the
you can
Windows
just
key,
go through
Shift, and
the
then
ad
Q.
textbook with
So click on
the
record,
underline
and notice
points
it
there.
says press
This will
logo,
help you
Shift,
remember
and Q to stop
tremendously.
recording. Now,
फक्त लक्षात
I
ठेवा
can basically
जेव्हा
guide
आपण
the user so I can
टेक्स्टबुक
give
रीडिंग करणार
direction
आहोत
on
we
how
should
something
have
works.
some
For
smart
example, if I
work
want
there.
to point somebody to
आपला
my
डॉंकी
YouTube
वर्क करायचं नाही
channel or
अजिबात
such, or to some
जैसे I told you
website, I
समजा
can
एखादा पाठ
simply capture all
वाचतोय
this
की
recording
जिथं बघा
along
असं
with the
आहे की
directions of what I
टर्शरी
want to say. Let's
ब्युटिल
say go to
अल्कोहोल
youtube.com/.
I will just think over it first
and then hit enter,
why it is called
and from
as
there,
alcohol
you'll be accessing
because of the presence
whatever
of
you want them to
OH group
access.
there.
By the way,
Why
now
it
it's
is called
capturing all
as
my audio, whatever I'm
butyl
saying, along
because
with
there
whatever
are
I
4
have
carbon
here
atoms present
on
in the molecule.
that I'm scrolling.
Why it is
on
called
this
as
selection.
tertiary
Now I press
because
the Windows key,
the OH
Shift,
group
and then Q,
which is attached to the
and then
carbon
return
atom,
to my
that
PowerPoint,
carbon is
and
a
notice
tertiary
it
carbon
has been
because it is
placed
attached to
automatically into
3
my slide.
other carbon
And now this is
atoms.
just like another video
मी
that we
जेव्हा हा
covered
सगळा विचार
earlier.
करून
You can resize this.
मी
You can
टेक्स्टबुक वाचन
control the
करणार आहे
playback if you
and
wanted
of
to.
course I will underline
And
the
then,
important
of course, you
points
can do it full screen
and
as
terms
well.
that
And
will
then if we were to present
tremendously
this using
give you
F5 key
confidence
or whatever,
and no
then when I
doubt
click on
it will
press
reflect
logo,
in your
Shift,
marks.
Q to stop recording.
Say whether it is
Notice
CET
it
exam,
captured all that I
JEE
said
main
earlier,
exam,
user, so
or
I can
even
give
say
direction
the NEET
on
exam there.
So that's how
Another
you insert
important point
video
I would like to
captures
stress,
or
बघा,
screen
what I
captures
mentioned there,
within a slide
try
in
to
presentations,
find
and you are
out
recording
the
those
correct
on your own.
option, but not the correct answer. What is the meaning of this?
In this session,
Friends,
I'm going to focus
what
a
happens
little
number
bit
of
on
times,
transitions,
say whether
using
you
transitions in
appear for
PowerPoint
CET exam
2016.
or JEE main
So
exam
suppose we have a
or NEET
PowerPoint
exam.
or presentation
For
very similar to
all
this,
such examinations,
and we want to
most of
change
the time
transitions from one
in
slide
the
to the other.
option
Now,
itself,
obviously, you don't
they
want
will
to
provide
overdo
you
it,
some
because the
hint.
attention needs to be on the message that you are
Remember,
conveying
say
to your
whether it is
audience,
numerical
rather
from
than the way you're doing
thermodynamics,
transitions,
say
but
from
yet you want to
solutions,
make it
from
appealing as
chemical
well. By
kinetics,
default, you don't
or
have the
even say
transitions
from
set. So,
electrochemistry.
for example, from this
In the
slide to the
option
next, if you
itself,
go to present
they
this,
will
it will
provide
just
you
bring
hint.
up the next
So what
component
I
here.
would suggest you,
Now,
once
what
you
can
read the
do is
question,
you can change
you
it
first
so that
look at
if,
the
let's say, I'm
options,
here at this
because
slide,
there are
and
some
now when I change
options
to the next one,
which
I want the
you
slide
can
to push
eliminate as
So
you
click
read
on it, it'll be
the
presented
question,
like that. And then when
and
it goes to the
then
next slide,
you can employ the
it'll be
method called as
transitioned a certain
elimination
other way.
method.
So you want to keep a balance,
If you
of
can
course,
adopt
between the
this
two.
method of
So now if I
elimination,
go to the previous item here,
definitely
and I
you can
present
score
this,
maximum number of MCQs with
now this
speed
slide is going
as
up,
well as
and the
with
next one
accuracy.
is simply presented.
Means what?
A
Say
cool
when I
feature in
read any
PowerPoint
question
2016
and
is
if I
also
found that
the
the
morph
two options,
feature
say
here.
for example
Morph,
C and D
it's
options,
new
I
with
can
the
rule
latest updates. As long as you have
immediately,
the latest
then no
PowerPoint
doubt
2016
you have to find out
updates,
whether
that feature should
your
be there.
answer
If you don't
is
have it there,
A
that
option
means that you
or
don't
say
have all
whether
the
it
latest
is
updates for
B
PowerPoint
option.
2016.
So
The way
therefore,
it works
what I
is it's
suggest
actually pretty
you
cool.
that
You
once
can
you
take,
read
for example,
any
a slide,
MCQ, say
duplicate it,
irrespective of the type
and by
of
the way, this is how you
examination,
duplicate a slide.
that means
Right-click
whether
on
it
it,
is
and then
NEET,
choose
CET
duplicate
or
slide.
JEE, you first
And
look at the
then go to
option,
this next
and if
slide
it is
here,
possible for
and you can
you
change
that
something
out
on
of the
it. So
4
let's say on
options,
the first,
if some options
when
you
you're
can
presenting
rule
this
out,
particular slide,
of
you
course
want it to
that
be
will
presented this
make
way.
your
Then when
job
they go to the
somewhat
next slide, you
simpler.
want to take away, for
So I
example,
can
number
repeat,
2 here.
do not try to
Item 2.
find out the correct
And let's assume that you
answer,
modify it,
but
basically.
try to
So what you
find
can
out
do at this
the
point
correct
is
option.
you can choose
Because you
the
know
option under
your answer sheet, they
transitions
are machine check.
to
So
morph
if
it.
the correct option is
And
A
I'll show you
option,
in a moment as to what
whether
this
you get
does.
that A option
So
by hook
it's
or
gonna
by
morph
crook,
from one
that is,
form
remember, immaterial.
into some other
If the
form
answer
that you
is correct,
tweaked it into.
definitely you will
In our
get the
case now,
full
if you
marks
preview
for
this,
that
you can just
respective
simply click here on
MCQs.
slideshow. And
So,
this is how the first slide will
what I would
appear,
suggest
just
you
like
again two
typically.
important
But when
points
I go to the next
out
slide,
of all these points.
notice how it does
First,
the animation.
solve
so
as
those
many
two
MCQs
items are
possible
adjusted, keeping
daily.
in mind the
बघा
change
याला
that
फार
took
इम्पॉर्टन्स
place
आहे
from the
आपल्याकडे.
first slide
केमिस्ट्री यू शुड
to
हॅव
the
ऑलवेज
second
इन
copy
टच
of it that we made.
daily.
So basically, again, for me
कसं
to
होतं बघा, मुलं
summarize this or to do
इतकं ते
this
मुलांच्या
again,
जातं माथी मारलं की
I'm going to
फिजिक्स
delete it
इतकं अवघड
for a
असतं,
moment here.
फिजिक्स अवघड
I want to
असतं,
duplicate
मॅथ्स
this
अवघड
first.
असतं. आणि काय
And let's say
होतं,
there are 4
केमिस्ट्री
steps
सोपं असतं म्हणून
for
आपण
the next
केमिस्ट्री
slide.
करत नाही,
So I want to
आणि
add a
फिजिक्स
4th
मॅथ्स
step
अवघड असतं
here.
म्हणून आपण तेही करत नाही. अँड देअरफोर वी गेट द पुअर
So
मार्क्स
notice from
इन
this,
CET
we had
examination
only 3
there.
steps, now we have 4.
जसं you
And
require
this 4th one
chemistry
here, and
for
if you remember,
daily
you can go
solving
here
of
under
MCQs,
design and choose
what
design
I would
ideas
suggest you,
and change this however
all
you
the
want
subjects,
as well.
physics,
So notice it gives you some
chemistry,
ideas as to
maths,
how to
and biology,
change this.
you should
So simply
always
click
in
on
touch
another design format.
regularly,
And
daily.
let's say I
That
like
is
this
very
one. And by the
important.
way, refer to the design ideas video on how to use the design
बघा आपण असं
ideas.
म्हणतो ना,
But
की
basically,
जेव्हा आपण
we
घरी
have 3
जेवतो वगैरे,
stages
तेव्हा आपण
here.
कधी
With
असं
the
करतो का
original
हो,
slide, we
की
made a
आज नाही
copy
मला
of
फक्त
it.
ना
We added
आमटीच
4
आवडली, फक्त मी
steps
आमटीच
to it.
पिणार या,
And
मी
now
पोळी
for
खाणार
the
नाही, कधी
original
भात खाणार
slide
नाही, असं
here,
करतो
we
कधी का
go and
आपण,
apply
असं
the
आपण कधीच करत नाही,
transition, the
isn't
morph
it?
transition
सो
here.
जसं आपण जेवताना रोज
And
पोळी,
now
भाजी,
if we go and
आमटी,
play this
भात, कोशिंबीर,
to present
एखादं
it,
लोणचं,
notice we have 3
हे सगळं जसं
steps and we
खातो,
can go over these.
तसं
We can
तुम्ही
even animate
हे
the
जे
objects
4
one
विषय
by
आहेत,
one, like using animation that I'll cover shortly. But now when we move to the next slide, notice it shifts things around and it makes it more
you should be in touch
presentable
with all
and
these
more
4
appealing as
subjects,
well to the audience. So you have
no
that
doubt,
kind of
daily.
animation.
आणि
From
you
one
remember
slide
second
to the
important
other.
point,
So
you start
watch the video
reading
again.
textbook,
Basically, you have to duplicate
because
it.
as I
That's
told
okay.
you, your
Duplicate an
CET
existing
paper
slide,
will be
add
totally
new
based on
content to the next
your
slide,
12
and
standard
then the
textbook
system will
and
animate or change
9 topics of 11
morphing
standard.
the
जसं
changes
JEE
into the
main
animation
and
and
NEET
presenting it
paper,
in a
it will be
nice way.
totally based
Remember
on
to also
11th
use under the
and
design
12th
tab,
standard
use the design ideas option
NCERT
here.
books.
Now, obviously,
I
you
can
can use
repeat,
additional
JEE main,
animations
I am
here.
saying,
You have
not
those
advanced.
as well.
JEE
And
main
remember that you
and
can
NEET
utilize here
हे
other
तुमचा जो पेपर
effects
असणार
as
आहे
well.
केमचा, it is totally based on 11th and 12th standard NCERT
In this session, I'll
syllabus.
demonstrate the concept of using
आता बघा मला
animation
सारखं सांगतोय मी
for
की तुम्ही
various
रोज सॉल्व
objects
करा
within a
MCQs.
slide in a
You should
presentation.
apply one method
Any of
called
the
as
objects in a
elimination
slide can be
method.
animated so that
Actually
whenever you
आपण ती
click on the
कशी
space
apply
bar
करू
or the
शकतो,
mouse click or
how we
clicker,
can
those
use
objects
that
can be
method of
presented
elimination.
one at a time
See,
or
we can
multiple
think
units
of
at a time,
some
multiple objects at
MCQs
a
there.
time.
मग
It
कळेल
can be
मग काय
animation
सांगतोय ते मी
of
आणि तुमचा
pictures,
कसा अप्रोच
of
पाहिजे
shapes.
for
It
that
could be animation
MCQ
of
solving.
regular text and such. To animate bullet
बघा हे
lists,
सगळे जे
you go
तुमचे
here
MCQ
under
घेणार आहे
animation,
आपण,
click on the
all
bullet
these
list,
MCQs
and
had
then
appeared
the easiest
in
would
your
be to
earlier
choose
CET,
what you want the
JEE
animation
main
to be.
or
For example, here we
NEET
want to apply the
examination.
appear
And with
animation.
the help of these
And
MCQs,
those will appear
I would
one at a
explain
time.
you
So notice one,
how
two,
we
three
can
here. These
employ
numbers
that
mean that they
method
will
of
come
elimination.
one after the other once
किंवा
I
आपण
click on
कुठले
them.
ऑप्शन्स
To
हे
test
आपण
this, notice
we
we
can
click on
eliminate,
slideshow.
say by
And
applying
those
this
objects here, we
logic
did
or
not
that
apply
logic,
animation yet,
etc.
and therefore they come in
Think of the
with
first
slide
MCQ.
when it's presented. Now those
Which
items,
of the
notice they come
following
one at a time
compounds
after I click on it.
reacts
To customize this
immediately
even further,
with
what I would suggest
Lucas
that you try
reagent?
is actually click on the animation
बघा तुम्हाला
pen
माहिती आहे
option
this
right
MCQ
here,
is
and
from
notice
our
it
12th
shows
standard
the
topic called
items
as
that were animated
alcohols,
earlier. Now notice
phenols,
it's a little double
and
arrow here.
ethers.
You can expand the contents.
बघा
and it
आपल्या
says that
केमिस्ट्री मध्ये
that's number 1 over
particularly
here.
in section 2
This is
मध्ये
number 2.
number of
That's
name
number 3.
reactions,
Now
number of
here,
reagents,
notice you can
you must have
start this.
studied.
It says
बघा
start on
त्यातला
click.
एक
That's
हा
what
आहे
these numbers 1, 2, 3
Lucas
are.
reagent.
Start on click,
This
and
is
such.
concentrated HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2.
All you'd have to do is click on
What is the use of these Lucas reagent? It is used to distinguish
those two
alcohols,
together because it's
namely
one, and
primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. You can distinguish by using the Lucas reagent.
And then the third one.
Because what happens here actually, the logic is that alcohol, they are found to be soluble in Lucas reagent, and when their halides are obtained, of course, halides are immiscible. And they produce turbidity here. That means our solution, it becomes turbid solution.
Because right now it's going to come.
What is observed? It is observed that if your alcohol is a tertiary alcohol, then it will produce turbidity immediately because it will form halide very easily. But the primary alcohols, that means the 1 degree alcohol, do not produce turbidity at room temperature. बघा या सगळ्या जर मला गोष्टी माहिती असतील ना की Lucas reagent is a reagent for distinguishing alcohols such as primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Then it produces turbidity. If my alcohol is tertiary alcohol, it would produce, of course, immediate turbidity. हे सगळे जर मला पण माहिती असतील तर बघा I will immediately locate in the given option which alcohol is a tertiary alcohol. You observe that our D option, that means tertiary butyl alcohol is a tertiary alcohol. I mean, no doubt, answer for this MCQ will be D option. From A and B option, they are primary alcohols. बरोबर ना? Ethyl alcohol and N-propyl alcohol. Whereas C option, हा आहे माझा बघा isopropyl alcohol, which is a secondary alcohol. So no doubt, answer is D option because my D option is a tertiary alcohol which would produce turbidity immediately. And the reason I told you just now.
Picture down here, notice they are all number 1.
Think of the second.
Text alone, and
identify the oxidation states of titanium Z equal to 22 and copper Z equal to 29 in their colorless compounds.
Art like this.
Just now I told you one point that when you look at any MCQ, the first thing that you should do, you look at the options immediately. Because I told you that in the options itself, they will give you certain hints. तुम्ही जो ऑब्झर्व केले याचे सगळे ऑप्शन्स बघा C's ऑप्शन फक्त असं आहे बघा की ज्याच्यामध्ये they have given the state for copper as a +1, whereas in case of A, B and D, for all these three options, the state for copper is given as +2.
We can customize it so each one of
बघा
those
तुमचे
items can
फंडामेंटल्स जर इतके स्ट्रॉंग असतील तर विदिन
by clicking on
second,
the effect options,
you should answer this question as a C option there.
And now what will happen here is
you know what is number for copper? Copper has a number of 29 given to you.
One at a time.
What is the general outermost electronic configuration in case of copper? Of course, it is 3D10 4S1. But two states for copper they have given. One is copper +1 and second is copper +2. When I want to write down the copper +1, no doubt, I will remove electron from the valence shell. That means I will remove electron from the 4s orbital. So
If
for
you're doing a
copper plus
presentation, a
1,
very fancy
my
presentation, you would want to spend
configuration
quite a
will
bit
be
of time on each
argon
object here. It
3D10
needs to be thought well, and it's time
4S0.
consuming. That's why
But look at the
initially, as we
Cu2
were
plus.
learning about PowerPoint, I
Cu2
was
plus means
emphasizing
what?
doing the
You should
outline of the
remove 2
PowerPoint first.
electrons. मग काय करणार मी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन रिमूव्ह करणार मी 4s मधनं, and of course one will have to be
In this
removed
session, I will
from the
demonstrate some
3D.
of the features
So
that
for
are a little bit
copper
more
2 plus,
advanced related to
my
PowerPoint
electronic
2016.
configuration
However, it is
will be
time-consuming,
argon
as you will see.
3D9
So let's suppose that you have a PowerPoint very similar to
4S0.
this. You're using
याचा प्रश्न काय
building
बघा,
blocks basically to
त्यांना
explain the
पाहिजे
concepts. So, for
colorless
example, in
compound.
education, you have the traditional
All of you know
field of
that
education,
when
then
we
you
can
have
have a
hybrid
color,
learning, then you have
if there
competency-based
is
education,
DD
and
transition,
within
then and
those,
then
you have
only
different methods
you
of
can
teaching,
have
for example,
a
synchronous
color.
or inquiry-based
आता बघा
or project-based,
कॉपर प्लस
and
1
then
मध्ये
action-based and
3D10
challenge-based education. So
4S0.
the question would be, how
3D10
can we
means
build
what?
something very similar to
3D10 means
this?
my d
And what's
orbital is
involved in
filled
designing
completely.
something similar to this?
Now as it
And
is
how
filled
is the animation and
completely,
all this stuff
we
designed?
cannot have here
You can do
DD
it a variety of
transition.
ways, but it's
So
going to take a
therefore
little time
Cu
to design
plus
it. So I'm going to
will
try to
be
explain
colorless.
the concepts
But
as to how this
Cu2
is
plus,
designed or how
as
it
it
works.
is
It's designed
3D9,
by using a
and
bunch
for
of
D9
methods.
we can
For
have
example,
DD
the grouping
transition.
and
So
ungrouping of
therefore
objects,
Cu
using
plus
of
2
shapes,
will be
and
the
using of
colored
text boxes,
compound.
and then bundling
बघा
the
आपल्या सगळ्यांना
text
माहिती आहे, you
boxes
know
with
copper
shapes by
sulfate.
using the
It
group
is a blue in
and
color
ungroup option,
because in that
and
copper
then
sulfate
also adjusting the
Cu
animation within
is
these
having a state
objects. To
of
insert the
plus
objects, so
2
let's say we
there.
start with a Lego
Of course,
piece.
anhydrous
Then we can go
copper
here and
sulfate
then
is no doubt
insert, and then
colorless,
click on
but if you take
online
its hydrated
pictures,
form,
and
that
then
means
layer.
5H2O, it is colored.
It's going to
So
search
therefore,
them.
as I told you,
And now at
if you
this
look at the
point,
options
you
very
can
carefully,
navigate here
and
pick
immediately you
something
should
that would
strike
be
this
the
point
angle that you would
that
prefer.
copper plus
For
1
example,
is a
this
colorless
one or
because
this
it will
one,
have a
or
3D10.
whatever the angle that you
3D10,
prefer here.
that means no
And
DD
you can
transition
also
is
use
possible.
these tools
So
here
my
under the
option
type. For example,
should
you
be
want something
the
that is
C option.
transparent
त्यामुळे
background.
A,
In
B
that
आणि
way,
D
it's not going
हे
to
तीन ऑप्शन्स
overlap
बघा मी
with
रूल्ड आउट
other
केलेले आहेत.
images
का?
and other components
Because
there.
in all these three options, copper
And
is
then notice
given
we have
in
one
the
piece
plus
of
2
Lego here.
state there.
It's coming up with the design ideas
Think of
here.
third
That's for another
MCQ.
time. We have covered that as well. But
बघा
I'm
for
gonna
your
refer to
CET
the
exam,
video on
around
design ideas
5 to
or the
6
designer mode
numericals
in PowerPoint.
they may ask you.
Now, the next thing
Remember,
that I would
one
suggest
important
that you
thing,
do is
you remember
you
this
can
point.
click on it and
Just a
right-click
board
on it
exam
again,
you have some
and
no
then
allocation
copy it,
that
and
P
then
block
right-click
element
somewhere
will
else
have
and then
8
paste
marks,
it.
so and so
So
will
you're
have a
basically
3
just
marks.
making a copy of the
Remember,
exact
such
image that you
type
had
of
in the first
allocation of
object.
marks is
Now, once we
never
copy this, we
provided.
can move it
See
to
whether it is
the
CET
left here.
exam,
Notice they kind of
JEE main
change
exam
slightly.
or
And
NEET
then
exam.
at this
हे
point,
सगळं डिपेंड आहे
notice that
जो
it's kind of
पेपर
overlapping with the first one.
ड्रॉ करेल
In this case,
that
and the
will
concept
that
here
person
is
will
that
decide
you
how
can
many
actually
questions
then
from P
change
block
this so that it
etc.
goes to the
we
back.
would
You're
put.
moving
So remember
either
this
from this
very
one
well.
to the front
त्यामुळे
or
असं काही
send
नाहीये
this to the
की
back.
मी P block करून
And
गेलो
what
तर
you do
मला
that is by
at least I
using
will
these
able to
tools
solve
here on the top, it
5
says
MCQs
format,
in
and
CET.
it says send
So remember,
backward
don't
or
be in
bend
that
forward.
fool's paradise.
Or you
Remember,
can right click and
for
choose
CET,
send to
JEE,
back.
NEET,
Now notice
each
when I
and
chose
every
send to
part
back, it kind
of
of
the
lined up perfectly
subject
here,
you
and
must
it's one
prepare.
after the other.
Don't keep
You could do
anything
the
for
same thing. Now we
option.
can copy this
हा
image
बघा
here
न्यूमेरिक आता
and
the
then
molarity of
go
urea
somewhere else
molar
and then
mass
choose
is
paste.
60 grams per
Now
mole.
we can drag it
Solution by
and
dissolving
line it up
15
here,
grams of
and then
urea
choose
in
to send this back as
500
well.
centimeter cube of water
Notice
is.
they're all lined up. Copied
बघा,
again.
this is the numerical from
And
our
then go
topic
over here and
solutions
choose paste.
and colligative
And now if we wanted to
properties.
kind of build it in
आता मला
between
बघा
here,
हे जर
notice we
न्यूमेरिकल
just
असेल
stack it
सॉल्व
on top of
करायचं
it,
तर
and
डेफिनेटली
it's properly
I
set.
should know what is the
Then
formula
copy
for
one more
the
time,
molarity.
and
बघा
then paste it
molarity.
again.
You know, we can
Now
also
we're
have a
gonna
term
move it
called
inside
as
over here,
molality.
and notice you
But
can
here
kind of
they want to
stack
find
it
out
backwards a little bit,
molarity.
or
What
just
is the
leave it up a
formula?
little bit, however it makes more
Molarity
sense
is
for you.
equal
So
to
as if it's not
number
sitting
of
properly
moles
there,
of solute
now copy it one more
upon
time and then paste
volume
it,
of
and
solution
then notice you
in
can stack
liter.
on top of the next one.
Now,
So that's how
what
that
is the
part of it
formula to
works.
get
Now the other
number
thing
of
that you
moles?
can do is you can
Of
select
course,
either
the
one of
formula
those
is
objects here
weight
and
upon
double click on them,
the
and
molar
notice
mass.
it's going to bring up the
What is the
formatting
weight
tool
given
here. Now
for
under
urea?
format, in
They are
most
given to
cases
be
you can go and
15 grams.
change the color from
What is the
here from
molar
the
mass
color
of
tools.
urea?
However,
It
in
is
this
60
case, we have
grams.
to go here under the
So,
picture because it's actually an
15
image that we
upon
copied from the
60.
web.
So, number
And we
of
can
moles
go and
will be
pick
1
a
by
different
4.
color for
That means
specific one. So notice this
0.25.
bottom one, now it's in black.
बरोबर ना?
And then if you
Upon
wanted
काय
this
करणार
next
मी?
one here,
Volume
a
of
different color, you go
solution
under
in
color, and
liter.
then simply pick
बघा,
your
they
orange
have given
color.
you
And over
volume
here,
of water
pick something
in
else.
cc.
And basically
cc
you're
म्हणजेच
tweaking
काय?
the color for each
Centimeter
one of
cube.
those options here.
What
So
value
now
they have
you're
given to you?
customizing these
It is
to what you
500
want.
centimeter
Now the
cube.
next thing that you might want to
बघा,
do
आपल्याला
is
कित्येक
if
मुलांना
you're
हे पण
building
नसतं
blocks
कन्वर्शन
for
माहिती
whatever the
की
case
1
might
लिटर
be.
म्हणजेच 1
So
dm
earlier I
cube,
had, for example,
1 लिटर म्हणजेच 1000
education, where
ml,
traditional
म्हणजेच
education and
1000
hybrid
cc,
learning. Click on
म्हणजेच
insert
10 raised to
and
3
then
cc.
choose a
हे
text
बघा,
box.
there is
So you
one
want to put a
important
text
point
box
I
right
would
on top
like
of
to stress
this
here.
area right there.
If you
So
want
click
to
here, traditional.
solve no with accuracy and
Now
speed
notice the text
your
is kind
paper of
black
say
on red.
physics
It's not
and
going to be very
chemistry,
easy to see.
say whether
So
for
we can
JEE
change
main
that to
or CET,
white. And
remember
notice
your
also that
math
the
should
text
be
here
very
does
very
not
strong.
properly line up.
आम्ही सांगतो
So
सगळीकडे
what you
बघा
want to do is
की the
you
language
want
of
to
physics
rotate
is
it
not
a
English,
little bit, so
it is a
kind of matches
mathematics.
the direction
आणि ज्यांचं math
our
strong आहे
Lego
ना,
piece.
definitely they
And
will
then, now
score
in this case,
good
you want
marks
to put
in
in there
physics.
the word
And as I
hybrid
told you
learning. The
how to
easiest would
score
be
good marks
click
in
on the
chemistry
existing text
earlier
box that you created earlier,
by first attempting
copy
the
it,
paper
Control
of
C,
chemistry.
and then
So
simply
math
paste it. Control
strong,
V.
it is
Now
very
this is going to
essential.
stack it on top of the existing one.
So remember
and then
this point.
drag it to the
So
next
volume
area.
given is
And that's where it's
500
going to be
cm
exactly
cube.
the same
म्हणजेच
direction
काय?
and the same angle.
500
So now we
ml.
can change this
That
to
means
hybrid.
what? 0.5
And the
liters.
next option
So
here, we can,
therefore,
do the same
molarity
thing in there,
will be
Control
equal to
V again, paste it,
0.25.
and
हे
then
number
drag
of
it here,
moles मला मिळाले
and do
divided by
competency.
0.5 हा माझा व्हॉल्यूम आहे.
Competency based
बघा या
education.
न्यूमेरिकलला आय हॅव
And then here
मेन्शन
you could have the
0.5.
different methods of
तर
learning.
मला एक मुलगा
So let's say
विचारतो
we have
सर
here
व्हाय नॉट यू आर
whatever the
मेन्शन
point is that you're trying
0.500.
to make. So you're just copying
बघा
and
इतकं
pasting
तर
it
आमचं
in
स्ट्रॉंग
base
असतं
text
मॅथमॅटिक्स
boxes.
म्हणजे
Now, if we go ahead and
0.5
play this
0.50
we have another
हे सगळं
part
सारखं आहे का
from
वेगळे
this
हे
point.
सुद्धा
So
आमचा
everything is
गोंधळ
going to be
आहे
presented
12वीच्या
all in
मुलांचा.
one piece. So
आणि
you basically
पुण्या सगळ्या
need to
ठिकाणी हा
select the
बाकीचा
text
तर आपण
component
विचार
here
करायच नको
and
म्हणजे.
the piece of the
So
Lego, and right click
0.25
on them, and you
upon
want to group them
0.
together.
त्या शेवटी म्हणला बा ठीक आहे तुझी इच्छा तर म्हणलं लिहितो मी
Then once you
0.500
have
म्हणलं
grouped them together,
हरकत नाही
you want
म्हटलं.
to add
So
animation
0.25
by
upon
clicking here
0.5. Of
on
course, your
animation
answer should be 1 by
and
2.
choosing a certain type
So
of
it is the
animation
B
that you want
option,
to apply
that is
to it.
0.5
Now it's also
moles
advisable
per
that I would
dm
advise
cube.
that you enable here the animation.
Think of
command
second
as
last
well.
question,
And then
number
you have
4.
here the
In
animation
which
of those
substance
objects.
does
So when
nitrogen
displayed, they'll
exhibit
show up like this.
the lowest oxidation state?
Notice it's missing.
बघा,
Right there.
this question is
So now
from
we
your
want to do
11th
the
standard.
grouping for the
Topics
other
नाव आहे
ones
त्याचा
as well.
redox
So, the
reactions.
best what I'd suggest is
बरोबर ना?
that you start from the top
There we
here,
learn no
and then you
simple
move
rules
down to
to
the
calculate
other items.
what is
Otherwise,
called
if you change
as
the order, how
oxidation
they appear
state
here.
or number.
So
जसं
you can play with
oxidation
this
state
option,
of any
whatever works best.
element
It'll depend
in
on the
free
design that you
state
have,
is
and if
equal to
it's not
0.
slanted like
H
this,
will
then
be
it'll
equal to
much
plus
easier for
1
you.
except in
So
metal
I'm gonna click on
hydrides.
it, and I'm
Then
gonna
O
group
is
those
equal to
two
minus
together.
2 except in peroxides and
Then I'm gonna go
OF2.
to the next
Halogen,
one here.
F will be always
I'm gonna
minus
click on
1.
these,
All
and I'm
other
gonna group these
halogens,
as
they
well.
can have a positive value.
Then I'm gonna
Remember
go to
that
the
all
next one
rules.
here.
So that rules you have to apply
I'm
here
holding
now.
down the control key, by the
त्याचा
way,
प्रश्न
to
काय
select
बघा?
the right item
They
here.
want to find out substance
So when I'm
having the
selecting more than
lowest
one, I'm
oxidation
gonna choose group.
state. बघा
And I'm gonna
पहिलं
go
जे
to
dinitrogen N2 is called as dinitrogen. Here nitrogen is present in free state. आणि आपला पहिला रूल सांगतो, for any element in its free state its
So now that we have
oxidation
selected them, now
number
we want to
will be
apply
equal
animation
to
to them. So
0.
we click here under the
So what is the number in case of
to make sure the
N2?
animation
0.
pane has been enabled.
Find out for
Clicking
NH3.
right here.
As I just told you,
Choose animation.
state for
Then we click
hydrogen
here.
will be +1.
Then we click on the next
How many H
section
atoms are
here.
there? 3. So
Make sure
+1
we're
into
selecting the
3.
right one.
Of course it is
Choose add
+3.
animation.
कुठला ते बघा चार्ज आहे का
Then go
त्याच्या
to the
कुठला
next
चार्ज
one.
नाहीये.
Add
So
animation.
therefore,
And then you
of
choose
course,
whichever order you
the
want. So if
state
you
for
want to start from
nitrogen
here, click on
is
this,
equal
choose
to
add animation.
-3.
Choose to have it appear.
Third is
Then you go to
N2O.
the next one.
बघा आपल्याला माहिती
Then
आहे
choose add
between
animation.
nitrogen and oxygen,
So it floats
of
in,
course,
flies in, or whatever you
oxygen
want
is
to do.
more
And then the top one,
electronegative.
you could have it
So therefore,
utilize a
the
specific
state for
animation.
nitrogen will
Now,
be
if we were to play
+1.
this,
You know,
so remember we
N2O
started from
is
one
called
piece of
as
code,
the
we added the text, we
nitrous
sorted them out, we
oxide.
brought it forward
And
and back
suppose,
all that
think
type
of
stuff.
the last compound
But now if we want to
NO,
play this
which
and
is known
present
as
it,
the
notice how they'll come up.
nitric
So you have the
oxide.
text here first.
The state for
Then you click on the
nitrogen
mouse,
will
you
be
can talk about the
+2.
traditional way of education.
So for
Then you can have the
N2,
hybrid
we get
type
a
of
state as
education,
0,
including online education. Then you
NH3
have competency-based
-3,
education,
N2O
and let's say
+1,
different methods for
and NO
synchronous,
+2.
inquiry-based
So of
education,
course,
and then
lowest
talking about
is no
traditional,
doubt
whatever it is, feedback, or
-3.
whatever you
So your
this would
answer
be.
should
If you
be,
need to
it
change
is
that to say
the
something
B
else, you
option.
could change it to simply put.
So as I
double
told
click
you,
on it
this
and say,
MCQ, it is
there
from your
something
11th
else. And now
standard
if you
topic,
replay it,
which is called as the redox reactions.
it has been updated. So
Think
that is
of
how
last
it works
MCQ.
by using an
What is
image,
the
customizing
density
it,
of
adding
solution
text
of
components
sulfuric
to it,
acid
bundling them together
used
using the group
as
option,
an
and
electrolyte
then applying
in
animation to each
lead
individual object.
accumulator?
Now, the other method, what you could
Again,
utilize is,
This
in
is
some
a
cases,
question from our
puzzle
topic
pieces of a
known
puzzle.
as
And we'll add a new
electrochemistry.
slide here, and let's
We
say
learn there no construction
you
of
can do
car
exactly the
battery,
same thing for
which is
that
called
as
as
well. So you can
the
go to the web
lead
here, you can insert
accumulator.
some online pictures.
You know,
And
in this
then
lead
you can do that
accumulator,
with any other
we
images as
use
well. Just bring them back
aqueous
together,
solution of
find them,
sulfuric
locate
acid
them, and all that type of
with
thing.
38% by weight
Add them
or
together, or
having
bundle
a
them
density
together
of
by grouping them.
1.3 grams
So here
per
you can pick
centimeter
any of those
cube
pieces of the
as
puzzle.
an
You could theoretically use
electrolyte.
one of those, however you can't.
बघा हा जो
Unfortunately,
आहे
you
lead
cannot
accumulator
unbundle them.
for which
So you need
both
to
the
pick
processes
something that
are
is a single
possible.
piece,
We
and
can
then you
have
want to
discharging
add it.
also. We can have recharging also.
And let's say this one.
बघा आपण
You
म्हणतो
need
की
to
नाही
pick a
असं
piece that
की
actually
मला
will
कार
kind of
बॅटरी
fit. So
रिचार्ज
this
करायची
end will
आहे.
fit into that.
स्वतःला आपल्या काही येत तर नसतं
pick
खरं
the proper
पण म्हणतो
piece
आपण
there, click
की
on
बॅटरी
insert.
रिचार्ज करतोय असं करतोय तसं करतोय.
And now
So
once you
remember,
insert that
it
piece,
is
you want to
basically
resize
a
it
cell
to
for which
the size
both
of
the
potentially
processes
you
are possible.
use it for your
That means
presentation.
when it produces
So now
certain
here's
EMF,
one.
it acts as a
Now you
discharging.
can right click on it,
आणि जेव्हा मला
choose
रिचार्जिंग
copy,
करायचंय मी काय करतो
right click again,
आय हॅव टू
choose
अप्लाय
paste.
सम एक्सटर्नली
Now
EMF
notice we have two
which is
pieces of
greater
it. So
than
you can take
the
that and put it
potential
right
of
next to
that
each other.
cell. So
And then
that
copy
हे जे
this,
सल्फ्युरिक ऍसिड आहे जे कंझ्युम
and
होतंय
paste it,
ड्युरिंग डिस्चार्जिंग
copy,
that will be again formed, isn't it?
paste it.
आता ऍक्च्युली बघा
And then this
त्याची
one, what you
एक्झॅक्ट जी
can
व्हॅल्यू
do
आहे
is you can
ती
rotate
आहे
it this way if you want,
1.3
and
grams
then
per
you
ml
can connect
or
it with
grams
this
per
piece over
cc.
here. Then
In the given
next thing
option,
that you'd want to do
बघा
is,
कुठला ऑप्शन
let's say
सगळ्यात
this
जवळ
one
आहे
is sticking
1.3
out.
च्या.
You can
Of
actually
course, no
crop
doubt
that
it is the B option,
by
which
clicking on
is
crop here on
1.2
the top,
grams
and
per
simply
ml. So no doubt, again answer
cut
for
that
this
piece out.
number 5th MCQ
Click on
is
crop again.
B option.
Now,
It
is
is
it perfect? Probably
1.2
not, but it
grams
gives the
per
idea.
ml.
Now, you could go in here.
So remember,
to each
with
one
the
of
help
those
of
pieces,
these
and
5
you can,
MCQs,
simply change the
I
color.
have tried to
So
explain
double click on it,
how
go
you
under
can
color,
apply that
and then
elimination
pick
method,
something else that you might
how you
want.
should first
Click again.
look at the options there,
Let's say
because in the options
pieces
itself
of online
they will
education,
provide you hints.
You want to have quality
And
instruction.
before I
you want to have
conclude,
proper
I can
instructor
repeat
training.
my 2
You want to
important
have
points.
compliance
Of course, my
and
first
such.
point is
So in this case,
try
what
to
you do
solve
is you click
as
on
many
insert here.
MCQs
You want to do a text
as
box,
possible
and you
regularly,
say quality.
daily. You should
can
have
tweak it so
constant
that it
touch with the
shows a
subject
certain
of
way.
chemistry, because
And
remember,
then
as
on the
compared to
top of this,
other 2 subjects, physics and mathematics.
Basically, you're
No
changing the
doubt,
text here
chemistry
for
will
each,
help you.
component.
It is very,
And
very
then
friendly subject that will
you
give
click
you
on
good
the
marks
text, click on the
as
piece of the
compared to
puzzle here,
other,
and then
I would say,
right-click
3
on it
subjects:
and choose.
physics, maths,
You
as well
go
as
here under the picture
biology.
tools, and you can go
And second
under
important
arrange,
point,
and then choose to
from
group
today
them
only,
together.
you should
And you
start
do the
reading
grouping
textbook.
basically for each one
म्हणजे
of them
अगदी बोट
accordingly,
ठेवून
and I'm holding down the
प्रत्येक
control key, so you
अक्षर
have to select
अक्षर
more than one
तुम्ही
item
वाचून
to
काढा.
group
नुसतं
them. You
असं
can go under
वाचून काढू
arrange
नका,
or group,
but you
or
also
right-click
underline
once
the
you have
important
selected them
terms there,
and
important
group like we did
points
earlier.
there, so that
Now
before
they are
your
grouped
CET
together, or you can
or
select each
JEE
one of them.
main
Let's say you
or
want to
NEET
start with this
exam,
first one,
you
then
can
you go
just
here under animations,
go through that underlined terms
add an
or
animation,
points.
appear,
That is nothing but your
and that
revision.
first one, it'll appear. The next one, you can choose a
So
certain type of
thank
animation,
you
fly
for all
in.
of you. Our next session is
The
of
third one
another
as well,
very, very
and the
important
fourth one.
topic, which is called as the
You can
biology,
further customize
which
the
is
animation
useful
here
for
for
your
each
NEET
one of
exam
them,
as well as
so that they
for the
float in
CET.
for a certain
The
direction.
session will be
Now, if we
conducted
were to
by
present this,
Professor
we have
Shriya
the
Umrani
title
Madam.
of the slide. Then we are presenting that online education should be based on quality and focus on quality, then focus on training, focus on compliance, and the focus on technology. And you can keep on building this to your liking. So this hopefully gives you an idea as to how to customize this further and how to add from one single object, build the concept. If you go here under
Good afternoon,
insert
dear
and
participants.
you go under shapes,
I
you
first
really
thank
could build
Gadgir
this
sir
even
for
further.
such a
Or
wonderful
let's say I
session.
want to have this
He has
as
told you
background
about
for
all the
this,
tricks and
and
techniques
then
which will be
you can
useful
choose
for
to send this
cracking
to the
entrance
back by
examination.
right-clicking, sending it to the
I
back.
also congratulate all
And
of you
then
for not
you
losing
could
hopes.
say that this is the
You are looking
platform or the
forward
online environment or
positively
whatever it may be
for
that
giving
you're
such entrance
building
examination
this.
and for your
even this
better
component,
career,
you can
and
further
that's why you are
customize it by
attending this
either
webinar.
adding additional shapes and
एंट्रन्स
forms and
एक्झाम बद्दल
such,
बोलायचं झालं
arrows and all
तर
kinds of other
सगळ्यांना हा
objects,
प्रश्न
and
पडला
bundling
असेल,
them
मलाही
together.
पडला होता.
Or
12वीची
you could
बोर्डाची
just
एक्झाम
simply
जर
go and
द्यायची आहे, दिली,
reformat
आपण
just by
त्याच्यासाठी
going under
अभ्यास
the
केलाय, मग
format
ही
options
एंट्रन्स
here
एक्झाम
and
परत वेगळी का?
customizing it further from
If
here.
you look
So
at the
it's
pattern
very
very
powerful
carefully,
in
there
how
is
you can
tremendous
customize
difference
and
between the
tweak
pattern of
objects
12th
within
board
the
exam
slides in your
and your
presentation to
medical
make
entrance
a
exam,
fancy
maybe
presentation there
NEET
for your
or
audience.
CET.
And of course, do not
तुम्ही
forget to
12वीची
use
जी
smart
परीक्षा
art
दिली
as
आहे
well,
किंवा
and that is
जे
been
11वीत असतील
covered
ते
in
देणार
our
आहात,
video
इट
in
इज अ
PowerPoint
डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह पॅटर्न.
2016.
म्हणजे राईट शॉर्ट नोट्स किंवा आन्सर इन ब्रीफ असे क्वेश्चन्स तुम्हाला लिहायचे. आणि एंट्रन्स एक्झाम्स जर बघितली तर तिथे तुम्हाला मल्टिपल चॉईस क्वेश्चन सोडवायचे. मल्टिपल चॉईस क्वेश्चन जर बघितलेत तर तुम्हाला वाटेल किती सोपं आहे, 4 ऑप्शन्स दिलेत आणि आपल्याला त्यातला एकच सिलेक्ट करायचा. बट ट्रस्ट मी, इफ यू आर गिवन चॉईसेस, इट इज मोर कन्फ्युजिंग. तुम्ही साधं शॉपिंगला जर गेलात आणि जर तुम्हाला 4 ऑप्शन्स दिले, यू विल टेक मोर टाइम. पण तुम्हाला जर म्हटलं तुम्हाला हवं ते घ्या, मे बी तुम्ही लवकर काहीतरी पिकअप करा. सो जेवढे ऑप्शन्स जास्त तेवढं कन्फ्युजन जास्त. सो यू नीड टू बी व्हेरी प्रिसाइज, व्हेरी ॲक्युरेट, अँड यू नीड टू हॅव प्रॉपर अंडरस्टँडिंग ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट फॉर सॉल्विंग दोज MCQs. तुम्हाला बोर्डाची एक्झाम जेव्हा द्यायची असते, तुम्हाला एक डिफाईन्ड सिलेबस असतो. ते चॅप्टर्स तुम्ही प्रिपेअर करता, साधारण काय प्रश्न येणार आहेत हे पण तुम्हाला माहिती असतं आणि तुम्ही तशी तयारी करता अँड you may get better results. But when you are giving entrance examination, syllabus is based on whatever you have studied till now. त्यात 11वीचा सिलेबस आहे, त्यात 12वीचा सिलेबस आहे आणि जनरली आपली अभ्यास करण्याची पद्धत अशी असते की मागच्या सेमिस्टर मध्ये जे मी वाचलंय ते मला या सेमिस्टर मध्ये काहीच येत नसतं. So that cannot help when you are giving entrance examinations. साधारण क्वेश्चन्स जे बोर्डामध्ये येतात ते प्रेडिक्टिव्ह असतात. तुम्ही जर 5-6 वर्ष पूर्वीचे क्वेश्चन पेपर्स बघितले आणि त्याचा जर व्यवस्थित अभ्यास केला तर मला नाही वाटत की बोर्डाची परीक्षा पास होणं किंवा
So,
चांगले मार्क
you
मिळवणं
get the
हे
idea at this
फार
point.
कठीण काम
Now,
आहे.
in
पण
these
जर
cases,
एंट्रन्स
notice
एक्झाम
there's
बघितली
also
तर
a
क्वेश्चन्स
different
आर
set of
नॉट व्हेरी
tools here as
प्रेडिक्टिव्ह.
well that you can utilize
सो
during your
स्कोरिंग
presentation.
पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यूनी जर तुम्ही
In the
बघितलं
bottom
तर
here, there's this
बोर्डाची
little pencil
एक्झाम स्कोर
icon.
करणं
So what you
हे
can do is click on that little
कम्पॅरेटिव्हली इझी
pencil,
आहे.
choose pen,
कम्पॅरेटिव्हली
and then
म्हणते मी
as you are
दॅन
speaking
दी एंट्रन्स एक्झाम.
and
कारण
narrating,
कन्सेप्च्युअली
you can
क्लिअर
actually
असणं
write
फार
on the
गरजेचं आहे जेव्हा
screen,
तुम्ही एंट्रन्स
even
एक्झाम्स
if you
देता.
don't have a touch
सो जी
screen
तयारी तुम्ही
device that you're
बोर्डाची एक्झाम
presenting
द्यायला
with.
करताय आणि
And
जी
then
तयारी तुम्ही
basically,
एंट्रन्स
notice
एक्झाम
we
द्यायला
go
करताय
back here to the
त्यात
bottom again, and if
बऱ्यापैकी
you want to
फरक
use
आहे
the
आणि त्याची
highlighter
लागणारी
option, you can
तयारी
highlight
ही
stuff
प्रचंड वेगळी
using
आहे.
the mouse, and all of this is being captured.
मी
Obviously,
म्हणेन
you
की
can
बोर्डाची
change the
परीक्षा
colors
इज अ
here,
मेमरी गेम.
and if you want
It's a
to
memory
erase
test.
stuff, you can
तुम्ही
simply choose
काही
the
प्रश्नांची
eraser
उत्तरं पाठ
option
करता
on the bottom.
आणि तुम्ही उत्तरं लिहिता
And if you want
and
to
you
use a
get
laser
better
pointer
results.
option, laser
But
pointer is
believe
basically
me,
where you point
for
and it's
giving
going to
entrance
capture this red
examination,
dot as
you
you move
need
it
to
on the
have
screen.
precision, you need to have accuracy, and you
Now,
need
to
to
move
have
to the
proper
next slide,
understanding
you
of the
just use
subject.
the
जे
space
तुमचा
bar on
या
the
एंट्रन्स
keyboard or the arrows
एक्झाम
on your
मधनं टेस्ट
keyboard.
होणार आहे. अँड
To
दॅट्स
move to
वाय
the standard
एंट्रन्स एक्झाम ही
option, so that
बोर्डाच्या
you're no
परीक्षेपेक्षा
longer writing
वेगळी
on the
ठेवली आहे.
screen, you can press the escape key on your
त्यामुळे
keyboard,
आत्ता जे
and
11वी
then
मध्ये
it will
आहेत
still
किंवा
keep
आत्ताचे 9वी 10वी
moving,
मध्ये
just
आहेत
like as
त्यांनी
if you never touched
आत्तापासूनच
the annotation
एंट्रन्स
feature on
पॉइंट
the
ऑफ व्ह्यूनी
bottom.
अभ्यास
So you
करायला
go
लागा.
through the whole
डोंट बी
selection,
मार्क्स ओरिएंटेड, बी
and then
कन्सेप्च्युअली क्लिअर.
it's done. It's
खूप
once it reaches the
जणांना
end,
काय रे
all
अभ्यास
those
झाला का
recordings have
असं
been
विचारलं की एक
captured.
उत्तर
So
असतं
now
की
what you
आता
can do is
बोर्डाचा
you can
करतोय
go ahead and
आणि मग
present it,
बोर्डाची
and now
एक्झाम
you
झाली
have all
की
the
मी एंट्रन्सचा
audio
अभ्यास करणार आहे, मग मी एखादा
automatically
क्रॅश
playing in
कोर्स
the
लावणार आहे.
background.
आणि असं खूप जणांना वाटतं की एक 15 दिवसाचा 1 महिन्याचा क्रॅश कोर्स केला की आय विल बी थ्रू. बिलीव्ह मी, देर आर नो शॉर्टकट्स. दोन्ही परीक्षांचा अभ्यास वेगळा कसा काय असू शकतो? तुम्ही जेव्हा एखाद्या गोष्टीचा अभ्यास करता तेव्हा त्याचं इम्प्लिमेंटेशन खूप जास्त महत्वाचं असतं. टेक एन एक्झाम्पल, तुम्हाला तुम्ही सपोज एखाद्या कार ड्रायव्हिंग स्कूलमध्ये तुमचं नाव घातलंय आणि तुम्ही कार शिकलात. मग कार शिकल्यानंतर तुमची मैत्रीण किंवा मित्र म्हणाला की चल आता आपण ड्राईव्हला जाऊया. डू यू से दॅट आय कॅन ड्राईव्ह ओनली ऑन लक्ष्मी रोड or I can drive only on Tiyak Road because I have learnt it there? No, this is not the case. तुम्हाला एकदा ड्रायव्हिंग आलं की मग ते कुठल्याही रोडवरती येणं एक्सपेक्टेड आहे. तसंच आपल्या अभ्यासाचं आहे. When you are studying a proper topic, a particular topic, you should not say that I can only write board exam. You should also be able to write or you should be able to answer the questions related to that particular topic. तुमचा अभ्यास असा असला पाहिजे की फक्त बोर्ड एक्झाम नाही तर एंट्रन्सेस साठी पण त्या अभ्यासाचा उपयोग झाला पाहिजे. अँड दॅट्स वाय आय सेड दॅट कन्सेप्ट्स, गेटिंग दीज कन्सेप्ट्स क्लिअर, इट इज व्हेरी 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 इम्पॉर्टंट. जेव्हा तुम्हाला कुठलीही एंट्रन्स एक्झाम द्यायची, फक्त नीट असं नाही, इव्हन पुढे आयुष्यात तुम्ही पुढच्या एंट्रन्स एक्झाम्स द्याल त्याला सुद्धा कन्सेप्च्युअल नॉलेज इज व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. एक छोटंसं एक्झाम्पल बघूयात आपण. काय डिफरन्स आहे बोर्ड एक्झाम आणि तुमच्या एंट्रन्स एक्झाम मधला. सपोज आय आस्क यू टू राईट अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन ग्लायकॉलिसिस. I think all of you can write a note on glycolysis. किंवा आता जरी तुम्ही त्याचा अभ्यास केला नसेल तर सगळेजण ग्लायकॉलिसिस वर काही ना काहीतरी सांगू शकतील किंवा पाथवे सांगू शकतील किंवा थोडंसं काहीतरी लिहू शकतील. But if I ask you the next question, how many glucose molecules are required for formation of 52 pyruvic acid molecules at the end of glycolysis? Then you may stop. Generally, biology background च्या स्टुडंट्सचा प्रॉब्लेम हा असतो की when they see numbers in something, they find it difficult. So without even reading that question, one student might skip that. इथे तुम्हाला ऑप्शन्स दिलेत 52, 46, 32, 26. आता खरं तर तुम्हाला हा प्रश्न सोडवण्यासाठी अख्ख्या ग्लायकॉलिसिस पाथवे माहित असायची गरजच नाहीये, पण आपण प्रश्नच वाचत नाही कारण त्याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी नंबर्स दिलेले आहेत. numbers are really
across
really
all the slides
important,
of the same
and
kind.
numbers are going to be
Now,
required
let's go back
throughout
here
your
under
life,
View,
even
and
if
let's
you
add
choose
a
certain
logo.
career from
I
biology
copied the
background.
logo.
I
You can
think
just
Gadgil
copy
sir
any
also
image, just
mentioned
right click
about
on
it
it, choose
that
copy from
maths
your
should be very
wherever
strong.
you're
तुम्हाला
copying it from.
कुठलीही एंट्रन्स
But if
एक्झाम
I go
क्रॅक
here under
करायची आहे
View
किंवा
again and
पुढच्या
then go
कुठल्याही
to Slide
आयुष्यासाठी
Master
तुम्हाला
again,
मॅथ्स हे लागणारच
now I
आहे.
want to add the
मग
logo on
अगदी
any
तो
of those
बायोलॉजी
slides that
सब्जेक्ट
have
असला
the
तरी
title
मॅथ्सची
and the
रिक्वायरमेंट आपण
content
डिनाय करू
here.
शकत नाही.
Now I will right
So
click
if you look
and
at
choose
this question
Paste,
particularly, first of all,
and
what
here is,
you should know about this
let's say, my
glycolysis
logo.
मधलं तुम्हाला काय माहिती पाहिजे?
And let's say I
तर
want this
glucose is a
always to
6
be in the
carbon
bottom
compound.
left.
And what is the end product
Now
of
let's say
glycolysis?
that
You
I
should
have
know
also
that
other
pyruvic
slides.
acid is
I want it
end
on all
product of
kinds of slides.
glycolysis.
Let's say if I
And
want it on the
pyruvic
title slide, I
acid
could
is a
put it in
3
here.
carbon compound.
This is for the
So जेव्हा
title
52
slide.
pyruvic acid
Then
molecules
this is
तयार
for
होत आहेत,
this
तेव्हा
type of
किती
layout.
ग्लुकोज मॉलिक्युल्स
So we
लागायला
can right
पाहिजे?
click,
तर आन्सर
paste
इज
it
व्हेरी
there as
सिम्पल,
well.
आन्सर इज 26. आता मी जर तुम्हाला
Then
विचारलं
the
की
idea here
यामध्ये
is
तुम्हाला
that you're
ग्लायकॉलिसिस मधल्या
embedding, you're
कुठल्या
changing
पाथवे किंवा
the
कुठल्या
slides of
स्टेप्स
the
तुम्हाला
same
माहिती
kind
असायला
or the
हव्यात, तर
same
कुठल्याही
layout.
स्टेप्स तुम्हाला
And you
माहिती
could
असायला
keep on
नकोय.
doing this
इट
if
इज अ
you needed to.
सिम्पल लॉजिकल
And
क्वेश्चन.
close
फक्त
it.
तुम्हाला काय माहिती
Now
असायला
for my
हवंय, तर
slides,
पायरुविक
notice
ऍसिड
they
इज अ
have
3 कार्बन कंपाऊंड. पायरुविक ऍसिड इज
the
अन एंड
logo
प्रोडक्ट
in the
ऑफ
bottom.
ग्लायकॉलिसिस. आणि ग्लायकॉलिसिस स्टार्ट्स
You
विथ
could
ग्लुकोज
also go
विच इज अ
back
6
and
कार्बन.
customize this as make it as
पण
fancy
आपण
as you want
पॅनिक
and
होतो,
add,
आपण
let's say, for
नंबर्स
all
बघितल्यावर
those
प्रश्न
slides
वाचत
here,
नाही आणि इतके
I
छोटेसे
want to
क्वेश्चन
add,
सुद्धा आपल्याला 4 मार्क
let's say, a
मिळवून देणार
text
आहेत, पण
field,
आपण
insert
प्रश्नच न
here
वाचल्यामुळे
a text
आपल्याला
box,
तेही
and I
मिळत
can
नाही.
go here on the bottom and
So
say
this is the basic
tweak it how you
difference
want it,
between your board
format
exam
the
and
font
your
accordingly.
CET.
And then
हा तुमचा
you can
नीटचा
simply
पॅटर्न आहे.
copy this
There are total 180 questions.
and
Each
embed it.
question carries 4 marks. Each wrong answer carries -1. So total
into
marks
the
तुमचे आहेत
other
720.
kinds of
If you
slides.
see the marks
Then go back
distribution,
under Slide Master tab, click
physics
on
number of
Close,
questions 45,
and
chemistry
notice
number of
this will
questions
be
45,
displayed
zoology
on
number of
slides.
questions
So
45,
it's
and
very
botany
powerful
number of
feature
questions
to save you
45. So
time.
there is equal weightage for all the subjects. 360 टोटल मार्क्स आहेत तुम्हाला बायोलॉजी सेक्शन साठी आणि
In this
360
brief
मार्क्स
video, I
आहेत तुम्हाला
demonstrate how
फिजिक्स
to
आणि
use
केमिस्ट्री साठी.
slideshow timings in PowerPoint 2016. There might be cases
तुमचा
where
जर
you
आपण
develop a
पेपर
PowerPoint
बघितला
presentation
तर
and you want the
ही एक
slides,
साधारण
whether it's
लिस्ट आहे
pictures or the
इम्पॉर्टंट
slides,
टॉपिक्सची,
to play
जी पेपर
automatically
जे
without
टॉपिक्स
any
पेपरमध्ये
interaction.
जास्त करून
So
आलेले
the way
आहेत.
you do that is by
बायोटेक्नॉलॉजी
going
आहे
to the
त्याच्यामध्ये,
slideshow
जेनेटिक्स
here
आहे,
and
कंट्रोल
then
कोऑर्डिनेशन आहे,
recording the timings
एक्सक्रीशन
for
आहे,
each slide.
सर्क्युलेशन आहे,
If you're going to
रेस्पिरेशन आहे
utilize
आणि
something like
न्यूट्रिशन
this,
आहे. आता
what
फक्त याच
suggests is
टॉपिक्सचा
that you
अभ्यास करायचा
embed
का तर
sound
नाही,
in that
आपल्याला सगळ्या
presentation as
टॉपिक्सचा
well.
अभ्यास करायचा आहे.
Just check
पण ओव्हरऑल
the
जर तुम्ही
video on
प्रिव्हियस क्वेश्चन
inserting
पेपर्स बघितले
audio and
तर
sound in your
साधारणपणे
presentation.
या
So in
टॉपिक्स
my
वरती
case here, I
जास्त
have
क्वेश्चन्स
right
आलेले
here at
आहेत
the
असं
bottom of
म्हणायला
this, I
आपल्याला
have
हरकत
a
नाही.
sound file, and the playback for this has been
Now I am
configured so
not
it runs
here
automatically and will play
to
across
tell
all
you
the
how to
slides.
study. कारण
Now to
ऑलरेडी जे
record the
12वीत आहेत
timings for it,
त्यांचा
or to
अभ्यास झालेला
rehearse the
आहे.
timings, what
1-1.5
we can
महिन्यात
do is we
तुम्हाला
can click here on
मे बी
slideshow
तुमची एंट्रन्स
and then
एक्झाम
choose
असेल.
rehearse timings.
11वीतल्या मुलांसाठी
And notice
किंवा
it's
त्याच्या 10वीतही
playing.
जे स्टुडंट्स
And
आहेत
now I'm
त्यांना
going
मी
to keep
आता
it for so
सांगितलंच की
long
ऍक्च्युअल
on this
तुम्ही अभ्यास
slide.
कसा
Now
केला पाहिजे.
I go to the next
आता
slide.
फक्त मी काय सांगणार आहे तर तुम्ही एक्झाम
Next.
देताना
And notice it's
तुम्ही काय
recording
काळजी
the
घेतली
time up
पाहिजे
here,
किंवा
how many
इवन पेपर
seconds it needs to
सोडवताना
stay on
तुमचा
this slide.
अप्रोच कसा असला पाहिजे. बिकॉज देर इज, एज आय टोल्ड यू, देर इज अ डिफरन्स इन रायटिंग डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह क्वेश्चन्स अँड सॉल्विंग एमसीक्यूज. तुमचा
Then
अप्रोच
you
हा
press
टोटली
escape,
वेगळा
you
असतो
go
जेव्हा
all the
तुम्ही
way through the
एमसीक्यूज सॉल्व्ह
slideshow,
करता.
all the way to the
एमसीक्यूज
end.
सॉल्व्ह करायच्या
And
पण
then
काही
it says
ट्रिक्स
the total
असतात.
time for this slide was
पहिल्यांदा
25
सिलेक्शन ऑफ
seconds. You want to
टॉपिक्स.
save the
जेव्हा
new
तुम्ही
slide
अभ्यास
timing,
करताय,
so
फॉर
say
एक्झाम्पल
yes.
आता 1.5
And
महिना
then
उरलाय
at any point
आणि
you
आता
can
तुम्हाला
play
1.5
this.
महिन्यामध्ये
Let's say in the
तुम्हाला अभ्यास
future,
करायचा
whenever
आहे.
you want to do
सो
this,
फर्स्ट
you can
सिलेक्ट
click
दोज
on
टॉपिक्स विथ
slideshow
विच
here.
यू आर
You can
कम्फर्टेबल.
choose use
आपल्याला
timings,
सगळेच्या सगळे
or you can
टॉपिक्स हे
choose
100%
set
येत
up a new
असतात असं नाही.
slideshow.
फॉर
So the
एक्झाम्पल
new
आय एम व्हेरी
slideshow,
गुड
you say,
ॲट
okay, it's
जेनेटिक्स
presented
अँड
full
बायोटेक्नॉलॉजी.
screen,
फोकस ऑन दोज
loop
टॉपिक्स फर्स्ट.
continuously until
त्याच्या रिलेटेड
somebody
एमसीक्यू
presses
सोडवायची
escape
प्रॅक्टिस करा
and
आणि मग बाकीचे
advance
टॉपिक्स
using
तुम्ही
timings
अभ्यासणार
automatically.
आहातच.
So
पण आपला
basically,
जो
whenever you're
एक्सपर्टाईज सेक्शन आहे त्याच्यावरती आपण जास्त फोकस केला पाहिजे असं मला वाटतं. प्रॅक्टिस एमसीक्यूज एव्हरी डे. Gadgil sir already mentioned about
Click on
it
from beginning.
in
That's
giving
what the presenter will do.
chemistry
And now
session.
all of this stuff it's
तुम्ही
going to play automatically.
जेव्हा बोर्डाची एक्झाम देता तेव्हा सुद्धा तुम्ही शेवटी पेपर्सची प्रॅक्टिस
Now
करता.
notice it doesn't have
प्रॅक्टिस
any of
मेक्स
the
मॅन
audio
परफेक्ट असं म्हणतात
that you
सगळेजण.
might have chosen to
तर
do. If you
एमसीक्यू
wanted
सोडवल्याने
audio, you'd have to use the
एमसीक्यूची
record
प्रॅक्टिस केल्याने
option.
काय होणार आहे तर आपल्याला आपण तो स्किल सेट जो असतो तो अक्वायर करतो. मी असं म्हणणार नाही की तुम्ही जे एमसीक्यू सॉल्व्ह कराल
So
तेच
that's how
क्वेश्चन्स
timing the
तुमच्या
slides
एक्झाम
and
मध्ये येतील.
rehearsing the timings
पण
works in
अप्रोच
PowerPoint
टुवर्ड्स सॉल्विंग
2016.
एमसीक्यूज इज
It's actually
ऑल्सो
very
व्हेरी व्हेरी
similar to
व्हेरी
previous
इम्पॉर्टंट.
versions as well.
ते जे स्किल्स आहे ते हळूहळू तुमचं डेव्हलप व्हायला लागेल जर तुम्ही रोज 50 ते 60 एमसीक्यू सॉल्व्ह केले. टाइम मॅनेजमेंट इज ऑल्सो
In this
व्हेरी
session,
व्हेरी
I'm going
व्हेरी
to demonstrate
इम्पॉर्टंट.
how to utilize
असं होऊन
notes
चालणार
and
नाही
embed
की
those
मी
notes
एका
in
प्रश्नाला
individual
बाबा 10
slides
मिनिटं
in
वेळ
your
घालवलाय
presentations.
आणि मग
These
तो
notes could
क्वेश्चन
be
माझा
utilized
बरोबर
by
आलाय
you
आणि
when
मी
you're
बाकीचे
presenting by
प्रश्न
printing them
सोडवलेच
out,
नाही.
or
So
you
you
could
have
use
to
all the
give
presentation
equal
view in
time
PowerPoint
and
where
equal
you can actually
what can you
read
say
those
justice
notes
to all
similar
the
to like a
questions which you are
teleprompter.
going to solve.
So to insert notes,
प्रत्येक
basically what you need to do is
क्वेश्चनला
go
साधारण
into
1 ते 2
each slide
मिनिटाचा
here,
वेळ
and
सफिशियंट
notice
असतो.
there's this
आणि
option
मी जे
here at the
मगाशी
bottom
म्हणलं
that
की
says
प्रॅक्टिस
notes.
एमसीक्यूज एव्हरी डे.
Click on it.
सो तुम्हाला
You can
त्या
move this
वेळेत
further
तेवढे
up
प्रश्न
as well if
सोडवायची
you want it,
प्रॅक्टिस ही
and then
करावीच
just
लागणार
type
आहे.
your
तरच तुमचा
content in
क्वेश्चन
there for your
पेपर हा
presentation.
दिलेल्या
So
वेळेत
if
पूर्ण
whatever
होणार
your
आहे.
script is going
देन
to be
सिलेक्शन ऑफ
for that
क्वेश्चन्स.
particular slide,
आता तुम्ही जेव्हा
you
तुमच्या
enter
समोर
those
जेव्हा पेपर
notes
येतो
in
तेव्हा
each one
यू
of those
आर
slides.
सपोज
So
टू
you'll go to
रीड
the
द
next
क्वेश्चन
slide
पेपर
here
व्हेरी व्हेरी
and
केअरफुली.
insert the
मी असं म्हणत
content.
नाही ओळ सुरुवातीला वाचा, पण आपण जे एक म्हणतो की
Keep in
ग्लिम्स ऑफ
mind
द
also
क्वेश्चन्स
that notes can
ते
be
आपल्याला कळणं
formatted,
फार
so
गरजेचं
you can
आहे.
make the font
आता
bold and
आपल्या
such,
पेपरमध्ये निगेटिव्ह मार्किंग आहे. सो इट इज नॉट
and
पॉसिबल
make it
फॉर
certain
ऑल ऑफ
keywords
अस टू सॉल्व्ह
stand
ऑल द
out by
क्वेश्चन्स. मे
highlighting
बी
them
आपल्याला
and
त्यातले काही
making them
क्वेश्चन्स
larger
येणार
and all
नाहीये.
that
सो
type
वी
of
आर गोइंग
thing.
टू लीव्ह दोज
So
क्वेश्चन्स.
now
पण मला
those
कुठले
notes
कुठले क्वेश्चन्स
you can print
कॉन्फिडेंटली
them
येऊ
out.
शकतात
For example, so
ते
if you
तर
go
आपण
here
सिलेक्ट
under
करू
File
शकतो.
and
आणि
choose
पेपरच्या
Print,
सुरुवातीला मला असं वाटतं की एक
notice
ग्लिम्स
that
आपल्याला
here
पेपरचा आला
under
की
what
वी
you want
जस्ट
to
कॅन
print,
टिक मार्क दोज क्वेश्चन्स
you
विच
want to
वी आर गोइंग टू
choose
सॉल्व
here
फर्स्ट
the
अँड देन वी
notes
विल
pages.
फोकस ऑन सम
Notice that it is going
डिफरंट
to be one
क्वेश्चन्स
slide per page,
जे
and the
आपल्याला
notes
थोडेसे
that
आपण
you
डायसी
entered
आहोत त्या
earlier under
क्वेश्चन्स
each
बद्दल.
slide, they're going to be
त्यासाठी
displayed
सिलेक्शन ऑफ
right below
क्वेश्चन्स
the
इज
actual
ऑल्सो व्हेरी मच
slide.
इम्पॉर्टंट. वन
And
पॉइंट
then
आय एम
my
मिसिंग
other
आउट हिअर
suggestion would be that when you're
is
printing
about
these,
reading the
you don't need to
questions very
choose
carefully.
color. You can just choose
आपण
grayscale as well
जेव्हा
and print
एक्झाम
them
देतो
out.
तेव्हा
So
आपण
that's one
थोडेसे
method to
पॅनिक मोड मध्ये
use
असतो.
the
कुठलीही
notes.
परीक्षा
The
देताना
other
आपल्याला थोडी
method
भीती
is
वाटत असते.
when you go to
सो मे
present
बी
your
आपण क्वेश्चन्स
presentation
नीट
for
वाचत
real
नाही.
in front of the
Now
audience,
the questions
you can
will
also
not be
use what's
descriptive
called the
types. The
presenter
questions,
view.
some questions will be analytical
So to
questions,
use the presenter
some
view, you just
problems
make
will
sure
be
you have
there.
the presenter
So
view
maybe
enabled,
आपण जे
and
वाचतोय
then
आपलं इंटरप्रिटेशन
here
आणि
you can choose on
एक्झामिनरला
which
काय विचारायचंय
monitor it will
हे
be
वेगळं
displayed.
असू
Your
शकतं आणि
presentation will be
त्याच्यासाठी तो
displayed or
प्रश्न
your notes
तुम्हाला
will be
नीट
displayed.
समजणं
So we make
खूप
sure that we have
गरजेचं
a
आहे.
presenter view
आय जस्ट गिव्ह यू
here,
अन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ
and
ग्लायकॉलिसिस.
then
तर राईट
we
अ शॉर्ट
choose
नोट ऑन
from the
ग्लायकॉलिसिस.
beginning.
याच्यामध्ये
And at this
फारसं काही
point, notice
अंडरस्टँडिंगचा
this is what
प्रश्नच
the
नाहीये. तुम्हाला एक
audience will
शॉर्ट
be
नोट विचारली
seeing.
आणि ती तुम्हाला
It's the
लिहायची.
actual
पण जर
slide
त्याच्यामध्ये
on the
काही
end
फिगर्स असतील,
of the
काही फॅक्ट्स
projector.
असतील तर त्या तुम्हाला
And
नीट
then this
समजून
is a
घ्यायला लागणार
preview of the
आहेत.
next
आणि
slide that
मग
will
त्या
come up.
समजून
And then
घेतल्यानंतर
here are the
त्याच्यावरती तुम्हाला काम
notes
करावं लागणार
that
आहे.
we have
आणि हे
typed in
सगळं
before.
तुम्हाला 1 ते
Notice
2
here in the
मिनिटात
bottom,
करायचंय.
you can
Which
actually
needs
click to
practice.
make this text much larger, and it will be
जसं
very
मी
similar
म्हणलं की
to like
क्वेश्चन
having a
पेपर
teleprompter
अनालिसिस
for you.
इज ऑल्सो व्हेरी मच
And then you'd
इम्पॉर्टंट.
go ahead and present
टाइप्स ऑफ
this.
क्वेश्चन्स आपल्या
And
क्वेश्चन पेपर
notice
मध्ये
that you
कुठले
also
कुठले
have
आहेत.
this pen here,
तर
where you can
साधारणपणे मी
actually
जो क्वेश्चन
annotate
पेपरचा अभ्यास केलाय
as you are
त्याच्यामध्ये
presenting
फॅक्च्युअल
to your
क्वेश्चन्स असतात,
audience. So you choose
काही
the pen
अनालिटिकल
option,
क्वेश्चन्स असतात,
and you can
सम मॅच द
annotate and
पेअर्स
also
आर
read
देअर,
your
सम
notes
सिक्वेन्शियल
over here on the
प्रोसेसेस
right-hand
आर
side.
आस्क्ड.
So that's how
आता
the
या
notes will be
क्वेश्चन सॉल्विंग
utilized in
स्ट्रॅटेजीज
your
पण असतात.
presentation.
तर
They can be
काही
printed
क्वेश्चन्स
out,
हे सिम्पल
or you can
लॉजिकली सोडवता
utilize
येतात.
them in
त्यासाठी आपल्याला त्या
conjunction
सब्जेक्टची मे बी खूप
with
इन डेप्थ
the
नॉलेज असायची
presenter
गरज
view
नाहीये.
in PowerPoint
काही क्वेश्चनसाठी
2016,
आपल्याला
which is now
खरंच
the
खूप
default view
इन डेप्थ
for
त्या सब्जेक्टचं
presentation.
नॉलेज असणं
If you're
गरजेचं आहे.
using
अंडरस्टँडिंग इज
Windows
व्हेरी व्हेरी
7 or some other
एसेन्शियल.
version and such,
काही
and you can't
क्वेश्चन्स
get the display to do the
एलिमिनेशन
presenter
मेथडनी
view,
आपल्याला सॉल्व्ह करता येऊ शकतात. गाडगीळ सर हॅज ऑल्सो टॉक्ड अबाउट एलिमिनेशन मेथड, आणि काही आपण म्हणू शकतो की आपण रॅन्डम गेस करतो. तर हे अनालिसिस का गरजेचं आहे, तर जेव्हा तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिस करताय तेव्हा आपण मॅच द पेअर्सच्या पण काही क्वेश्चन सेट्स काढू शकतो. काही सिक्वेन्शियल प्रोसेसेस 11वी आणि 12वी मध्ये कुठल्या कुठल्या सिक्वेन्शियल प्रोसेसेस आहेत बरं, हे सगळं लिस्ट डाऊन करू शकतो. त्याच्यानंतर अनालिटिकल क्वेश्चन्स मध्ये काही प्रॉब्लेम्स विचारले जाऊ शकतात. तर आता असं नाहीये की 11वी-12वी मधल्या सगळ्याच चॅप्टर्स मध्ये प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत. तर असे काही तुम्ही चॅप्टर्स सिलेक्ट करा ज्याच्यामध्ये प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत आणि त्याच्यामधल्या प्रॉब्लेम्सची तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिस करू शकता. यू नेव्हर नो द प्रॉब्लेम विच यू सॉल्व्ड इन प्रॅक्टिसिंग तोच प्रॉब्लेम तुम्हाला एंट्रन्स एक्झामला आलाय असंही होऊ शकतं. सो दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट क्वेश्चन पेपर अनालिसिस. तुम्ही पूर्वीचे क्वेश्चन पेपर बघून असं थोडंसं अनालिसिस केलं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये काय काय प्रकारचे क्वेश्चन्स आहेत हे जर बघितलं तर दॅट मे हेल्प यू अ लॉट. आता काही थोडीशी एक्झाम्पल्स आपण बघूया. फॉर एक्झाम्पल here I have mentioned one question. Which part of the brain is responsible for thermoregulation? Can anyone tell me which part of the brain is responsible for thermoregulation? You can type it in the chat box. Options are hypothalamus, cerebrum, corpus callosum, and medulla oblongata. For these types of questions, you need to know. You need to know. तुम्ही इथे काहीही लॉजिक अप्लाय करू शकत नाही किंवा तुम्ही कुठल्याही एलिमिनेशन मेथडनी हा प्रश्न सॉल्व्ह करू शकत नाही. तुम्हाला प्रत्येक ब्रेनच्या पार्टची माहिती असणं यासाठी खूप गरजेचं आहे. सो दिस इज काइंड ऑफ अ फॅक्च्युअल क्वेश्चन. सो द आन्सर इज हायपोथॅलॅमस. Basically, you should know that hypothalamus maintains homeostasis or thermoregulation. Cerebrum is an option which is responsible for controlling emotions, hearing, vision. It also controls voluntary actions. Corpus callosum, it connects left, right cerebral hemispheres and right cerebral hemisphere. And medulla oblongata is responsible for involuntary functions. So basically, for this question, you need to know what function or which parts are responsible for which function. Second question is also like that. Which of the following can be used as a biocontrol agent in treatment of plant diseases? Option 1 is trichoderma, B is chlorella, C is anabaena, and D is lactobacillus. Now trichoderma is a fungus, chlorella anabaena is cyanobacteria, chlorella is alga, and lactobacillus, as you can read, is a bacilli or it is a bacteria. So again here you need to know that trichoderma is used as a biocontrol agent in treatment of plant diseases. असे भरपूर क्वेश्चन्स तुम्हाला एंट्रन्स एक्झाम मध्ये किंवा तुमच्या क्वेश्चन पेपर मध्ये दिसतील की जे फॅक्च्युअल क्वेश्चन्स आहेत आणि त्यासाठी तुम्हाला जसं गाडगीळ सरांनी मगाशी सांगितलं की टेक्स्टबुक वाचणं गरजेचं आहे. त्यामधनं तुम्ही अशी एक लिस्ट तयार करू शकता क्वेश्चन्सची and you can solve them and you can practice them.
The screen.
Now this is something where you need to know some concepts. Conceptually, you have to be very strong. A gene has locus, has two alleles, capital A, small a. If the frequency of dominant allele A is 0.4, then what will be the frequency of homozygous dominant, heterozygous and homozygous recessive individuals in the population? Now they have given certain options. आता याच्या analytical question का आहे तर तुम्हाला इथे कुठलं प्रिन्सिपल अप्लाय करायचंय किंवा मी इथे कुठला फॉर्म्युला वापरू शकते हे माहिती असणं खूप गरजेचं आहे. विदाउट अंडरस्टँडिंग यू कॅन नॉट सॉल्व दिस पर्टिक्युलर क्वेश्चन. नाव हियर यू शुड अंडरस्टँड that you have studied Hardy-Weinberg principle and you are supposed to implement this Hardy-Weinberg principle here. Now if P and Q are only two alleles responsible for particular characteristics, then sum of the frequency, that is P plus Q, is 1. And if you want to know the genotypes, you can square the bracket, that is P plus Q bracket square, and you should know how to solve that bracket, which is P square plus 2PQ plus Q square, which is equal to 1. Now you should know that we are supposed to implement Hardy-Weinberg principle over here.
Theme to theme that you are utilizing in your presentation. So if you're trying to get the same kind of background or the same kind of content that or what you see
Now this is
here,
the solution. Correct
and
answer
it
is
doesn't
C.
work on your
Is
machine, on your end there,
for capital A,
then
capital A,
potentially
the frequency is
the reason for that is
0.16,
because you're
capital
using a
A,
different
small a,
design.
frequency is
Depends on the design that
0.48,
you have
and
selected
small
here
a,
under the
frequency is
design options.
0.36.
So that's how you
Now
use
see
the
how
quick
I have
styles
tried to
in
solve it.
PowerPoint.
Now you know the frequency of dominant allele, which is given. I can say it as P, which is 0.4. Now since the sum of the frequency is 1, I have subtracted this 0.4 to get the frequency of recessive allele, that is 1 minus 0.4, which is equal to 0.6. Now if I have to find out the homozygous dominant individuals, then I have to find out what is P square. So P square is 0.16. For heterozygous individuals, it is 2PQ. That means 2 into 0.4 into 0.6, which is 0.48. And for frequency of homozygous recessive individuals, it is Q square, that is 0.36. So here are certain, these are certain analytical questions for which understanding is required. You should know which principle is to be applied for solving these questions.
And then you select the
Now,
files that you want to
some
put
match
into
the
that
pairs
album.
are there.
So we go
According
here
to me, you
and
should
I
not
think I
leave
have
these
them on
match
my
the pairs. They are
desktop.
very simple.
And here are all
मे बी
the
तुम्हाला
photos, so
या
you can select them all
चार मधले सगळे
and just
ऑप्शन्स
press
येत
on
नसतील,
Control A
पण
in
3
this
जरी
case.
आले तरी एका
And then
ऑप्शन साठी तुम्ही थोडासा गेस
it
करू
lists them
शकता.
here. We can change the
Now
order
this
if we
question is
want,
from
or we can choose
biotechnology
here
part.
the layout, so it's going to fit into
Lactobacillus,
the slide,
Saccharomyces
or you can
cerevisiae,
have
Aspergillus
two
niger,
pictures per
Acetobacter
slide, or
aceti.
however you determine that you
Options
want
are
those.
cheese,
And then
curd,
you can even
citric
apply a
acid,
theme if
bread,
you
and
prefer
acetic
to.
acid.
You have to click on
Now,
browse and look up theme
from
to apply the
option
theme.
D,
And then all you have to do
Acetobacter
is
aceti, I
simply
think
click on
name itself
create,
suggests
and it'll do
what
the
is the
magic.
product for this
Note that
particular
this created a new
organism.
presentation
Question is
here.
match the
Note
following
that the pictures have
organisms
been
with the
added at
products
this
they
point
produce. आता
and perfectly
Acetobacter
resized.
aceti
Now
याच्या
you
नावावरूनच
could simply
तुम्हाला
add
हे कळेल
sound
की it is
and
producing
rehearse the
acetic
timings,
acid.
and the
Now
presentation
Saccharomyces
will
cerevisiae.
play
Saccharomyces
automatically.
cerevisiae पण आपल्याला
And for
माहिती आहे
those
की it's a
functions,
yeast आणि
refer
bread
to the other
जनरली
tutorials from
ब्रेड
PowerPoint
बनवण्यासाठी
2016,
ब्रेडसाठी
such as
आपल्याला
rehearsing and
yeast
inserting
लागते. So
sound
Saccharomyces
into a
cerevisiae
presentation.
can be the
Notice
option
it's
for bread.
done automatically.
Curd
That's
आपल्या
how to
बऱ्याच
create
जणांना माहिती
a
असतं की
photo album
लॅक्टोबॅसिलस इज
in PowerPoint
रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर
2016.
फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कर्ड. सो हे 3 आपल्याला ऑप्शन्स माहिती आहेत. नाव द रिमेनिंग पार्ट इज एस्परजिलस नायजर, where you can guess
In
between
this
cheese and
brief
citric
presentation,
acid.
I'll
So
demonstrate how
correct
to
answer
email
is
a
citric
presentation
acid.
from
This is how you can
PowerPoint.
solve
So we click
match
on
the pairs.
File here,
Match the
and
pairs
then
are
choose
comparatively
here,
easy
and
आणि
then
मार्क
choose
मिळवण्याच्या दृष्टीने पण
email.
match the
Of course,
pairs
you could
खूप
save it to the
सोपे
cloud if
असतात.
you're sharing
त्यामुळे
it with
match the
OneDrive
pairs
with
हे
other
तुम्ही
people.
सोडवलंच पाहिजे.
But you can
Now,
also
some
utilize here under
sequential
email
processes
and
are
send it as an
also
attachment,
asked.
or send
Now,
it as a
in this
PDF
question,
as well,
I have
and it will
asked
do the
about
conversion
correct
automatically. So it's
sequence of
basically going to
phases
convert it
of
into
cell
PDF
cycle.
and
Now you
then
should
send it to your
know
email.
about the cell
So if you
cycle.
choose
What
send it
are
as an
4 different
attachment,
phases in the cell
you
cycle?
need to have
आणि फक्त
Outlook,
तुम्हाला
of
phases
course, in
माहिती
order
असून
for
उपयोग
that
नाहीये.
to
तर
work.
सिक्वेन्स
And then
कसा
you
आहे या
simply
सेल
put the
सायकलचा
address of the
हे पण
individual
तुम्हाला
that you want
माहिती
to
असणं
send it
गरजेचं
to,
आहे.
and simply
Now
press send.
G1 is the first phase.
The other option
Synthesis
here
is
is
the
to
second
under
phase.
share. You
G2,
click
that
on
is
email.
gap 2,
As
is
I
the
mentioned
third
earlier, you
phase,
can
and
send
M,
this
that
as
is
a PDF.
mitosis, is the
It's going to publish it first into PDF,
last stage.
and
So
then it's going to
for
open the email
G1,
application,
gap phase,
attaching it
for
as a
synthesis
PDF
phase,
file.
in synthesis
All you
phase,
have to do is put
you
the
are or
email
the
address of the
cell is
individual
trying
where you
to
want to send it to, and then
produce
press
machinery
send,
which
and
is
done.
or cell is replicating. So in G1 phase, all the machinery which is required is produced. G2 is a proofreading phase, you can say, and in the M
In
phase,
this
cell
session, I'll
divides.
demonstrate
So
how to
here the
save your
correct option is
presentation in PDF
G1,
format. There might be
S,
cases where you have
G2
to send
and M.
your
आता इथे मला
presentation to someone outside of your
फक्त
organization,
सेल
and
सायकल
for
काय आहे
various
किंवा सेल
reasons you
सायकल
don't
मध्ये
want to send it in
कुठल्या फेजेस
PowerPoint
आहेत हे
format, but
माहिती
you want to
असून
send it in
उपयोग नाही, तर
PDF.
त्याचा सिक्वेन्स पण
So
खूप
here's how you
महत्वाचा
do
आहे.
it. It's very
So
simple. You
सिक्वेन्शियल
click on
प्रोसेसेस
File
तुम्ही
here
तुमच्या 11वी
and
आणि
choose
12वीच्या सिलेबस
Export,
मधनं अशा कुठल्या
and
कुठल्या
then
सिक्वेन्शियल
choose
प्रोसेसेस आहेत
Create
त्याची पण एक
PDF
लिस्ट करू
XPS
शकता.
document.
त्याच्यामधला एक प्रश्न
Then
100%
click on
तुम्हाला
Create
विचारला
PDF XPS,
जाणारच आहे.
And then notice it's going to be a
Now this MCQs which could be solved by simple logic.
Click on publish. And
Read the question very carefully.
in PDF format.
In quantitative inheritance, when character is controlled by two pairs of genes, ratio obtained in F2 generation is option A 1:2:1, option B 1:4:6:4:1, option C 9:3:3:1, and option D 1:16:15:20:15:6:1. I already mentioned about reading the question very carefully. Now read the question very carefully. When we read that when character is controlled by two pairs of genes, patkan आपण काय विचार करतो? It is an example of dihybrid cross. No, it is not. Read the question carefully. Read the complete question. They have asked you about when the character is controlled by two pairs of genes. A particular character is controlled by two pairs of genes. They are not talking about two different characters. They are talking about a single character which is controlled by two pairs of genes. So you should understand that this is an example of polygenic inheritance. Now, when they are saying that there are two pairs of genes, we should immediately understand the combinations or how many genotypes can be obtained with two pairs of genes. So, with two pairs of genes, 16 genotypes are obtained. You might not know the exact ratio, but when you are approaching this question, how you should go about it or how you should think about it. So 16 genotype pairs. So from the options, कुठल्या ऑप्शन्स मध्ये 16 genotypes pairs तुम्हाला दिसतायत? तर आय थिंक ऑप्शन ए आणि ऑप्शन डी मध्ये ते दिसत नाही. मग कुठल्या ऑप्शन मध्ये तुम्हाला 16 genotype चे pairs दिसतायत? तर you can see 16 genotype pairs in option B and in option C. Now if you know that 9:3:3:1 is an answer for dihybrid cross, we should immediately understand when we are talking about polygenic inheritance, it is something different than dihybrid cross. So that C option can also be eliminated. So the correct answer would be 1:4:6:4:1. This is how you should approach your MCQ. तुम्हाला प्रत्येक आता या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला हे सगळे रेशोज माहिती असायची गरज आहे का? नाहीये. तुम्हाला काय कळण्याची गरज आहे? तुम्हाला हे कळण्याची गरज आहे दॅट देर आर टू पेअर्स ऑफ जीन्स अँड two pairs of genes, they are controlling a single character. That means it is an example of polygenic inheritance. And you should also know the ratio for dihybrid cross so that you should not get confused. Now, the second question, under which of the conditions there will be no change in the reading frame of the mRNA? They have given one sequence of mRNA, AAC, AGC, GGU, GCU, AUU. Now, while solving this question, you should understand the meaning of reading frame. आता तुम्हाला प्रत्येक कोडॉन कुठला अमायनो ऍसिड कुठला अमायनो ऍसिड तयार करता हे माहिती असायची गरज आहे का? तर नाही. यू शुड अंडरस्टँड द मिनिंग ऑफ रीडिंग फ्रेम. Codon is a triplet. So the mRNA will be read in a group of 3. So reading frame कधी बदलणार आहे तुमची? जेव्हा एखादा बेस त्याच्यातनं ऍड होणार आहे किंवा एखादा बेस डिलीट होणार आहे किंवा 2 बेसेस ऍड होणार आहेत किंवा 2 बेसेस डिलीट होणार आहेत. बट व्हॉट if triplet is inserted and triplet is deleted?
So
आणि
most of the
जर
time you'll most
स्पेसिफिक
likely not
इंटरवल
have YouTube
नंतर
videos
जर त्या
embedded.
घातल्या गेल्या
In
फॉर
this
एक्झाम्पल
case,
7th,
we'll
8 and
click
9
on continue
AAC
without the media
AGC
from
या
YouTube
नंतर
and
जर
other external
ऍडिशन
sources,
झाली
and then you just
तर
need to let
देर
it do
विल
its
नॉट बी
thing.
एनी
Notice
चेंज
the
इन द
progress
रीडिंग
bar
फ्रेम.
is
सो
going to be
तुम्हाला
here at the
बी सी
bottom.
आणि डी
And
हे
like I
ऑप्शन्स
mentioned earlier,
वाचायचीच गरज
depending on
नाहीये. यू
how
शुड
big your
अंडरस्टँड की
PowerPoint is
ऍडिशन आणि
and
डिलिशन
how much
हे फक्त
speaking you did,
ट्रिपलेट
it'll take
इन्सर्ट
a little
केल्याने
time.
किंवा
So you need to be
ट्रिपलेट
patient
डिलीट केल्याने एका
and
पर्टिक्युलर
maybe do
पोझिशनला रीडिंग
something
फ्रेम चेंज
else
होणार
during
नाहीये.
the time
सो
that
यू
this
शुड
is processing.
इमिजिएटली टिक
And now
मार्क
after a few minutes,
option
the
A, that
video
is
was
deletion of
produced,
GGU
and now
from
we can go
7th,
back
8th
here
and
to our
9th
folder.
position.
We already had saved on
Now
the
Gadge
desktop
sir
in the
has also
PowerPoint
talked about
2016.
the
And now notice
elimination
we have
method,
the
how you can
MP4 video
apply
here.
elimination
Double
method
click on
when
it.
you do
And the
not
video at this
know
point
the
should have
exact
started our
answer.
PowerPoint. All
Now
the
first
options
answer
go
is
from one slide
glycosidic
to the
bond
other
exists
slide,
in
and
DNA
the system
molecule
is recording
between
whatever you
option
do,
A,
whatever
sugar
you
and
say,
phosphate, option B, any two nitrogen bases, option
play
C, sugar and nitrogen base,
So
and
that's
option
how
D,
creating an
purines and
MP4 video from
pyrimidines.
an array
Now
with
while
PowerPoint works
reading
in
the name
PowerPoint
glycosidic bond,
2016.
glycosidic
Hopefully
bond
you'll find it
itself
helpful.
tells you glyco, that means it is something related to sugar. So there are two options where sugars are not mentioned. So can you eliminate these options? That means any two
In this
nitrogen
brief
bases and
session, I'll
purines and
demonstrate
pyrimidine.
how to
Can
use
you delete these
templates in
options?
PowerPoint
Yes, I
2016.
can delete these options
In
because
PowerPoint
there is no mention
2016,
of
templates serve
sugar
not
in the
only
two options.
for the
So
design
आता
aspect
राहिले
of
कुठले?
presentation, but also
Option A,
you
that
can
is sugar and
utilize the
phosphate, and
templates
option
as the
C,
layout
that
or
is
as
sugar and nitrogen base.
outline
So
for your
जेव्हा तुम्ही
presentation.
कॉन्फिडेंट
So
नाही
here's how
आहात,
they work.
ऍज आय सेड, तुम्ही
When you
कॉन्फिडेंट
first
असलेले
open
सगळे
PowerPoint,
क्वेश्चन्स आता तुम्ही
you'll be
सोडवलेले आहेत
presented with
आणि आता
something
तुम्हाला थोडे
very
असे
similar to
क्वेश्चन्स
this.
सोडवायचे
So as soon as you
जे
open the
मला येऊ
application, you'll come
शकतात.
to this
दॅट
screen.
टाइम
Now,
यू
if you are
कॅन
already in
अटेम्प्ट
PowerPoint, you
सच
can click on
क्वेश्चन्स. की या
File
दोन
and
ऑप्शन्स
then
मधले
choose
प्रोबॅबिलिटी
New,
ऑफ
and then it will
सिलेक्टिंग
take you to the same starting
सिलेक्टिंग
point
आन्सर
as
फ्रॉम
when you open
two
PowerPoint.
options and
You can either
probability
click on
of
Create a blank
selecting an
presentation,
answer for
or you
from
can
four
utilize
options is
one of the
different.
existing
आता तुमचे
PowerPoints
चान्सेस
templates that
50-50%
exist
आहेत
here.
आन्सर बरोबर
Now,
येण्याचे.
if you
सो
notice
शुगर
here, if we
फॉस्फेट
go,
आणि
for
शुगर
example, under the
नायट्रोजन ह्याच्या
category
मधलं कुठलं तरी
Education,
आन्सर आहे.
notice
आधीचे
that
चान्सेस
there
किती
are
होते?
pre-designed templates that you
25%
can
होते, आता
choose. For example, let's say
25%
you
चान्स
want to do a
वाढलाय,
certificate
50%
to
चान्सेस
design a
आहेत बरोबर
certificate. Is
येण्याचे.
it even as
सो
simple as
ऍक्च्युअल
this?
आन्सर इज
All you have
आन्सर
to
सी.
do is click on it.
Now the next question is
And
conversion
instead
of
of you spending time
glucose
designing
to
this,
glucose
all
6
you'd have to
phosphate
do
is
is
catalyzed
simply
by.
change the
So it
name
is
of your
aldolase,
student here.
hexokinase, enolase,
The
and
other thing that you can do
phosphofructokinase.
with
Here also,
templates
suppose you do not
is
know
that you can
the
go,
name of
let's
an
say, under
enzyme, you
the
can also
category
solve
here,
this
education, let's say.
question by
And notice there are
elimination method.
categories here on the
For
right-hand
example,
side as well. And let's
you
say
can
that you needed
see
to do
that
an
glucose to
academic
glucose
presentation of
6
some
phosphate,
sort.
that means
So you
phosphoryl
click
group
here
has
on the
been added
template,
onto the
academic
glucose. So
presentation,
there is
and
phosphoryl
then
group
click on
transfer.
Create.
Now if you
It's
know
going to
that
download it from the web.
kinases
Now
are
this is with all the
responsible
types of
for
different designs
these
for it, so
phosphoryl
it's
group
more
transfer, you
design
can
oriented.
immediately eliminate
And
aldolase
basically you
and
just fill in the
enolase.
text.
Now you
However,
have to
in
select from
PowerPoint, there are
hexokinase and
also options where you can
phosphofructokinase.
actually
Now since
create,
it is a
not
glucose
only
molecule,
utilize the
and
design,
you can
but
see that
also you can
hexokinase, hexo
utilize
means
the
6 carbon
concepts that
sugar,
you
you
can
can easily
include in a
identify the
specific
answer is
presentation.
B,
For example, if we click
hexokinase.
here on
So this
business,
is how
in the
you can
category business,
implement
notice we have a
elimination
whole
method.
bunch of templates here that you
I
can
have
use
tried
for business
to mention all the
presentations.
techniques
If we
which
go here,
would be
business
useful
strategy
for solving
presentation,
MCQs, and
it's going to
I have
download
also
it.
discussed the basic
And
difference
now it's going
between
to give
board
you a
examination
layout
and
of
entrance
your presentation or
examinations.
your
So those who are
outline of
preparing
your
for entrance
presentation.
examination,
So
best
you
of
state
luck.
the
जे
vision,
आता
you state the
11वी मध्ये
goals and
आहेत त्यांनी
objectives,
साधारणपणे
a
अभ्यास
summary of
कसा
the current
करायचा हेही मी
situation,
तुम्हाला सांगितलंय की
and
you should
so
not
on
be
and
marks
so on. So
oriented, you
basically,
should be
the layout
conceptually
exists there for
clear,
you. Now you
and
can
you
tweak
should
it, add
solve
more
all the
content
questions
to
with
it,
proper
and of
understanding,
course
precision, and accuracy.
enhance
Thank
it
you
by
very much.
utilizing the
Now I
features that
hand
we
over
learned
the
in this
session, next
tutorial in
session,
PowerPoint
to
2016.
Professor Pramod
Notice as you are
Ghadge. He
using
will be
templates,
conducting
you can
physics
go
and
and actually
mathematics
search
section.
for
Thank you.
keywords keywords here. So let's say we are searching here for the term marketing, and now notice that you have different templates that you can utilize already from here. So we'll choose this first one, and there are different designs here on marketing. So for example, there is this one, business sales and service, and then here it's a layout of the aspects of it. So you'd introduce yourself, and then the products and services, give an example, and then include additional
Hello all.
examples.
Good
maybe
afternoon.
Include a chart of some sort.
I'm Professor Pramod Ghadge.
and
I'm going
diagrams
to
of
talk about the
sorts, and
subjects
this is
mathematics
using
and
smart
physics,
art here.
wherein
And
I'm
of
going
course,
to
keep
give
in
the
mind that you
details
can
and some
tweak those
tips to
presentations, even though
handle
they
the
might look
examinations,
visually
MHT,
appealing to
CET, JEE
you.
for engineering
You have a
specifically.
layout of it, but you can customize
Starting
it
with
using
the
the
very first
features
tip
we
that
learned
we
in this
must
tutorial.
do is we must
So
keep track
this
of
is a tool that
all
instead
the
of you
websites
reinventing the wheel,
related to
you
the
can utilize
examinations,
something that
JEE
already
and CET,
exists, and
looking at
also
the current scenario.
utilize the
Because
knowledge
as
and
per the
features
government
that we have
directives
covered in
and the
PowerPoint
directives from the
2016.
education departments, right, the dates of the examinations, their pattern, their execution, all these details are
In this
available
session, I'll
on
demonstrate
these
how to
websites.
create
This is
a
the
custom
sure source
slideshow
where you
in
can get all this
PowerPoint. So
information.
suppose
So it's
you're
always
a
better to trust
salesperson,
the
or you
thing
have
that is
created
the
a
sure
long
source rather
slideshow,
than trusting the
but
sources
then at certain
which are
times you
vague.
have only a shorter amount of time.
Next thing that I would
to
like to mention
explain
in
or to
respect of these
present
exams
something.
is that
So
the
in that
student
case, you want to
appearing
have a
for these
custom
exams
slideshow
must note the
with only
patterns.
particular slides
Noting the
as part
patterns is
of
very
that
essential
presentation.
because whenever we
So
appear
to
for the
set up a custom
examinations
slideshow, you'd go under the
and
slideshow
whenever
tab,
we are actually
and then you want to
attending the
click on custom
examinations,
slideshow.
most
Click
of the
on the
times the
drop-down,
student is
and
not
then you
able
want
to
to
choose
click
the
on a
questions
new slideshow.
properly,
Now
because
you can
in
name
the
this,
pattern some questions
and then
or
you want
some
to pick
subjects
the
are given
slides
more
that you want
weightage
to
than the
insert
others.
in there
So
to
if we plan
utilize. Now, of course,
accordingly
this
that
does not
which subjects
fit
are easy
what we are
for
doing
us,
here.
which subjects
And
are
then you
difficult
add
for us,
those,
which questions
and
are
then
easy
click
for us,
OK.
which questions are
You could
difficult for
create
us.
different ones here, so
Accordingly,
you could have
we
one,
can
let's say,
choose the
called
patterns
here,
and go ahead.
custom slideshow tips for
Next,
for
as a mathematics person,
PowerPoint.
look at the subject. The subject
Then
is
let's say
based
you want
specifically
only
on
those,
some
add them,
terms. The subject is
OK.
based specifically
Now,
on some formulas, so it
you
is
can
very
close
essential
this,
for us.
but if you're on
Before
the
going
road,
to the
then at some
examinations,
point, then
we
you
must
want to
highlight all these
present to
important
only a
formulas and
specific
terms,
audience,
memorize
what you
them,
have to do is
right,
click here on
and
custom
keep them
slideshow,
handy at every time we are
and then
doing
you
the
can
studies.
pick whichever one you
It
want
is
to
also
present.
essentially
So let's say
important to
East
revise
Coast
only
Edge.
important terms
So here
whenever
it
you
is,
are appearing for the examinations
and
prior to
that'll
the
include
examination day.
only that
That helps you
slideshow for the
to
East
focus
Coast.
on the
Then if you
topics,
wanted to
that
do,
helps
let's
you to
say,
focus
as
on the
part of this
examination.
PowerPoint, the big one, we
If
also
on the
created
prior
one
day, if
called
you
Tips
start
for
to
Using
revise
PowerPoint.
or summarize
Click on it,
everything and
and
go
now
through everything,
this
it may
presentation
not be
will
that
just
helpful.
contain
So it's
those
essentially
slides.
important
And
to
that's how
shortlist
custom
few
slideshows
things,
work
few
in PowerPoint
important terms and visit
2016.
them
It is
on the
pretty much
day
the
prior
same
to the
in previous
examination.
versions as well.
One more important thing is setting your routine on the examination day.
In this brief session,
Suppose the
I will
examination
demonstrate how to
is at
insert
10
a
o'clock.
screenshot and how to use
What
a
should be your
screenshot
schedule
feature in PowerPoint
on that day?
2016.
When should you sleep?
So there are times
On
where
the
you're
earlier
designing
night,
and
when should you
working on a
get up in the
project and
morning,
such, and you
what
want
you
to
should
add
eat, what
part of
not,
your
how far is
screen,
the
whether it's
examination center
directions
from
or
you,
something to a
at
slide
what time
into
you
your
should start,
presentation.
whether the
So what
examination
you
in
can
this
do
current
is you
scenario
can go
will be
here
at
under the
home, whether
Insert
it will be
tab,
at some
and
college.
there is this
You
option
have to make
for
all
Insert
this proper
Screenshot.
planning
It basically
in this
adds a
current scenario
snapshot
and
of a
set
window that is
your
open on
routine.
your desktop
Start
or your
early,
document.
wake
It
up
becomes a
early,
picture,
sleep
basically,
early in the
entering
night,
it in your
have a sleep
computer.
of
In
5
this
to 6
case, what
hours,
you do is you can
right?
click on Add
Do not
Screenshot,
stretch
and
your
then you want to choose the
examination
option
studies.
for
Do not
screen
stretch your
clipping.
brain till the
You can
last
either take
moment
a
of
snapshot
examination time.
of one of the
These
applications
are
that you
some
have
of the
open,
very small
or you
hints
can
or
do a
tips that,
screen
but we
clipping,
usually don't
and
follow
you click
them.
on it, and
We
now
should
it's
be
giving
very
us a
clear about
chance
one
to
thing, that
select
whenever
something
you are
from this
going for
screen.
examination,
So
you
if
are
you want
going
to
to
have
put
a
your
screen
brain
clipping of
into
how
that
to
examination
insert
room for
an
next 2-3
image
hours.
or a
So if you are
screenshot
putting
on
your brain
PowerPoint, I
into
could
that examination
simply
room,
select
it
this.
must
I'm
get
clipping part of
inside
the
with a
screen
relaxed
here,
mindset.
and now
That is
notice
very
it
important, and
inserted
for
it
that you must set your
automatically here.
routine.
You can customize
And of
this.
course, in
Notice
the
you have
end,
the
we must
design
find out
ideas.
what
You
is
can
easy for
utilize
us
design
and
ideas
definitely
here
focus on that.
and
For
tweak
example,
this
as a mathematics
accordingly
person, I
by
can give you a very
selecting one of
simple
those
example.
designs. And additionally,
If I
you
ask
can
you to
use the
count
formatting
numbers
tools
1
to
to 10,
make this a little
and if
fancier.
you
So
are a
notice if I
student
use one of
of
those
first standard,
styles here for
definitely definitely
formatting this
number one
snapshot that I captured,
would sound
I could use
easy
the
for you.
tools above
So
here.
you will start with 1.
So let's suppose
Definitely the next number 2 may sound easy for you.
around
So
it.
what I mean to
And
say
the other
in
thing
short
that I'll
is that
suggest
pick up
that
the
you
things that are
utilize
easy
is
for you,
if
pick
you
up
go
the
here under
topics that
Insert,
are easy for you,
and then click on
and when you appear for the
Shapes, you
examination,
go under
you
Insert and
can
then
actually usually
Say I
make
want
it
a
easy for you by
here.
attempting the top questions on the topics that are easy for
And I
you.
want to change the shape here.
Well, let us
and
get
then
into the
under
subject
the
now.
shape fill, I want to change
Firstly,
that so
I'll
that
talk
there's
about
no filling to
mathematics.
it. And then for the border,
Mathematics
the
syllabus
outline
is a
for
widespread
it,
syllabus for these
so
examinations,
red,
JEE
so the
and
audience
CET.
would kind of see what
But
the
there
heck
are
it was
few very
working
important
on.
topics
The
in
other thing you could
mathematics.
do here
First
is
one
that
is the
under
logic.
the outline, you could change the weight
In
to
logic,
make that
again, there are some terms
heavier
which you should
and
focus on,
such.
which you
So
should
now I
study
can
well,
copy
you
that same
you
object
should
that I
know well.
created earlier.
First term is logical dual.
And
Given
I'll
any
paste it somewhere
statement, you
else
have to
here.
find the dual
And
of that
let's say
statement.
that
So you
I
must
want
get
to
the meaning
demonstrate
of
to the
what do you do
audience
when you
that
find the
this
dual.
is the option that they should
Second
click on.
term is tautology. Tautology
Now,
means
each one
statement
of
which is
those,
always
you
true.
can also animate
Third one is
them if you
contradiction.
needed to.
Contradiction is
So
a
if you were to
statement
go
which is
under
always false.
animations,
So these
and
are
then
the
say, okay, I
one-liners
want to
that
add
should be
animation, I want that to
imprinted
appear,
in your
and then I want
brain,
this other
imprinted
animation
in your
item
mind.
here as well.
Whenever
I
you are
want
in
that
the
so that
examination
it
room
actually
appearing for
flies
some
in. So
question,
under the
attempting some
animation tab,
question,
fly in.
it's very
And now when I go
essential
to
the
present
moment you
this,
read the
it'll show
question,
up.
these
This is the
pop-ups, if
captured
they are
image that I
relevant,
picked
should
earlier.
come up to your
Now if
mind.
I click, it
These
highlights
one-liners,
this section
these
here,
one-liners
and
and these
then if I
terms
click again,
are going
it
to
will
help you
choose
in
a
that.
screenshot. That's how the
Next one is
screenshot option
trigonometric
works
functions.
in PowerPoint 2016.
It is a very good practice if you make a list of all these trigonometric formulas, corresponding derivative formulas, corresponding integration
In
formulas,
this session, I will
paste
demonstrate
them
how
at
to
a
use
place in your
calendar
house
feature
around
in
the place
PowerPoint.
which you
This
see
feature
very
is, by the way,
often.
available in
Usually, if you
the
are watching
other
your
Office
television set for
applications
more
as
time,
well, such
paste
as in
it
Word, Excel,
nearby
and
the television
Microsoft
set.
Access.
Whenever you are brushing in the
There might be
morning in
times
front of the
where
mirror in your
you're
bathroom,
trying to do
paste
something in
it
PowerPoint
besides the
and you
mirror.
don't know where that option
Naturally,
is.
your mind
So
will just have a
here
glimpse
on
of those things,
next
but
to
it will
the
remember them.
menus here on
It's
the
like
ribbon, there's this
sometimes we
option
watch some
that
things,
says,
sometimes
"Tell
we
me
see
what
few
you
things,
want to do,"
and
or
suddenly
the
later
"Tell
on
me"
at some
feature.
point of time in the
You
day,
just start typing
these
in
things
there,
pop up in your
and
mind.
it'll just show
Similarly, if
you
you put these
how to do
formulas in these
specific
places,
things. So for
those
example,
things will
how
also
to
pop
start
up
a
in your mind.
presentation, or
Very
how
well.
to
Moving on to the
utilize,
matrix part.
let's say, add an online video.
The
So you
important
just
terms in matrix
tap
are
on it,
inverse of a matrix, adjoint of a
and
matrix,
you have here
corresponding standard
insert
forms of
video and then
matrices.
online video. So it kind of tells you if
Specifically
you
in
want
the
to put an
adjoint
insert
part and
video
inverse part,
and then
to find out the
online
adjoint,
video.
we work out the
And then this,
cofactors.
it
We
basically
should know the
takes you to
terms
that
like
function
transpose.
to
So
perform
in
that
short, what I
specific
am hinting
task.
here is that
Let's say
if
you're
you
not
take
sure
one
how to
term,
do the
in that
rehearse
one term,
timings.
there are several
So you
different
can
terms
just start
involved.
typing
So
rehearse
if you
here,
are making
click on
one term
rehearse
very good,
timings,
you are actually making
and then
many
it
terms in
just
the background
starts
very good.
automatically to get you there. So it's a very cool feature to utilize.
Plan it
Basically,
accordingly that which
it's
are the
not just giving
important
you
terms in
directions,
matrix
but it's giving you
algebra
the
and which
option
are the
to perform
subsidy
that
terms or the
specific
supporting
task.
terms
So
in
let's
matrix
say I want to
algebra.
create a photo.
That is going to help you a lot.
Just start
Well,
typing photo.
About
and
statistics
then
and
it'll take you to
probability,
the photo
definitely in
option.
statistics there are various definitions, and statistics is also based on various formulas like trigonometric functions. You must make a list of those
In
formulas
this
and
brief
keep
session,
them
I will
handy with
demonstrate
you all
how
the
to
time whenever
change
you are
the
doing
look
study
and
or
feel
in your
or the
daily routine.
theme for PowerPoint
Standard equations of lines and
2016.
surfaces also
This
must be known
process
to you,
is
and you
actually
must do the same
to
thing with
change
them.
also in other
I
applications
have included
that come
an
with
example
Office
here.
2016.
Looking at the current
So this is the
scenario of
default look and
COVID-19,
feel
I have
for
selected this
PowerPoint.
problem,
If we wanted to
and
change
of
it,
course
click
this
on
problem
File
has
here,
also appeared
and then
in
we
one
go
of the
here
previous
under
question
Options.
papers of
Once we
MHTCET.
go under Options,
You can
notice
see
that
the
we
question.
have those
Sometimes the
options
questions
right
are
here
like
for
that.
the Office theme.
There are several answers
Currently it
which
is on
look alike,
colorful, and
but
that is the
we are
default.
not
And if we prefer, let's say, dark gray, then click on dark gray.
we are not
and then
inclined
click
to some
OK.
particular answer.
Now notice the
In
whole
that
look
case,
and feel of the
we must be
application
very
will
good at
change.
calculations. So
If you want
if
to
you
change
work
it
out the
back,
calculations in this
simply go
particular
under
problem,
Options here.
you can actually get the
And
correct
let's
answer.
take a look
The correct
at
answer
the
here
black
is D, that is
theme here.
8C6.2
Click
raised to
OK.
6, 0.8 raised to 2.
And this is how it
Moving
will
on to the
look at
next
this
is
point.
finding
Then
unknowns in
let's also take a
geometry,
look at
vectors,
the
matrix algebra, and system
white
of
theme,
equations.
and notice that all the menus and
There are
options
several
here will
problems.
be
For
kind of
example, if I take a
whitish
problem of
feel
system
and
of
look
equations.
to it.
What is the
And
value
now
of
let's
k
go back
if I
here
solve the
to
system x
the
plus ky
colorful
is equal to
field,
2
which
and
will add
kx
kind of
plus
the
y is equal to 4.
banner here
So
on the
here
top for
you are
the
solving this
actual
simultaneous
tabs.
system of
So that's
equations
how you change
to find
the
that
theme
unknown
in
k.
PowerPoint
So you must also focus
2016.
on the problems of finding unknowns several times it has happened in the past in the question papers of JEE and CET that these questions are found to be having more
I will demonstrate
weightage.
some of the guidelines related to using PowerPoint.
Well, so that was about mathematics. Now let me move on to physics. The important things in physics are problems on laws of motion. So you must know all the laws of motions, right from the first, second, third, and so on. You must know their formulas. You must know at least one easy problem which uses the formula. Secondly, the topic is inertia. There are plenty of problems on inertia also. You must thoroughly prepare this. SHM is one of the favorites of these examinations, so you must go through that. Interference, Young's modulus, Kirchhoff's laws. There are usually problems on LCR circuits. So these are some of the important topics. You must keep the formulas handy with you for all these topics. And one very important thing here in physics is that their answers are many times very tempting. So it's essentially important to not to fall for such answers and shortlist the correct answer runtime. For that, you have to peacefully read the question, peacefully write down the answer, and then shortlist the correct answer and hit it on the PC if the exam is online. That is really very important. So in both of these subjects, mathematics and physics, which are supposed to be very technical and most of the people find them very difficult, but if you make a proper planning and do it according to the small tricks, small tips, or the hints that I'm talking about over here, everybody may be having their own ways of doing the subjects, their own ways of studying the subjects. But if you follow the small tips, the hints that I'm talking about, you will definitely get the benefit out of it. Here I am flashing just an example of pattern of MST-CET. So as you can see, in this, there are two sections. First one is mathematics, second is physics and chemistry. There are 90 minutes for each paper. It is MCQ type of examination. There are 50 questions for each subject, and total marks are 200. 100 for each section. So here you can see the weightage. Mathematics is carrying 100 marks and remaining two subjects are carrying 100 marks. So you can see the dominance of this subject in entrances like CET and JEE. So you definitely need to be very good at them. That is going to help you. Anyways, so moving toward the last part, I have listed some courses over here like BSc, BTech, BArch, BPharm, BSc Biotech, BSc Animation, BSc Vocational, and the MBBS, BDS, Lab, BHS, and BUS courses. These are some of the opportunities that a student may be looking for after completing the 12th standard science. Definitely, some of these courses are professional, some of these courses are non-professional. It is going to be your choice in which type of course you want to get in. Well, so we are almost done. Here I'm just going to mention one thing. If you have any questions, you can always take our help. You can join our WhatsApp group named Siddhi Help. If you have the questions, you can just contact any of the three numbers flashed below it to join this WhatsApp group. And definitely we'll try to resolve most of your questions in the current scenario from our side. Do our best. There is a reminder in the end that there would be a webinar 2 which is tentatively scheduled on Friday 17 July 2020 at 11 a.m. There would be two sessions in this. One is expert doctor's lecture. Second one is career guidance experts lecture. These sessions are specifically oriented towards the junior college students, that is 11th standard and 12th standard students of science. And in general, other streams also can participate in it. Alongside, there would be a competition also organized from our side. So we hope that you keep a track of this webinar series. Stay in touch. If there is any change, we will definitely communicate to you through our website and through the links that you have provided to us. So I'm very thankful to all of you for attending this webinar 1 in the webinar series, Academics in Times of COVID-19. We would definitely try to strive hard to make this knowledge available for you at all platforms possible for us. Thank you again. I will just say while signing out, keep learning and take care. Thank you.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the day 3 session. Let us wait for a few more minutes. Let others also join.